Boo! I know. Where was the little thing with the trace, with the cutting thing going the wrong way and everything? Good morning. Now, before you say anything, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with my hair this morning. I washed it and I can't do a thing with it, as they used to say in the olden days. I don't know what's going on. It's weird, isn't it? Anyway, good morning. Got a fabulous show lined up for you today. Would you like to have a look at today's menu? Because it's packed. It's jam-packed. Coming up today with me, John Scott, second quarter birthday week. 8 o'clock, we've got Mandy's birthday kits. Mandy Shaw is back in the house. 9 o'clock, Alice Caroline's Liberty Quilt. Oh, it's beautiful. It's the Tree of Life, it's called, not the Liberty. It's not called the Liberty Quilt, it's called the Tree of Life Quilt. 10 o'clock, Mandy Shaw is back with more goodies for you. And then at 11 o'clock, Anna from Alice Caroline, totes and cushion. Lots going on, isn't there? So if you want to have a look here, first of all, look at this gorgeous array of goodies. Now, we're making these. I'll tell you about that in a minute. There's so much goodies, so many goodies in Mandy Shaw's hour. Then I've got at 9 o'clock, we've got this gorgeous Tree of Life quilt from Alice Caroline. Do you want to have a quick look? Oh, we haven't got it. Oh, some technical issues, apparently. Technical issues. I'll show you that in a minute. Then at 10 o'clock, back with more gorgeous stuff for Mandy. Really lovely quilt. I'll have to show you later. Like Russian lady quilt, Russian lady cushions and everything like that. And then the last hour, we've got two projects. Alice Caroline tote bag, very, very popular. And look at that, I love that. It's the log cabin quilt cushion. It's not quilt, log cabin block cushion. Beautiful Liberty fabrics, absolutely stunning. Now, we love you to get in touch. Can we show that? Oh, this will be fun. Here we go. Just go to our website, www.sewingquarter.com. What you need to do is you need to click on Watch the Show Live. Now, you do have to log in to do the next bit. It doesn't cost you any money to log in whatsoever. So what you do is you scroll down to the box there where it says Message the Studio. You write us a message. Now, you can write at your end as much as you like, but at our end, it cuts it off after 140 characters. So keep your messages short and sweet in there. They will go through to little Paul upstairs, who hasn't slept very well today, so he's a bit tired. And he will send them through to us on the tablet on our desk. While we're on that page, have a look at products from today's show. Oh, look at those. You see those there? They're the new Macawa Pussycat fabrics. They're gorgeous. The panel sold out in minutes, I have to tell you, yesterday. In a minute, all of those will disappear, and all of the products from today's show, whether they be kits or fabric or machines or anything like that, they will all appear there. If you scroll up to the top of the page, while we're live, you see on the right-hand side there, I had the Prim Love range corner edge shaper yesterday. It will appear in the box there. You can click on there and put it in your basket. Now, if you, on a day like today, where everything will sell out, I'm warning you now, everything will sell out today, I advise you to check out, if you know you definitely want it, then I would check out straight away. Now, you can check out as many times as you like during the day. It will still only cost you one P&P of £2.95, no matter how many times you check out, no matter what you buy, whether you buy a sewing machine, whether you buy a box of pins, whether you buy anything, it's £2.95 for the whole day. Now, we also love to get your emails and your pictures. To get your emails and your pictures, there's only one way you can do that. You can send studio@sewingquarter.com. Studio@sewingquarter.com. Right, I've got lots and lots of messages, so I'm going to race through them because you know we want to start with Mandy. Right, first of all, we have a daily competition, right? And all you have to do for this is buy something, right? If you buy one thing, your name goes into the raffle once. If you buy 10 things, it goes in 10 times. So at 11 o'clock today, I will be announcing the winner from yesterday's show. Can we show slides? Okay, we still can't show slides. Okay, there's a prize worth over £50. And at 11 o'clock, I will announce the person from yesterday. And then if anybody who buys anything today, up until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, will go into the raffle. And then at 11 o'clock tomorrow, I'll be announcing the winner of that one. We also have the weekly competition, which is fantastic. All you need to do is spend £30 over the week, right? All you need to do is spend £30. Now, it doesn't matter if you've won one of the daily prizes, you still go into the competition. Spend £30 over the week. You could be in with a chance of winning our mega bundle worth over, oh, I've got pictures now, worth over £700. So that you have to spend £30 over the week and your name automatically goes in the hat. And that will be announced on Wednesday. That one will be announced on Wednesday. Also, now can I show the picture of the blocks? We just have to check we have a few technical issues this morning. I do apologize. Right, what it was, before the birthday, we asked you to design and make a block. We had hundreds. We had so many. You'll see them in the advert breaks. They're going out in the advert breaks, right? But this is the shortlist, the top 8, right? This is we had a panel of judges, and these are the 8 that they chose. Oh, now little Paul's favourite is number 5. Somebody was on the other day. Well, who was it? It was, oh no, Vix loved number 1. Hannah loves number 2. You know, they're beautiful, aren't they? So what you have to do is you have to text the word "so" followed by the number of the one that you like best, right? So if you're little Paul, well, he's not allowed to vote because he works here. But if little Paul was was entering, right? He says he would text the word. So you text the word "so" 5 to 66777. 66777. You can also do it on the web, but you have to send them to help@sewingquarter.com. Help@sewingquarter.com. And there's also on our Facebook page. There's also a bit there where you can vote. Now there are 4 prizes: £100 for the winner. Of £100 bundle of fabric for the winner, £50 bundle of fabric for the runner-up, and then 2 of £25 for 3rd and 4th place. It's fantastic, isn't it? So now, going back. You know the daily prize that was worth over, here you go, have a look at the daily prize, worth over £50. So that's your daily prize. So somebody today will win that bundle, and they will be announced at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, and then that prize will be on its way to you today, tomorrow. And then also, at 11 o'clock today, I will be announcing, tomorrow, yeah, 11 o'clock today, I'll be announcing yesterday's winner. Oh, it gets so confusing. Right, shall we get on? Shall we get on? Is that it? Is that everything? Mandy Shaw's asleep. You're out of breath. Right, so where are we starting? So it's all about birthdays. Oh, hang on. It's all about birthdays. So you can't have a birthday party without a birthday hat, can you?
Come on.
I'm coming. Hello.
Hello, darling. Long time no see.
Where have you been? Well, we know. Japan.
I know.
Did you have a fantastic time?
I had a wonderful time, a wonderful country. I'm a very lucky girl. I'm
messing up your hair now, aren't I?
No, that's,
that one's for little Paul upstairs.
Get it on. That's gorgeous.
Put it on properly,
yeah,
John. Put it on properly. Right, okay. Mandy Shaw, first time on Sky. Everyone knows you anyway, but first time on Sky, which means everything's twice as busy. So if you want something, you need to come in and get it. So what do we get in this kit then?
You get enough fabric and all the trimmings and bits and bobs to make 3 crowns. So you're going to get...
Oh, so you're going to get this one?
You're going to get the boys' crown, girly crown.
Now, gender neutral, sorry.
Oh, gender neutral.
Yeah, so if anybody could have this, you've just been to Japan with gender neutral toilets, so you should know about these things.
The toilets.
We're not going to go there.
No.
So this one, that one,
and this little silver one here, which
and you get all the fabric.
You get all the fabric for all of these crowns. Everything you see, all the trimmings and all the bits and bobs to make the crown. So you can just buy the packet, buy the kit, and you could make crowns all day long.
Perfect. Yeah. So let's. We're gonna have a little. Oh, I'll do books in a minute, but I'll do these. I'll do these first.
And the reason we need crowns is because we mustn't be dour and not celebrate birthday.
No, exactly.
And I've told you before because I've made these crowns in a. Before, and at Christmas we put all things on the table, and all the adults come and have to make a crown.
Oh.
So these are all gorgeous crowns for kids' parties and things, but you can have a great fun with them.
Did you tune in on Christmas Day?
I didn't tune in.
All through the show, I was going, Mandy's going to message in a minute. Mandy's watching.
I just got so busy, and I was in my pyjamas, and we hadn't perfected the dance.
Did you get that thing I sent you? Somebody sent me the Felicity...
Navadar.
Yeah.
Navadar. Well, I know off by heart now, darling.
No, but I sent you the video going, is this your video? You never replied.
Oh, well, I do apologise. I'm a little bit busy at Christmas.
Yes, I know. Now, OK, Claudia, my weekend is complete with the double-act Mandy and John. Rock on the two of you. Claudia,
let's go. Right, let's go. So this is the wonderful fabrics. I've got wonderful fabrics for you. Now, this is the simpler version of the little crown. Right. And I've got this lovely silver fabric. Feel it.
Oh, that's like PU, pleatherette,
yes,
is it?
Pleatherette. You like that word, don't you?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what it is, isn't it?
And so what you're going to do to make the small one, so there are actually, in your pattern, there are 2 sizes for everything, OK? So you can have little weenie ones.
Oh, so you have children's and grown-ups?
And more, little weenie ones and the larger ones. So this one here is going to be the smaller one here, little weenie one here.
Yes.
Okay. And so, of course, you can intermingle them all. You can make any fabric you like, you can make any shaped crown, OK? So this one's the pointy one.
Right.
The pleatherette's gorgeous to stitch, but it's not very good at top stitching. It doesn't like being top stitched because it vaguely sticks. And you could have if you've got a Teflon foot on your machine, that'd be great.
But you've top stitched it by hand, didn't you?
I did it by hand. It sews beautifully by hand. But what you're going to do is my little odd techniques are to make your life easier. They're not odd to make your life complicated.
No.
So you're going to cut the paper pattern out, and I traced it from the major.
Yes.
And you're going to mark it on your fabric. So you just mark it with a pen or pencil, something like that. And then you're going to stitch on the marked line. This is really important because if you cut 2 of these out and try to pin them together, because they're leatherette or pleatherette, they would slide. Yes. And we don't like that. We want easy. So if you do it this way, look. So you're going to mark it first, the template.
Oh, before you cut it out to its shape.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you're going to stitch on the marked line, not along the bottom, just only along the bottom. Yeah. And then you're going to cut this out.
And did you use a special needle or anything like that?
I don't. I'm sure there are special needles in life, but you know,
you just use your
I use my ordinary needle, and if I have a problem, then I might look deep for another needle.
Okay.
So let me just show you how to do this. There's a couple of little tips with this. So this stuff is just glorious to work with, and it's these crowns and things that look great in the dressing up box. And
exactly.
We've got a huge dressing up box.
Well, you know, Crazy Rebecca Reed.
Yeah.
She made some for our birthday show. We had them on our birthday on Wednesday.
Oh, she did. You see, they're quite popular and they're very, very expensive. If you go to the big posh, lovely, gorgeous shops in London, you know that big, lovely one, Liberty. If you go to those, they are very, very expensive, and these just look just as good. Now, what I'm doing, the secret tips to this, I'm cutting off the tips of my crown, and I'm snipping into the valleys.
Brilliant.
Okay, snipping into the valleys, which is really gorgeous. And then you're going to turn it inside out.
Can you iron this, pleather?
No, I haven't. I don't iron it. I don't iron it. So that's why you sort of finger press it. But
do you want Derek Dobber? Oh.
What have you got?
I've got Derek the Dobber.
Oh, yes, that's very nice. So don't forget you can use chopsticks that you've acquired from Japan.
Yes.
If you had to. Our chopsticks are very good, and wooden knitting needles are great for doing things like this, or they're special tools you can get. Yeah. But pick out your points, be careful not to go through. Yes. Now, if you've got any of those lovely little clips, wonder clips. Yes. Yes. You can actually just finger press these down with, clip them down with wonder clips. But this stitches really, really well with a hand stitch, because the machine played me up and I thought I can't show you how to do that. Yeah. You're going to then stitch this with a running stitch in red.
So the one we've got here. Yeah.
And if you want to decorate the centre, there's a little weeny diamond for you to decorate this shape with.
Okay. Is that button in here?
Everything you need. Look, everything you need. We've sourced the most beautiful things. They all match. They're all coordinated.
Oh yeah, lots. You get all those buttons and the braid.
And I don't use cheap haberdashery, as you might know.
No, as we know.
As you know, Di. So we've got wonderful. This is Spanish. A lovely bias binding. Look at that.
Normally it comes from France, doesn't it?
Yes, we have other places.
Yes.
We have other countries.
I'm going to roll the sleeves up because it's going to be one
of
of those
days. You're going to bind the bottom edge of this with your binding. Now, what I tend to do is I open out the binding like that, and I'll stitch in that first curve. But if you overhang the binding slightly, I'll just do that quickly for you.
Yeah, while you do that, I'll tell you, Lucy in Dorset. Morning, Mandy and John. Super duper excited Mandy's back. Love all her projects, have lots of them. We'll be buying more. Hee hee hee. Lots of love from Lucy. So
what I was going to really say to you about this is my grandson, my children have all had wonderful birthdays, and I make a big effort. I don't go over the top with presents and great big party venues that cost a fortune. But if you make a bit of an effort with things like this, it does make life really exciting. It's really important not to be bar humbug about birthdays. But also
put them in the box, and then you've got, because it'll become, you know, at Christmas you always say, you get the box at the end, you remember. Every birthday as they get older, they're going to remember their.
So what I did is I actually sewed just slightly below the fold line, so that it definitely will go over the top. And if you're clever, if you cut that nicely, just cut half an inch each side.
Yeah, what happens if you're little Paul?
Is he not clever? No. Oh no, well, you can't help these things, can you? These things are sent to try you. If you're clever, and the bias binding is a good quality. So which it is, and I really don't like.
So you just folded over and folded over at the end.
I just folded the ends over. But what I'm going to do is try and sneak you a really good little tip. Is that if you fold this over beautifully and pin it well, and stitch in on the edge here, you'll catch the back.
Are you stitching in the ditch?
Yes, stitching in the ditch, catch the back.
I've got a lovely message here for you. Good morning, lovely people. Mandy, you look so well and skinny. Well, fantastic to have you back. Photo to follow.
Oh, Julie from Greater London. Now, I'm not scraggy.
Skinny. No, she doesn't say scraggy. No, she says skinny.
That's good. Just readjusted my lifestyle a little bit. before it's too late.
Yeah,
and
it's
just
not too late.
and pulled things back, and now enjoying a slimmer me.
But I was going to say it's because I did Slimming Worlds, one lost 3 stone in it, but it's the maintaining it
Oh.
afterwards. Other dieting ones are available, but Slimming Worlds.
Yeah.
Catherine says, Mandy, nice to see you back, the dream team, but please don't lose any more weight.
Oh, no, I'm not. I've stopped. You know I've stopped. I've stopped.
For me saying that, that's
yeah,
Catherine
I know.
said that.
Catherine says that, but I have made. She's thinking I'm scraggy.
No, she doesn't.
She does. But actually, no, it's okay, darling. I've still got little curvy bits and little lumps.
Well, round here, they're still very curvy round here, aren't they?
But no, I'm doing exercise and I'm staying the same. I've maintained.
Exercise?
Yeah, a little bit of running.
No, how are your knees? And
I don't go far.
Okay, and do you wear a support?
I don't need to wear a support bra. That's not. But I wear I got the leggings and things.
You got the leggings? Have you got those ones? There is a shopping channel.
I've got the watch.
Oh no, they sell these leggings, right?
Yes.
They've got orange peel in and things like that, and apparently they break down the cellulite. Not that you have cellulite.
No, of course I don't. Well, do they? Well, I'm not.
I'll get you some.
I'm only doing a little bit couch to 5K.
5K?
Well, I've done couch.
Oh.
I haven't got to the 5K bit yet.
Okay.
But I will do.
Yeah, good for you, good for you.
Well, I'm just finding time for me, and it's really important. And then people that say they're happy with their weight and things, that's fine. But actually, I'm after a healthy weight.
Yes.
Yeah, it's only 2 stone.
But you look healthy. You look very healthy.
Yes.
Right, let's carry on. We've got so many.
So this is lovely little crown here. So there you are, binding on. Look at that. Didn't take me 2 seconds to make. And then I've got wonderful felt balls, little felt balls that go on the top. That one is delicious.
They're fantastic. Morning, John and Mandy. Loving the show. John, welcome home, Mandy. Love Carol, she says in Essex. That's nice.
Bless her. Welcome home.
Anyway.
Okay. So let me just say to you there's the top stitching. There's a really nice little top stitching.
Yeah.
I did try to design something with gorgeous other things. You can see my markings. Unfortunately, this is now.
Well, on there, I saw some feathers on there, but that's just.
That's just my decorating the patterns. I don't like patterns to be boring.
Yeah, no, of course. And then is the elastic in there as well, then?
The elastic is in the kit as well.
So that's fantastic, isn't it? Yeah. You've got a little bit of elastic there.
So they're just, and if you're making them with kits, so these ones are quite well made and look gorgeous, but don't forget you can just have a piece of card and some print sticks out and lots of scrappy fabrics. If you're making the larger ones...
Yeah, I was just going to say, remember, if you're new to us, because this is Mandy's first show on Sky with us, they're not yours until you check out. There's an awful lot of these in baskets.
Oh, yes. So what happens is, that's the one with the little plethorette.
Yes.
And now we're going to make one with this lovely in-our foam interfacing.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's gorgeous. Because they're actually very flexible and very nice and comfortable.
So in that one you didn't need any interfacing with that
because the plethorette was very nice. So with this one, you're going to take your pattern piece.
Yeah.
You're going to cut it out. You're going to put it onto your foam interfacing and cut it out properly.
Yes.
And then you're going to, depending whether your interfacing is iron-on or not.
And what's
ours? It's all in there.
Is it iron-on?
Yours is not iron-on.
Okay.
But you can use 505 spray adhesive, which I thoroughly recommend. It's wonderful stuff. So you're going to place that on
our website, by the way.
So again, we're doing it slightly differently. We're not cutting two different ones out and placing them together. We're going to iron that on first because shapes do vary and life does vary.
Yes.
Very bad. So we're not having a lining because, of course, they are only crowns.
Yes.
You know, these aren't going to be seen by the Queen. Mind you, most probably would love them at the wedding.
No. She's got 2 weddings this year, hasn't she?
I know. And I'm getting prepared for that. I have wedding themes happening.
I was going to say, you're going?
No. Well, I'll be there in Seoul.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Watch it on the telly.
Watch it on the telly and get my old wedding dress out and get the the grandchildren to wear them.
Oh, yeah. You're not going to sit watching the telly with your wedding dress on?
No. Why not?
Well, you could.
Okay, I can't get one leg in it.
Well, now you can fit it. You can fit
no,
into
I can't.
it now.
No,
And will you be doing special wedding crowns then for us?
Yeah, well, I thought wedding crowns, tiaras, and also I've got a Union Jack quilt, Union Jack bunting coming.
We have to do that.
We're going to go for it. You know, because actually, lots of people can moan and groan, but actually, we love a wedding, and it's a nation. You know, and what are you doing?
Just put them down there. Oh. Also, I've also noticed because you've got your. Tea cosy.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
we're going to have a tea party. You wait. You watch this space. Watch this space. Okay. So there you've got a crown already. So if you would want a really quick fix, you could just stitch around the outside edge of that, and that would just be gorgeous.
Yes.
But we did make a little more of a supreme effort.
That's lovely.
And we've got another Spanish binding.
Yeah.
And we are going to put the binding round the outside edge of that one. Okay.
Just round the side and round the top. Edge.
So I'll just show you a little weeny tip for those corners.
Yes.
But this is not. Don't forget, this is meant to be a bit of fun.
Yes.
So don't want you to get your knickers in a twist. If they're twistable. But this is a very nice little way I'm going to show you. I'll just show you how to do those corners. I'm coming off the sewing machine for a second. So what we're going to do is we're going to stitch up to the corner.
Yeah.
And this is the same as binding a quilt, really. We're going to take our binding up north.
Yes.
Which is going away from you, up north. Put your little fingers on that binding, bring it down south, back to Eastbourne, where I live. And then you can continue over that edge, and you get a beautiful little mitre.
There you go, fantastic. Yeah. Hello, John and Mandy. Love to see you both. What a way to start a weekend from Christina.
Oh yes, it's good. It's a good. It feels like a good week. I've been away, and I feel I've been, and then what with Christmas as well. I feel I've been out of touch, and it's good to be back in the sewing mode. I've got lots of lovely plans. You know, I've been to Japan, but I have been so inspired by the Japanese work. So,
I can imagine all the fabrics that you Instagrammed were beautiful,
oh, yes,
weren't they?
Stunning. The indigos, they're really into their indigos. Really, really into
So how
them.
come you didn't tell us about it last time?
I didn't know I was going. Somebody, unfortunately, was very, very poorly and couldn't do the tour. Yeah. And so they asked me, and it just so happened I had those 2 weeks spare.
Oh, and just jumped at it. Yeah. Did you have a lovely Christmas and New Year, by the way?
Oh, gosh, yeah,
Seems like eons ago, doesn't it? I haven't seen you since. Right.
But just one other little tip to show you. When you go around this corner here, if you are doing the binding technique, you again need to do the north. Do the north and south. So you just need to squirt around that corner really beautifully.
Brilliant.
And then you get a really lovely finished look.
They get that very professional look,
yeah,
isn't it?
And
because it's good quality.
And look at that lovely little bind. Yeah, again, because it's good quality and it's well starched. It's not like that cheap.
A gorgeous mitered corner.
You get that lovely mitered corner there. And then you can decorate this. What's on mine?
You've got heart and buttons and hand stitching.
So we're using Bonder web for your hearts. And what I'm going to get you to use is a little piece of your binding.
Yep.
So you like to recycle end bits. And you're going to use fusible webbing, which is in your kit. And what you do is your fusible webbing, you draw your shape onto the smooth side. You're going to iron it.
This is all in there. So you don't need anything really, apart from a sewing machine.
A sewing machine, and they are sewing machine made. They are sewing machine made. And you're just going to decorate your, cut your little heart out. And you would just decorate your little crowns and tiaras with anything you've got. And don't forget, you can use the pattern again and again and again. Yeah. And be very creative. It's a great thing to do with kids. They can help decorate. I always scratch my fusible webbing. My fingers don't work. So I don't damage the edge of the work.
Yes, because you try and peel it off the end, sometimes the glue comes off with it, doesn't it?
So let's place that on there like that, and you'd iron that in place.
Perfect. And very quickly, the third one, because I've got so many projects, we're nearly halfway through the show.
The third one's made in exactly the same way as this one, but you've got this lovely
Which is this one?
Yes, this lovely thick felt here.
Yes, lovely.
Yes. It's not felt, actually. It's a polyester type fabric.
Yes.
It's a wool coating. But exactly the same way. And this time, you're going to put your skull and crossbones on.
And again, you do it the same way with the bond web and
the same.
And what fabric is mine made out of?
Yours is made out of this sort of woolen
And what's the
that's wool felt.
And that's in there as well?
That's all in there. So there's nothing you don't need to buy anything. You can just sit down with your kit one Sunday afternoon and make your family a load of crowns.
Perfect. Right, so now let's have a quick... you sneeze.
Oh, dear God.
While you tidy all that up,
yes.
I'll just show the books, if that's all right.
That's fine, darling.
Right, Stitch at Home first. This is a gorgeous book, this one. $14.99. Now, I always think that $14.99 for a book, when you think that all of Mandy's, all the work that's got into it, all the expertise... Yeah, last time we had this on air, it just sold out. We've just got it back now.
There's some wonderful projects in that. I'm very proud of my publisher, but this is not because I'm cocky. I love what I make, and I want you guys to love what you make. There it is, for the wedding.
Yeah, look, it's on the shelf behind us now.
We could have a tea party theme, couldn't we?
Yeah, last time we had this on, it sold out in 10 minutes. Oh, now, isn't this
that's the sewing machine cover, look at that.
At the top shelf, have you got a picture of the one on the top shelf? There, look.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, it's a lovely thing. My neighbour, Michelle Holland, made that, and I didn't, and then she made it, I showed it on a crafting channel, another previous life, and she then happens to move in 2 doors up.
Oh.
So she's chuffed, it's nice, yeah.
She's a stalker.
Well, no, she's not, darling. She's not.
These, look, these are on the tree over there. We've got that lovely... What is this? It's a sewing case.
This has been very, very popular. I've made it in how many colourways? We used to kit this, but we haven't kitted it for a long time. Look in the... Oh, look. Look at that.
So in the book, there's all the patterns and the instructions, are there, for all of these?
Full-size patterns and instructions. Oh, look at that. I do shock myself sometimes. I don't know.
Oh, now where's that beach bag? Didn't you bring the beach bag?
Oh, the beach bag. Oh, we
left it in the other room.
That is very gorgeous.
Gorgeous as well, isn't it?
Summer is around the corner, promise.
Yep. We'll show it later.
Yeah.
All of these, all bunting. Quilt. Oh, no, I've seen that.
Yes,
that quilt's on that stand over there. That's that one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's that one there. And don't forget all the little motifs that are on that quilt all relate to a home theme. You could make them into cushions or bags and use them as other things as well. So, there
it is, look, in our studio there. So you could, yes, you could make cushions.
So if that was a pattern on its own, it would be £12.
Oh, well, and how much is the book? £14.99. So that's what I mean, you see, you're getting all of that expertise and everything. Oh, now, somebody's put on Facebook, they've made that.
Yes,
they've made that and they love it. It's gorgeous.
You've got to have extra wide fabric if you make that. These are good fun. These are the paper cuts. You know, paper cut was very trendy a couple of years ago. And we've got a paper cut cushion, I do believe, in the corner.
In the corner up there.
Lovely
next
to make.
To the tea cosy.
Hone up your blanket stitch skills. Can you see it? Yeah.
Are we going to see that one? There you go. There you go. Look.
Nice colours, so in quarter colours. You see that I did that purposely.
Oh, yes. Please check out your baskets, though. Please. There, look.
All the patterns.
Remember, it sold out in 10 minutes last time. We've got more this time, but even so. Now, are they all life-size? Or
yes, they are. They are all life-size in this book.
I don't mean life-size, do I mean actual size?
Actual size. Yes. And if they weren't, they would tell you how to do that. But they are all life-size,
Oh, look. Oh, well, now I've done that with you, haven't I? We've done that one.
No,
was that the cushion?
No, it's something similar. We've
is it?
another little life cycle like that, but something similar.
Lots of new buyers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Mandy Shaw.
There's me. But they are, some of my, unfortunately, this is... What are you thinking?
Do you know what? How long ago was that photo taken?
I'm not sure.
You look so much better now.
Do I?
That's not me being...
a little bit chubbier then.
No, it's not bad job.
Photographs are dodgy things to be able to take.
Exactly.
But what I was going to say to you, some of my books have sold out, out of print.
Oh.
So I'm very worried about this. It's one of my favourite ones is out of print at the minute. So be careful because they're going that way.
Marie says, loving the show. When's the Russian doll quilt behind you on? That's in the next hour in 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, yes. Marie, from Derby. That's at 10 o'clock. Right, moving on to... Oh, you ready to move on, sorry? Stitch into spring. This is cute. How many books have you done now?
10. 9. 10th is on its way. We're doing a new one now.
Oh, are we?
Yes.
Are you?
Yes. We could do it one together.
I was going to say, you haven't asked me to model in it or anything.
Well, I might do.
Yeah, might do.
Might use your hands.
£8.99. This is called Stitch. What's this book all about, though?
It's a springtime. So you've got to get... Springtime comes quite quickly and then leaves us.
Yes.
So you've got to get in there now. So this is all just to get you all thinking about the summer, the sunshine and the daffodils.
Yes, I've done that with you.
Yes, we have.
Because I said to you... Yes, because I said to you, oh, you could safety pin the wings on. Yes. You gave me such a look. Yeah, absolutely. Such a withering look.
It's got a lovely cushion. And don't forget, the motifs on this cushion can be made into a quilt. You've got to think outside your boxes.
Exactly.
And it's a lot of my lovely wool felt that we love badly, and there's your full size. This is a lovely little garland here that was on the front cover. So it's got about 5-6 projects in it, has it? Yes. So it's a little booklet.
Put on the front, the next book, right on the front, how many projects are in
Yes, I will do.
Oh, but look, carry on. Gusset.
Yeah.
What's that for?
It's the gusset of the chicken.
Oh, on the chicken?
Yes.
There's the rest of the chickens there.
Yeah. So there you are. And actually, these chickens are such good fun. You can make them in checks and spots and dots. They're good fun. So,
and the rabbits.
And I just have also, if you didn't want to use this as a cushion, you could have it as an antimacassar.
Oh, yes.
I put lots of things on the back of my settee and things to decorate.
Right. Lots of men in your life use Brill cream, do they?
Oh, yeah, they do, yeah. And Old Spice.
Oh, now what about Spice Girls getting back together?
Yes,
10 million each.
Yeah.
We could be, because they said in the paper they're going to have to rename them, because they can't be Baby Spice anymore, can they? The Old Spice, yeah.
It's not. Is Victoria going in there?
What?
Victoria's not going in, is she?
She is, but she's not going to sing.
How can she do it then? She can't.
Well, do you watch Big Brother? Oh, you've been away. The Celebrity Big Brother's been on, right?
Yes.
And they did where they dressed. Anne Widdecombe came out to be Scary Spice and everything. They all dressed up.
Yeah.
And then they were going about through that, and the girl that was playing Posh Spice went, she didn't sing on this one. And so she didn't have any words to learn. Anyway, Anne refused to sing.
And she came second last night, didn't she?
Oh, thanks for spoiling it for me. I haven't watched it yet.
Sorry.
Oh, look, it's done to my hair.
I know, yeah.
Right, King and Queen Quilt.
That's what we're doing now, then. Oh, get the quilt.
Do you mean King for a day and Queen for a day, that one?
You bring it over here and I'll show you what's so gorgeous about this. I'm very, very excited about this.
OK, I'm going to have to...
I get my chalk all ready. I even sharpened my chalk.
Yes, I've just caught myself on one of your pins.
Have you drawn blood?
There we go. Isn't it gorgeous? That's Queen for a day. Right.
So this is,
look
again,
at this. Watch this.
So this is very exciting. So this is Queen for the Day. And this, I have a version of this for my son, he's 20 now, and my daughters, and every birthday I hang these up. And
even if they're not there?
Even if they're not there, or send them to uni. And we had a see-through panel. I used to quickly write their name and their age on it and,
yes.
and put it in the panel. So I've changed the idea because I've got girls and boys.
Well, I was going to say, because you can't put this up for your son.
Well, watch this space.
Watch this.
So here we have Queen for the day,
yeah.
but just with a little bit of dithering and dathering,
yes.
and a little pocket behind here.
Oh, this
is hilarious. Sometimes I shock myself. We now have a little boy with a bow tie, and he's not a queen, but he could be, because we don't mind.
No.
But if you turn this over, he will be a king for the day. So obviously, if you've got grandchildren or kids yourself, and you've got just girls, you can just do a girl version. But we've got blonde hair. So you could.
You've got the different coloured hair.
Yeah, the kids could have the time of their life.
This is crown.
So his crown actually hasn't got the Velcro on it, so just put it on for the minute.
Yeah.
But can you see that beautifully? And then also watch this space. So in here, I've got a little bit of chalk now. You won't want to put...
Oh, no, I was trying to do like a handlebar moustache.
It doesn't work, It doesn't. Could you put his bow tie back on, John, please?
Back on.
So watch. So
what's she doing?
So this here is chalk fabric, blackboard fabric.
Chalk blackboard fabric?
So I'm going to... Should I put John or sewing quarter?
Sewing quarter.
Sewing quarter.
Well, you got enough room?
So, yeah, well, hopefully. So this is... Because I've got 4 children, so this would be... It's Harvey's birthday next week, so it'll be Harvey. So this is my little bit of chalk, and then you can store your chalk in the... And
so
here...
now, this fabric that you can write on comes in the kit?
Yes.
Does the chalk come in the kit?
No, it doesn't.
OK, so you have to buy your own chalk.
And then perhaps sewing quarter is only 1 year old.
Yes.
So hang on, we could take this off. You don't have to have on.
Oh, wow.
Because you can have a bow tie.
There's a bow on there.
But we have actually got a little badge.
Oh, this is fantastic.
And we just put 1.
Now, you can wipe... If that's blackboard fabric, can you wipe that off?
Yes, of course, with the tissue paper. A little bit of tissue comes off. So now we have sewing quarter, and that's John there. Actually, that's John.
Yeah.
That's John.
I've got a bit of hair.
Oh, you got a little bit, darling.
But you could make it. If you're making it for like somebody who's slightly 39ish.
Yeah.
You could make a little grey.
Yeah, and you could have a moustache. You could do all sorts. You can make this such good fun. And this here, look, I'll show you how to make this in a minute.
So many new buyers coming in.
Could be a brooch.
Oh wow!
I've made a little
so
brooch.
Just take me through the kit, right? You've got the kit over there.
Yes.
Is it just the instructions?
No,
that's
everything. Look.
But actually,
my girls
the prices
insane.
aren't right.
Are they not?
$19.99 for all of that.
Oh well, that's just such a good value. That's such a good
that
value.
That is brilliant.
So look at this. Every single thing in there.
Have we gone on a still, little Paul? Everything you get in the kit. Okay.
Yes, everything. The lovely little red threads, the red bows like that, the rick-racks, the buttons, the little eyes, the Velcro.
So every single thing
everything.
you need to make...
Yeah, it's in there.
I love it.
And it's very limited,
Oh, is it?
Yes.
It's very limited.
Once that's gone, that's gone. Once that's gone.
That's it. So once they've gone,
there's
so if you're
no
thinking,
other...
I can always get that from Mandy later.
No, you can't.
No.
We have none of that. So that's very, very gorgeous, you see. And so, of course, at the back here, you have a little pocket and all the little sidelines.
Can I just see all the instructions?
Yes, do.
Sorry.
Yes. The instructions. A great
and how many
big
have we got left?
Great big sheet of instructions there. We've got words.
Right. 50% of stock is gone and loads have you got in your basket. So if you need it, loads. It's going to sell out. It's going to sell out. There's loads in there. So please check out your baskets.
It's all full size, and the whole alphabet's there, so you can do the whole of your. Oh,
so even if you didn't put King of Day, you could put
Happy Birthday, whatever you fancy.
Or their name. Or something.
Yeah.
Right. If everyone checks out now, it's gone.
It's gone.
Okay, now, if everyone checks out, there are 4 people missing out. So you need 5 people, 6, 7, 8 people missing out. Please check out your baskets.
I had a good demo for that as well. Never mind. But anyway, so it's a simple little quilt to make. It's lovely wool felt. This blackboard fabric is very exciting. It's gone. Has it gone?
I love that.
Yeah.
Little Paul got so excited about it. He thinks this is the best thing you've ever done.
Oh, bless you. You ought to see all I've done.
Yes. He should come to your shed, shouldn't he? See all the other things.
It all matches. Look, it all intermingles. Look.
Sold out.
OK, put it away.
Right.
Hide it.
Right, okay, there's 41 people got it in their baskets, there's only 12 left, so the rest of you won't get that, you won't get that. I do apologise, I do say, please check out if you know you want it straight away. Right, let's move on to the hanging heart then, because this is an exclusive, isn't it, this one?
Yes. This is made for sewing quarters.
This is for sewing quarters.
So should we put the iron on? Should we put the iron on and the mat up, please?
Oh, yes.
I'm quite famous for our hanging hearts, and we have a huge collection of them, but this one is a happy birthday one.
But people collect these. These are collectibles.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
The other thing I haven't said to you is everybody you buy something, while stocks last, you get this little tin. Yours will be full of jelly beans, and once you've eaten the jelly beans, it becomes a tin. And it won't ever be sold. It's just and it's one per person. Not one per order, one per person.
Well, what happened to your jelly beans? Did you...
Somebody ate them all.
Yeah, selfish.
Yeah.
Very selfish.
Natasha worked her way through quite a lot on the birthday itself.
So can we have the iron on nice and hot, please?
It's on, but it's not warm up yet.
Yeah, we'll let it warm up. So these are hanging hearts, and we specialised with them with the Christmas theme, didn't we? We had people to collect them for Christmas, but of course we have them also for birthdays and things, and it's a great little gift to give to somebody as a birthday. I'm not a great girl of, I don't think it's good that you go out and buy a present that's not suitable for somebody.
Oh, do you know what? I hate that.
I don't mean to be...
No, but somebody can spend a fortune on a present. You think, you've not even thought about what I want. Yeah. I love, like, candles. So I would rather somebody bought me a £2 candle than went out and bought me a £20, something that I'm going to go... Because it just goes straight... After my 39th birthday, I had a party, right? And I went back to the house afterwards, and we literally went... Charity shop, keep. Charity shop, because I said I don't want any presents, don't want any presents.
You shouldn't be buying people presents. A lovely card with nice sentiment, or a nice cup, take someone out for a nice cup of tea, inviting them round, or making them something. But also, don't make things for people that don't like handmade things.
No, exactly.
Don't do that.
Exactly. But this will sell out. What I do to my friends, well, they've grown up now, but when my friends were all having little children, I put like babysitting vouchers in a card.
Stunning.
Because your time is just important. Anyway, let's go on with this. There's so many of you got this in your basket already. Please check out.
So this is very, very gorgeous. But for the new Sky people, viewers who perhaps don't know how to do this, I will have a little go at this. We need a nice hot iron. So it's quite a big square. So let's get this. So in your kit, we have a nice iron-on transfer, and we're going to transfer the design onto here. So I'm just going to get the iron hot while I talk to you about something. If you've got a nice hot iron and a flat surface, this is a little bit spongy, but we should do quite well.
The best way to do it?
Yes, you tell them.
On a cutting board, on a chopping board, not a cutting board, on a chopping board with a tea towel over it, so that the base is really, really solid. You want the iron on its hottest thing. If you've got an old iron, that would be even better, because old irons get hotter than newer irons because of health and safety and all that. And no steam.
No steam. So, but the steam doesn't really matter at the minute. I don't know if this is a new iron. It looks pretty new. It is an iron, which might be a bit dangerous to demonstrate with you straight away. But what's happened? The EU's changed the iron settings on the irons, and they are not allowed to be as hot as they used to be.
But it's like Hoover, not Hoovers. Vacuum cleaners, isn't it? They can't be as sucky, can they? Mine's just broken down. I mentioned yesterday, and I've got thank you for all your emails. I've got so many suggestions. Going to go look in John Lewis's later. Anyway.
So this could work up to 5 to 6 times, and it does beautifully with your old iron. And we've got linen fabric. It works better with calicos and cottons. Linen is slightly dodgy with, but it works beautifully. So I'm going to come over to him.
Yeah, because half the stuff's gone already, and we haven't even done it. You carry on doing that.
And what I've also done is I've pinned down the paper pattern onto the linen so that it doesn't move. So you don't want to be moving. You don't want to be moving your. Oh, it's working gorgeous.
Mandy, you're looking so trim, says Posh Anne from Surrey.
Oh, lovely.
Great team, loving this morning. I'm sorry we're not reading out all the messages. So busy. They're all disappearing off the screen. We'll read out as many as we can, I promise.
So watch, I don't take the iron off as I check. I just do that beautifully, and then I take. So I can't go back to it now. What? Oh.
They're all the people who've just come in and bought that.
Well done, darlings.
Well done. If you got I'm not reading out all the names. There's too many.
So do you see that? I've just.
Oh, fantastic. Now, it doesn't matter if a little bit slightly uneven, because you're going to stitch over it, aren't you?
So watch this. So,
can I put this away?
Yeah, that's lovely. So it doesn't matter that you haven't... So if that bothered you, some people this bothers them, you can just go over it with a fine pencil.
Right.
Okay, so you can just go over it. There will actually always be bits that aren't so good as others. That's just the way it works.
Yes.
But you'll get 6 of these out of here.
So don't think, oh, I've used it once, can't use it again. You get up to 6. Well, sometimes we practiced one the other day. We got definitely got 6. The 7th one was a bit paler, and then the 8th one, you could still work from it. So 6 good ones.
So just say that had finished, you've done 8 of them, 6 of them. So you can then use it as a trace, or you can use these wonderful new pens, the transfer pens.
Oh yes, we're going to get we're getting those in.
So you just write on top of it, draw on top of it, turn it over and iron it again. So you've still got the pattern, whatever happens.
Right, now I've only got 10 minutes to do this and the cushion, because then we've got to do the So Special.
Well, this is exactly the same.
Oh, and the bunting as well?
This is exactly the same as the cushion anyway. So we like to use a little bit of iron-on interfacing on the back, which just means you can jump from one stitch to another without it showing on the front, okay? So we're just going to pleasantly press that on. And then you're going to stitch this with a back stitch. Just grab your iron out quickly.
Okay, well, I'm going to make an executive decision. We'll move the cushion to the 11 o'clock. Is it all right if you move the 10 o'clock hour? Is that all right? So we can go through bunting and then we've got the So Special. Because I don't want to miss out on anything. Okay. So bunting next, and then we'll do the So Special.
So I'll pretend you ironed on.
Cheryl loves you, Mandy.
Does she?
Yeah.
Does she? Is that Cheryl? I know.
Has it sold out? Because we're just going to do a couple back stitches.
I'll just do a quick...
Oh, yeah, right, we'll just do a quick back stitch. There's still some left.
Yeah, OK, so watch this. So we use cotton and brode, which is in the kit with you, OK? And it's one strand. It's not stranded, so you don't...
And you don't try and split it.
You don't try and split it at all. And you are just going to do a really lovely little back stitch. You can start off with a knot to start you with. And you're going to do a back stitch as it goes back and forward. And it's half the size of a grain of...
rice?
Yes.
But not arborio.
Not arborio. Well, actually, you can be... There's no point in being too tiny. It doesn't work. It just spoils the look. But the secret is to go back into the hole that you started with. And these also, all of these hearts could be made into a quilt. You could, instead of making them into hearts, you could use one of the templates to make into a quilt. So that is it, just a simple back stitch.
We've got a new Facebook page called Sewing Quarter Fans, and where people are allowed to put their pictures up of things they've made. Well, not allowed, people, but... And so many people put... Mandy Shaw, all your kits and everything.
Nice.
And they sometimes alter them a little bit.
Yeah,
do them in different colours and things like that. Can I just tell you, lots and lots of new buyers today. It's not yours until you check out, but you can check out as many times as you like for 1p&p.
So that's it, you're just going to do it back. And it's very therapeutic. You think it's too simple if you're an embroiderer. You think, oh, that's too simple. But actually, it's very therapeutic.
Yes,
and you can just put that in a little bag with your thread and a little in the bag, and you can then just pop it in your handbag, and it'll always be there for you to sew.
Perfect. Sorry to rush you, but there it is. There's the finished thing. Collectible, and that is exclusive to Sewing Quarter. Sorry to rush you, Mandy, but I've now got the bunting to do.
I've got things to show you here. I have got things to show you. So, OK, bunting. Okay.
Very limited, apparently, so if you do want this, please check out straight away.
So this is very exciting, but it's not just ordinary bunting. Of course, it's nice. It's got the rick-rack around the outside edge, and it's nice vintage fabrics. They're vintage-style fabrics, but I've got a great idea. Now, on this bunting, it says the word baby.
Yes.
But I've given you a full alphabet in here, and you've got these little button-on things here, and you can have whatever name comes up in your family.
So you could do a wedding one with names or birthday names or anything.
Absolutely. So this is my daughter. This is my daughter Jess. We lost the air.
That's the air.
That's a word. Oh, that could be. Yeah, that could be Jess. So you can write. You can do the whole.
The wrong way,
you can do and that was going to say new baby, but I've got the air happening here. So these are very, very, very gorgeous. So you can have the bunting up, but you can put and it's very great for kids to have their own names on things.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
So, look at the beautiful
I'm going to show you how to make
fabrics that you've sourced.
So they're all beautiful. They're all Moda, and they're all.
Pull that one out, just show you.
They're all 30-star prints. They're all 100% cotton. They're not. Look. And you've got lovely cotton backing as well. But let me show you how to make these lovely name tags.
Okay, brilliant. So the bunting is triangles and rick-rack and straightforward.
And there's a little way of making the rick-rack, which is all in here. But it's these little letters that are very clever that I wanted to show you.
Okay, sorry.
So what you're going to do is you're going to grab yourself, you have white felt. You know, guys, I only use wool felt.
Yeah.
And I've traced the pattern for the little tags onto freezer paper.
Which we have on our website.
And freezer paper's got a wax side, so when you iron it down onto your fabric, it adheres.
Whenever I sell freezer paper, I always tell your story. I do this story. I go, Mandy Shaw does this.
Yes.
Right.
So I can't live without freezer paper because it makes you, and I'm not. So I'm not cutting the shape out beforehand. I don't believe in that because I just find that when you cut two shapes out, try to put them together, you're cutting wasn't perfect, they move. So the best, and it's great if you've got a machine to get yourself cracking on your machine.
Okay.
So what I've done is I've stitched on that marked line. So I've sewed the line, drawn the line on the paper, I've ironed it onto my felt, and now I'm going to stitch on that marked line.
Which you've done already.
Which I've done already because I was doing some good prep before you came on.
Yeah,
so you're going to scratch with your needle, a nice chunky needle. If you've got an old sewing machine needle, that's even better.
Yeah.
Now, by scratching it, you don't distress the stitch.
Yeah.
Because sometimes by tearing the paper off. And you also would use a smaller stitch than normal, a number 2. Okay. So you can then take the paper off. Now, if you're careful, which I am sometimes, can be careful, I can be careful.
No, I do this. This is all part of myself, the freezer paper.
Yeah. Oh,
you're very careful, you rip it off and then you've got a template.
Oh, well done. I've taught you well, John. I've taught you well. We could. So you peel this off, look at that, and that can be reused.
Yes, of course.
And so next time you do it, you'd stitch next to the outside edge. Okay. Yeah. So you're going to trim this up neatly, trim this back neat, and there you are. You have, you could, if you were short for time, you just go for it.
Yeah.
And you could just use them plain. But if you weren't short for time, you can blanket stitch them. I'm just going to show you a blanket stitch. So in the middle of those, then you would use your same principle, the fusible webbing this time, and you put, here's the E we desperately need. Yeah.
Check out your baskets, check out your baskets. Half the stock's already been checked out.
And there you are. So that would make New Baby now, wouldn't it? It would make New Baby, or Jess, or any names you need. You do it personally. I must have done it because there's a baby coming. I can't remember.
Yes, exactly.
So you can have them plain. That's fine. That's gorgeous. But I love it when you just do a little bit extra.
Hand stitching.
And I'm going to show you this blanket stitch.
Oh, very quickly.
Yes. I'll show you a nice blanket stitch.
3 minutes.
3 minutes to show you a blanket. That's easy.
We've had an email.
Oh dear, is that a good one?
Happy birthday, Second Quarter. Love the show. Just got my Mandy Queen of the Day quilt for my granddaughter Emily, who is 4 years old today and sometimes watches the programme with me. Can you wish her happy birthday from Ulrika in Stirling? Emily, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
So we've got an E. That's all we've got from Emily.
Yeah.
Oh, and a Y.
Oh, Y.
That's all right.
But the alphabet, the full alphabet is in there. So I'm going to show you how to do a blanket stitch.
Yes.
I'm going to shimmy from behind so I can hide the thread between the two layers.
Yeah.
Actually, this is a little bit grubby. It's strange. I use all these, although my children are all older and left home. So this is the secret. When you everyone knows how to do blanket stitch. They remember from school days, but they can't start off. And so what you can do is start off on the edge of the work. So I shimmied between the two layers and came out on the edge. I'm going to go down. Yeah. And I'm going to put the needle through that loop there, and that's my first stitch. And that means I'm off. Okay, and I'm going to go down, and my needle is going to go through that loop there, and we're off. Now, don't forget, this is really important. If you're taught a blanket stitch a different way, it doesn't matter. Yeah. There are lots of different ways of doing it, so don't go back and say, oh, Mandy said.
Mandy says you're wrong.
Mandy said. And now, I have a little problem with blanket stitch. You know this problem. It's coming up. Sometimes the blanket stitch rolls forward and you don't get a great look. So you can put a little knot on the end to hold it at the edge. Yeah. So what you do is put the thread round, and you're going to pull it tight. Just before you finish off pulling it tight, let me do it on the white so you can see. Just before I finish it off, put the needle behind so it causes a little twist. Oh. Oops. A little twist, you see the twist? Yeah. And when you do that, you get that little knot there.
It's like when you sew on hooks and bars.
Yes.
That little knot.
Yes. So there's lots of, as tailors, I'm sure you've got beautiful blanket stitch, buttonhole stitching, haven't you? Yes. Do the same things. So that's all I was going to show you. That just to show you that once more.
Showing it once more, showing it once more.
Yes, just once more. So before you finish, you just go behind and come through, and then you get a knot. And that holds that nice and... So they look better with blanket stitch, but if you didn't see, if you didn't know, non-blanket stitch, if you were shorter time, would be fine. Yeah. What you got?
Paul's got a message for me.
Oh, what's he saying?
Half the stock of home stitch at home has gone, and half the stock of tiaras has gone.
Good. You do need a tiara in your
I've still got an opportunity to get both those to check out. Plenty in baskets, but check out. Yeah. Right, now you know at 9 o'clock either just before or just after, for the birthday week and birthday week only, excuse me, we do the Sew Special. It's always in honour of the guest that's on at the time. And this is something that Mandy's created exclusively for Sewing Quarter. You might have seen the design before on her website, but this one is exclusive for Sewing Quarter. But I need to tell you, It's limited.
Oh.
It's limited. I shan't tell you how many, but they'll go really quickly. If you want this and you put it in your basket, you need to check out straight away. Look, it's a birthday cake with 5 have gone already. 5 have gone already. So in this
is how I got thin.
Yes, by not having real cake.
Oh, you know I love a celebration, and I'm just thinking that isn't it just gorgeous? It's delicious, and they're easy to. Well, they're quite simple to make. They're quite simple to make. And then if you were on a picnic, or you had a gluten-free child, or a chocolate child-free, chocolate-free child, you could make them a beautiful birthday cake, and the candles do come out. Look, and they can be stored, ready for this. Oops.
Oh, yes, because I wondered what this was when I thought it was very simple.
Oops, it's a daisy. You can store in the bottom pocket. Oh,
so there's a pocket on the bottom to put your candles in.
Because I keep losing my candles.
Yes.
On my
well, you do with those real candles, don't you? They're always in the top drawer, aren't they, with the matches?
And they're all gone dodgy, haven't they? They're all gone dodgy.
So what do you get in there? What do you actually get?
Everything to make the cake, but you do not get the wadding.
Wadding. We've got wadding on our... Oh, there you go.
Stuffing
on our website. So you get the denim.
Yeah.
You get the fabric, you get the ribbon, you get the rick-rack, you get the spotty ribbon.
Yeah. You get
and then I have to make the candles there.
Yeah. And it's so lovely. And also what you can do is, you know, our little birthday, this little thing here, you could actually have, if you're buying the tiaras as well, you could have that. And I would pin it, I've got a seam, there's a seam there. And I would pin that on there. And then you could have the birthday.
Oh, no.
That's not included in the kit.
No, that comes with the tiara if you bought the tiara kit.
Oh,
no. The King and Queen of the Day. King and Queen.
But it's a very lovely little thing to make, so that would be great to go on there. So, and then you could actually use it as a brooch as well.
And how easy is it to make?
It's easy to make. What you need to do is get, I think it's an 8-inch tea plate. I said dinner plate, but actually that's a tea plate.
That's
a tea plate. And what you've got to do is you've got to cut two circles out. This isn't quite 8 inches, so I gave it a little bit extra. Yeah. So if you had an 8-inch dinner plate, you'll be fine, okay? And so the secret of making the...
What's that pink bit then?
That's the top. This I just.
Oh, this is just scrap fabric.
From your scrap pile.
I
was thinking so quarter colours, okay?
Yes.
So that's the base. That's your top. And what you do is you decorate this little here beautifully.
So that's the side.
That's the side. And
this obviously isn't your fabric. This is just scrap fabric that Mandy just scrap
yes, if it bothers you, I can use the denim in here, but I'll just show you beautifully. And we're using bias binding as a decoration tape, so you just have a long, thin strip, and you can decorate it however you fancy. But
this is all in the instructions,
yes,
isn't it?
Yes. But I put the rick-rack underneath the bias binding. So do that first. That goes on top like that.
Half the stock has been checked out.
And I just put the buttons on as well, which is very, very good.
Would you sew the rick-rack to the bias binding first?
I sew the rick-rack to the bias binding first, and then I went over it twice. You can see that I've gone over it twice. I'm quite clever.
So now that one's got bigger rick-rack in it as well.
Here's the big one.
There's the big rick-rack and then the little rick-rack on the top. But you can choose how you do it.
Well, use the bigger one for here, because I've got an idea for the other one. So that's good. So you just stitch that on that beautifully. And you can tack it on if you prefer just to one row. Exactly. And that goes through the middle of there. So that's very easy, and you sew the side seam. The bit I wanted to show you to do is the little candle thing. Okay. And I'll just show it on here because obviously this.
Melanie, you've just switched on. The Kings and Queens set has sold out, I'm afraid. It sold out immediately, I'm afraid.
It was a sewing quarter bargain.
Yes, right.
This is your rick-rack for to divide the cake off. Okay?
Or the pieces, the segments.
Yes, segments off. So you're just going to stitch through your rick-rack. Now, rick-rack is very tightly wovenly woven. Yes. And sometimes if your needle's playing up or the stitches are playing up, change your needle down a size to a smaller needle. It needs a finer needle to get through. So you're just going to put your rick-rack at all angles. That's lovely, like that.
And just stitch it through the middle.
Stitch it through the middle, okay.
With a straight stitch?
With a straight stitch, yes, with a straight stitch. Oh, you could have done a lovely creative embroidery stitch if you were feeling creative in things. And then what we're going to do for these little holes here, you're just going to, it says in the instructions, you're just going to draw a circle. Yeah. Like that. And you're going to stitch around that circle.
With blanket stitch?
With a sewing machine. I'll see if I can do it for you here. If you can take your if you've got your free motion stitch on, you can do that. I won't take it off here because if you use the same colour thread, it won't matter. If you wanted to use your blanket stitch, you can, but there's no need. It is a ditty, isn't it? It doesn't have to be the best quality thing you've made. I mean, I do make all these things lovely, but I didn't blanket stitch these. You could if you wanted to.
Yeah, I was going to say, because blanket stitch is a nice finish then. Yeah. Or do it like old-fashioned eyelet holes.
Yes,
you would literally blanket stitch all the way around it, wouldn't you?
So what I've done is, you can just see, I've sewn around, Okay.
Right, just hang on, we'll just see that.
It's just sewn around that whole. Now you could, if you had more time, you'd sew 3 or 4 times around, okay? Yeah. And then you can just cut that with your lovely little sharp scissors and just cut it out, and the candle will fit inside there later on.
So it's almost like when you do reverse appliqué, you do your appliqué stitches first to hold it in place.
Yeah.
Would you maybe put a little bit of fabric behind or stabilise it behind?
You can do. I don't think you've got it in the kit.
No. But if you've got some violin,
it was denim. See, it was firm. It's firm. So
yeah.
This is quite fine.
I'm getting confused.
Yeah, this is quite fine. Sorry, I didn't have the sample fabric with me.
That's all right.
And so you just cut this out. Now, your candles can be thin or fat, obviously, depending on how you make them, but they do fit in there beautifully.
If you've got, you know, those fabric hole punches, like I have to do my belt, could you, would that be too severe?
I don't know. They would work. They would work beautifully, but there you are. You see, that's it. So that's got 2 or 3 rows of sewing, and they work very well. Yes, and the candle just.
Or if you do like hand stitching, do some blanket stitch round.
I think if I had a bit more time and things, I might have done that. But it works beautifully, and your candle just pop inside.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Right, we'll be back. Mandy will be back in an hour.
Yes.
Now we're adding this cushion to the next hour, and also we have the Russian doll's quilt. We have the Russian doll's cushion.
We have the quilt. A quilt lives here.
And we've got some more things. So what I need to say to you is, make sure you check out your baskets, because Mandy's stuff always sells out quickly. If there's anything left, like obviously some of them have already sold out. So if you're new to us, you do need to check out your basket, but you can check out as many times as you like for 1p&p for the day, for the 24 hours of the day.
Amazing, those.
So make sure you do that, because that's the only way of guaranteeing that you get it. So, there's other projects coming up in the next house, wasn't there? What else?
We've got all you need is love hanging heart. All you need is hanging heart. We've got a love cushion. We've got a big quilt lives here.
Oh, that's just the pattern, isn't it?
Yes, just the pattern. And we've got the Russian doll cushion.
Oh, yes.
You said Russian ladies earlier on.
Are they not Russian ladies?
They're Russian dolls.
Okay. There's still availability on what you say? Oh, on the So Special.
Oh.
Only a few, though.
Yes,
only a few. Make sure you check out.
You all need a birthday cake.
It's only £19.99.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
Cute, yeah,
okay, don't go anywhere, because Anna from Alice Caroline is here next doing a beautiful Tree of Life quilt.
It's pretty,
Tree of Life quilt. So we're going for a break now, so I'll see you in 3 minutes, and I'll see you in 1 hour.
Thank you. Bye.
8 amazing competitions, and all you have to do for a chance to win is shop with us at Sewing Quarter. When you make your next purchase at Sewing Quarter from Wednesday the 31st of January until the 7th of February, you'll automatically be entered into our daily prize draw. The amazing prizes change every day and include stunning fat quarters, patterns, books, storage bags and tools. And that's not all. We're finishing the birthday week with a mega bundle of goodies to be won, worth over £700. Everyone who has shopped with us and spent over £30 during our special birthday week will be entered into a draw to win a final prize. An Elna Lotus sewing machine, plus reams of fabric, prim accessories, storage, and so much more. So join us for the celebration from Wednesday the 31st of January on Sewing Quarter and be in with a chance to win. Good luck! Sewing Quarter is the UK's first TV channel dedicated to sewing and quilting. On air and behind the scenes, our team of top industry experts work hard to bring you tons of exciting projects. Whether you're into dressmaking, bag making, piecing, patchworking or quilting, you'll learn something new every day from our talented guest designers and fabulous presenters. Our online shop is packed with tools, haberdashery essentials and fabulous fabrics, from simple solids to designer gems. And with our 30-day money-back guarantee and single daily postage charge, you can shop with confidence. So tune in daily on Freeview 78, Sky Channel 678, and shop online at sewingquarter.com.
Happy birthday, Sewing Quarter, and thank you to all the viewers for watching, and I've enjoyed showing you the tips and teaching you as the years gone on and many more years to follow.
On Monday, Jenny Smith will reveal the new Fruity Friends fabric range from Makawa with a super cute set of tropical cushions designed by Lynn Goldsworthy. The Fruity Friends print include quirky cactus and flamingo designs, plus pineapples, cherries and apples, and coordinating florals and gingham. Jenny will share heaps of ideas on using this new bright and bold fabric. The panels for bunting and cushions are easy to use and great for adding a splash of summer sunshine to your home all year round. So join us at 10 a.m. on Monday the 5th of February for this fun new show with Jenny Smith, only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78 and Sky Channel 678.
Did you hear Vic's doing that then? She's getting her feet under the table, isn't she? Anyway, well, we're happy about it, before I start this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful quilt with Anna, I just love it, I love it, I love it. I've got a special deal going on. Now, both designers today are using the Elna 680 machine that we all adore. It's all gorgeous, it's stunning, and it's flying out the door because so many... Joe Carter's got it, and Lucy's got it. I'm going to get it, and when I did my pattern cutting show the other day, I used it, and I have to tell you, it's just the best. It really is fantastic. You can go onto our website to find out all the details about it. We've got a special deal for you today. Now, it always costs £999. Whenever you buy it, it costs £999. But today, have a look at this. So you also get we get the machine. Then we're throwing in 6.5 meters, which was for our pastel bargello. You're getting the bargello instructions, and you're getting the wadding, which I haven't got here, but it's on the picture. When you get yours, it'll be in a different packet than that. So look at this, right? So you get the machine. You get this 6.5 meters of fabric. You get the instructions of how to make a bargello. You get the thread, and you get the wadding, which I haven't got here. The wadding isn't here, but all for £999. So now they put making a saving of £57.98. You can think of it that way, or you can think of it as I've just got gifts of £57.98. So if you're going to buy a machine anyway, we're giving you a gift of £57.98. 1p and p. Now, the thing I have to tell you, right, it's still 1p and p. So if you've already bought something with Mandy's out and you think, oh, I really want that machine, you still only pay your £2.95 post and packaging. I do need to tell you, all of the fabric, this will come in two deliveries, because the fabric, the instructions, the wadding and the thread will come from us, from our warehouse, and the machine will come directly from Elna. So don't, when the package arrives, if it's only got the fabric in, thinking, oh, where's my sewing machine? Or if the sewing machine arrives, oh, where's my fabric? It will come from two different sources. Anyway. Well, it's amazing, it's amazing, it's amazing. That's the whole weekend, that bundle. So even though you've got the whole weekend to think about it, on the birthday, if you remember the bundle on the birthday, we actually had to double the amount we had in there. And then this one, I've got a good quantity because it's for the whole weekend. But please don't be thinking, oh, I'll come in and get that on Sunday night, because they might not still be here. And also, there's nobody here over the weekend to actually add more to it. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're just here on our own at the weekends. Right. Ever since I saw this quilt, right, I've loved it. Do you want to have a look at it hanging on the wall? Now, obviously, that's got Mandy's hearts in front of it and Mandy's tree in front of it and everything, so don't take that. It's just the quilt on the wall behind. But when I say just the quilt, it is beautiful. Now, Anna Sanders is here. Couldn't remember her surname earlier. Anna Sanders is here to show us just tricks about it. But in the kit, right, you get everything you need for the front and for the binding. That's right, isn't it? Just double checking. So you will need to supply your own wadding. We've got loads of wadding on the website. And you will need to supply your own backing fabric, not the background, obviously. But you know what? You're getting, look at all those gorgeous fabric. Come with me. And we'll go and open it, because it's just divine. Hello.
Hi.
I haven't seen you for ages.
I know, it seems like forever.
Right, okay, before we start sewing, wait, this is gorgeous. Wait to see the price, $74.99. For all the front of that, but I can open this one, can't I? I love this. I mean, you know how much I love this one, don't you? Oh, I'm
so
beautifully wrapped.
You can't get into it.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. Well, the thing is that you get so much. I'm going to go to the fabrics in a second, but look, you get this whole envelope, right?
No, that's it.
Oh, no, I'm doing it wrong again. Oh, I'm getting all overexcited. Calm down, you do. Right, Diana says, how difficult is it? Diana, I can do this. I can do this.
Yeah,
because look.
I think this is quite an easy project actually.
Yes.
Once you've done a bit of practicing of the raw edge applique,
Exactly.
and we'll show you everything today anyway.
So we're going to show you how to do it today, but practice on something else first. But look at these instructions first of all. Thorough, brilliant instructions. But look, this is what I love. There's a key.
So that's brilliant, the key.
Right, to all the fabrics and where they go and everything. But look at this. You've got every template and the fabric it's made out of.
Alice is particularly proud of that.
I just think... Now, did you do this?
No, that's Alice. So she thought it would be really helpful if you put the fabric next to each part.
Yes.
Because otherwise you'll be,
Is that a pomegranate?
It is, yeah. It's here.
Oh,
sweet.
Oh, it's good. Now, the thing is, you can move some of the fabrics around if you want to, can't you?
Well,
you can do... But what we suggest you do is before you even start cutting or making or anything, go through all of these and look at everything. Because the thing is, she's designed it to look brilliant anyway.
Yeah, and she's given it a good balance of pinks and yellows and greens, across the pattern. But if you wanted to do it, and maybe a beginner would follow the pattern exactly, but if you're a more intermediate or an experienced sewer, you can lay it out exactly how you want. You can put your own touches on it.
Exactly, put your own flowers where they want to.
And you could finish it off with beautiful embroidery.
Totally.
People's names if you wanted to give it as a gift. I think it'd make a great wedding gift, don't you?
Well, it'd be a fabulous wedding gift, but I just think it looks... It's just beautiful, isn't it?
Yes.
The Liberty fabrics, first of all, but the design and the flow. And everyone in the office was saying about, we've got the peacock on the tree, and you've used the Liberty peacock fabrics.
Exactly.
Now, this is the first time you've been on Sky with us. Just can you explain who Alice Caroline is and what the ethos of the company is?
So Alice Caroline is a company, well, it's named after Alice, who is a designer, and she is obsessed with Liberty fabrics. We're all obsessed with Liberty fabrics. We've got about 500-600 fabrics in our collection, and we create patterns and kits from that.
But she works very closely with Liberty, doesn't she? Because some of her fabrics aren't actually available in Liberties themselves, are they?
Last year we did an exclusive Alice Caroline range, so Alice sort of took brilliant Liberty designs and recoloured them and restyled and refashioned them in conjunction with the Liberty design team.
So they all know about it. It's not like she hasn't gone away and gone, I'm going to do that in a different colour. It's all in conjunction.
She did it with the
Liberty,
design team, and we launched our exclusive collection, which is quite a coup. And not many people do it. In fact, I think we were the first people to do it. And so, it was a fantastic collection, and we're hoping to launch another one this year.
So now, why isn't your name on the label then? How are you involved with it all?
So I work with Alice, so we work very closely together. I'm the marketing person, but I just know how to sew.
She means you can't sew?
Yeah, well, and everybody who works there can sew, and, I think Alice maybe is a bit scared of coming on TV.
Oh, honestly, nothing to be scared of, is there? I was getting excited because there's the awards, aren't there, later this month, and I was thinking I was going to meet her because she's nominated for an award and everything, but she's going skiing instead.
I know.
So we'll just have a nice time instead, won't we?
We will.
Anyway, look, carrying on with this, because there's all the different flowers, all the different templates. Look how many pages goes on. Tree.
So this is the tree. And I've done the tree before, actually, because otherwise we'd only do a tree, wouldn't we? And it would be a bit boring.
But is it obvious how the tree fits together? Because there's an awful lot of the tree,
isn't there? Yes, it's all on this... which page is it? This page here. So you've got... Do I need to do it upside down?
Yeah, that's right.
So you've got A here, B, C, D,
so it tells
and
you
it's all
exactly.
labelled, and so you just lay it out. And it's really important, actually, with the tree, to lay it out and make sure you've got the right sort of position, because that basically,
it's the basis for the whole thing,
It's the basis for the whole thing, and if you've got branches squished up together, it'll look a bit rough.
Of course. Now, you do this like you do a quilt as you go, don't you? It's not, you don't make a front and then quilt it. So the actual applique is the quilting work. Now, obviously, like we said, the wadding, the batting, you can buy on our website. You've used some of your own. And what did you use?
I've used 80-20, so 80% cotton, 20% polyester.
So we've got that on our website. We've also got cotton, 100% cotton. We've got wool. We've got bamboo, depending on what you can use it for.
And what you like.
And what you like, yes, exactly.
If it's a baby's, quilt, you might use a different product.
It's a bit too... No, I shouldn't say it's a bit too good for a baby's quilt, isn't it? Because you don't want a baby throwing up on that, do you, really? to be honest.
I don't know. My babies are thrown up on all sorts of things.
Yeah, exactly. And then you choose some fabric. You've chosen some Liberty Tana Lawn.
Well, always Liberty.
But you can choose whatever fabric you want to go on the back. You could use, more cream. You could go to our Macao solids, anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're using it for a wall hanging, of course, you might not want to put Liberty on the back because it's not the cheapest of fabrics. You might just want to choose a plain.
Exactly. So where do we start?
So we start by choosing your backing fabric.
Right.
And if I just show you this corner here, so this is exactly the same principle as Quilt as you go. You're obviously a bit of an expert now. And you lay your backing fabric down right side down.
Yes.
So you can see that's right side down. I've glued it a bit so you can see there. And then you've got your wadding in the middle. You lay that down on top. Okay. And then you lay your cream fabric, which you get in the kit.
You do get that cream fabric in the bundle.
You lay that down on top.
Did you do that?
You can spray, you can tack, you can glue. I mean, this is a glue pen which is great for the finer work, but I used a sort of a big stick glue. But you'd just glue, like this.
Oh, right, okay.
Dab it across.
Don't worry about the glue pen being blue because it dries clear. I know you're going to be able to see that through that. But you do whichever one you want to. Some people might just use safety pins. Some people might baste it. Some people might use the 505 repositional spray and everything.
Exactly depends on what you want to do.
Yes.
I glue,
right.
And you can pen it in the corners.
We've even got
after you've glued.
We've got a tool now with plastic Kimballs in, micro-stitch tool on the website. You could just staple it all together.
There's all sorts of ways of doing it, and I prefer to glue, but that's, just my own personal preference. Okay. And then you just need to make sure you've ironed out all the sort of creases, because, as you say, it's quilt as you go.
Yes.
And once you've quilted, if you quilt a crease, you have to unpick it.
Yes, exactly. And also, when you're ironing, be careful with the iron because you don't want to make your wadding crispy inside, do you? Sometimes it can go a bit biscuity-like, can't it? If you really overdo it.
It depends on, I suppose it depends on the type of wadding as well. So I've laid out the tree here, so you can see here, and I've sewed it on. Now, what I'm going to show you today is all raw edge appliqué, which uses an open quilter's foot. Okay, so if you haven't got an open quilter's foot, I would invest in one, actually. Oh, okay. The 680 comes with it already. Yeah, you can. This tree, I was just going to say, the tree, I've actually just used a foot one because it's got loads of straight lines, and so you can just. I did it really quickly, actually. It took me longer to lay it out and cut it out than it did to stitch it. Okay, let's just quickly talk about raw edge appliqué because it's literally the fabric, and you just stitch the edge down with a straight stitch. Yes, you do. But if you're like me and you like a satin stitch on the edge, well, we wouldn't recommend a satin stitch for this. Oh, there you go. That's it's really fine. A satin stitch, a blanket stitch, great, or raw edge appliqué. Okay, I'm glad to ask now then. Yeah, well, you could use a satin stitch for this tree. Yes. But I wouldn't suggest it for the flowers and things because it's so fine. Okay, and it's so intricate, but actually it might take away the detail of the flowers. I'm glad I asked them. So I would have been wrong there. So the sort of bits which don't have quite such intricate bits, you could. But I think it probably looks best with one style of stitch, really, rather than mixing up stitches. So yes, so I've used just a foot one to do the edge of the tree. I'm going to ask a question, I might not know the answer. We have a lot of ladies and gentlemen who like to do hand stitching. Could you do it by hand as well? Yeah, of course you can, if you're super patient. Oh, no, because Marcia, one of our viewers, Marcia, she's just made a quilt for her husband, and the whole quilt is hand quilted. I love a bit of hand stitching. So I'm just wondering if you're sitting, in a hospital visiting or watching TV or something, you could take them away and beautifully hand stitch. Some people have beautiful blanket hand stitching. Yes. I am not one of those people. Oh, no, right? You see, so I'm just opening up to all the different you can hand stitch it all, and, it would obviously take time, but, as with all these things, the beauty is in the time that you put into it, isn't it? There's no rush, is there? It's not like you think, I've got to have it finished for such. It's a project. I think this is one of those projects, when it's finished, you're going to love having it on the wall or on the bed or whatever, but it's also going to be like you're going to miss it, aren't you, once it's all done. I think you're right. For several times that we were on, we had this hanging up in the background. Yes. And all the viewers were, texting or emailing in saying, when are you going to have that on? It's taken us this long to get it together to produce it because it's a complicated thing. So did you bond web these to this? I didn't bond web this, but you can either bond web or you can use your solvent,
your glue stick
as well.
Okay.
Alice prefers to use a glue stick because it doesn't get bond web on your iron.
No, well, no, that's why you need one of my fabulous sheets.
Well, yes, top tip, put something on your ironing board beforehand. I prefer to bond web.
We have the June Taylor Teflon sheet. So are there, have you joined the tree?
Yes.
I'm sorry, we will move off the tree in a second.
Yes, so
we've
joined it
the tree
together. Yes.
So there's a seam there and then there'll be a seam further up.
They overlap. So in your pattern, you'll see in your tree.
I've got the tree here, I think.
You've got the tree. So you'll see there, you've got that bit, which is the overlap.
Is that a seam, or do you just overlap them and have the raw edge showing?
Overlap them and have the raw edge.
Oh, okay, so you
Or you could tuck it under and have a seam if you wanted to.
If you sewed it together, you'd make a whole tree.
Yeah, if you wanted to. It's quite, you need to get your tree laid out beforehand.
Okay,
yeah, so...
Right.
Lovely, lovely.
Penny says, I love this tree of life. Do you get the pattern for the design? You get, Penny, you get everything. You get all the design, you get all the templates for the tree, for the fruits, for the all the Liberty fabrics that you need. There's the tree fabric. Oh, sorry. There's the tree fabric. That's the fabric for the tree. So you've got the cream for the topping. What you don't get, Penny, you don't get the wadding or the backing. So you get the cream for the background. You get that lovely, gorgeous, it's like almost like a Newland print, that one, isn't it?
When we saw this in the studio, we were like, what are the uses of that? Doesn't it make a perfect tree?
Yes, absolutely. and then you get all of the other, you get more of that one.
That's the binding.
Oh, that's the binding. So,
that's the binder at the end. That's your peacock, that's your bird. And then these are your flowers.
Sorry, Tracy says, no, you don't have to spend £30 in one transaction. You just have to spend £30 over the week to be entered into the final draw, the £700 present draw. You just have to buy anything, and one thing to be entered into the daily competition, Tracy. Right, sorry. Right, let's go on with it. What were you going to do first?
I'm going to do the bird.
Okay.
I've already put one flower on, and I've got the two little bits. I was wondering about how much I'd get to do in the hour.
Yes, well, yes, because we are. So it's only 1:15. We're fine. We've got plenty of time. Is there? Do you or Alice say there is an order to do it, or is it literally what you fancy doing?
When there is an order, so for example on the bird, there is an order.
Of making the bird, but the bird doesn't have to be the first thing that you've done.
No.
So there's an order to the putting together of each of the flowers.
So for example, this flower, this piece would go on first.
Right.
And then that piece would go on second, and then that's labelled I.
Okay.
And then I, and then I.
I. So basically, but you could, if you want to do a flower first, you do a flower first. If you want to do a pomegranate first, you do a pomegranate. Or if you want to do the bird first. So there's no order to the actual putting them on, but there is an order once you make
tree first. That's the only thing.
Yes. Okay. Let's do some sewing then.
Yeah, great. So as I said before, there's two ways of doing it. You can either use bond web, which I'm gonna use, and then we'll do one, without.
Right.
So this is the tail of the bird.
Okay, so where's the pattern? So you've got 14I.
Aye. So here's 14, here's the bird.
Okay, so the bird is number 14. So you'd find your pattern pieces for 14. So I've got 14I and 14II. And there must be a 14III, is there? So now these aren't transferable, are they? You just trace these off, do you?
You can trace them off. No, well, you can cut them out directly. You can roughly cut them out and then put them on.
I know, but I want.
If you want to use it again, you can always, photocopy it, can't you?
I mean, that's beautiful. But imagine later on, if you want to make another one, you could buy Liberty prints or whatever, or more Alice Caroline prints, just to because we sell Alice Caroline fabrics and things like that later on their own, everything, or in their kits, everything. You could use those create a different. You could do
that's why your charm squares in my 11 o'clock hour is perfect because you could have.
Because there's nothing bigger than a charm square,
pack and. Do all sorts of excitements. You could label someone's name on the bottom.
I think I'd like some falling leaves.
Falling leaves. I think we might need a John version of
Yes, exactly. Anyway,
my iron on.
Your iron on and it's hot.
It's hot. Yes. So we've got bond web here.
Right.
I don't know if you're selling that today. I'm assuming
yes,
you
I've
are.
got bond web here.
And then
you say I've got it.
So you just iron onto the wrong side of the fabric.
Yes. So you've not got anything drawn on there yet, have you?
Not yet.
Literally just putting a piece of bond web onto the piece of fabric.
Yeah. You can do it actually. I think this is easier because then I've cut the bond web roughly to size of the piece of fabric, and then you haven't got your sticky bits on over, have you? Okay. And then you pin your pattern piece. Right. Now you could even roughly cut out your pattern piece.
Of course.
You sort of don't have to cut it out intricately.
Okay, now, does it matter which way up your fabric is?
Well, I think it does on the
bird.
On the bird, because you want your feathers round the right way, don't you?
Yes.
Because your bird feathers.
Yes, because it would be going that way, wouldn't it? Because I'd automatically think it was the other way, but if you think about it...
Well, you know, when I pinned it on, I was like that, but, you know, when you look at it, you want your bird feathers
because when it walks past you, the peacock walks past you, the feathers are all going that way,
Exactly. And then you can position it wherever you wish.
Yeah.
You know, by picking out the fussy cutting, by picking out the pretty
The bits
pretty
you want,
bits.
yes, exactly.
And you can either pin this on, or you can use your fabric pen to go around it.
Mandy's asked, how much fabric do we need for the backing? Well, it'll be just over the size, won't it?
It's on the front, so it's 32 inches by 42 inches.
Oh, 42 by 32 inches is the finished size, Mandy, so just a little bit more than that. Morning, great show. Could you put the names on and make a family tree, Cindy?
Do you know what? This is one of my talking points later, because Sarah, our lovely Sarah in the studio, she is making a family tree out of this, and she's picked out all the Liberty fabrics which link to the names of her family.
Oh,
so she's called Williams.
Yes.
So that there's a Liberty fabric called Williams, and then there's a Jonathan. So she's picked out that for her husband. And she
got a husband, yeah. She's just looking for a Jonathan.
she's got a Jonathan, and so she's doing it in. You know, for her family.
Oh,
so yes,
brilliant.
That's a brilliant question.
There was a message from that before this one that we missed. I missed out. Was it Nurse Julie or Naughty Caroline or someone like that?
Oh, my fabric pen isn't great.
I didn't see it, so...
So you can draw around it with your fabric pen. This one isn't great.
Oh, I'm on all weekend, Julie, and Monday as well, so it's her birthday on Monday. I'll have to remember that. Right, so you've just drawn around the pattern piece directly onto the fabric?
Yeah, onto the front. Cut round.
Are they your favourite ever scissors?
They're my granny's old scissors.
I was going to say,
they're a bit ancient.
Life, haven't they?
Do you know what? I can't bring myself... You can hear?
Yes.
Hear the squeak?
Squeaking.
I can't bring myself to use any others. It's dreadful, isn't it? I mean, I do transfer to you, but I thought for telly, I can always mention my granny, can't I? And it's nice. So yeah, they're my favourite scissors.
I've got my original shears that I bought when I was at Wimbledon School of Art Training, and I've still got them.
Have you? Sorry about my...
Granny's really squeaky
I
today.
do really need to give them a bit of oil, don't I? Right. So then you obviously take the backing off your...
Okay. Now, do you want a little tip of how to get the backing off?
Yes. What's your little tip? Oh, a pin.
Yeah, no, you go like this. You score it.
Ah, of course.
Oh, there you go. And then you can just peel it off, and it doesn't raw your edges.
Love it. Love it. Right, and then we will iron this on over here.
Oh, yes. Oh, now we need to be straight.
Well,
Morning, John and Anna. Wouldn't the tree be lovely with different colours for each season? Loving the show. Lots of love, June. Or what you mean, do a greeny one for spring and a brightly coloured one for summer.
This is really playing to the creative juices of your viewers, isn't it?
Now, are you going to want to iron that onto there?
Yeah.
We'll have to move...
But I can do it on here, so I'm just going to work out...
I need the ironing pad underneath it, that's all.
So we're just going to work out roughly... Oh, ironing pad underneath it?
Yeah, because otherwise, because you've got a cutting board, it'll melt.
OK. I don't want to melt your cutting board.
No, exactly, because it says in red letters, do not iron on top of it, so...
So, yeah, so we're going to...
So you take your time to place it. Obviously, we're just rushing through now.
Yes, I don't want it to look rubbish at the end.
There's no rush, no. Fantastic. Oh, so, June, do you know what? One for each season would be beautiful, wouldn't it? This would have to be summer, I think, this one, wouldn't it?
What a great idea.
Do you know what you could also do at Christmas? You could do a partridge in a pear tree. Oh, my word. Couldn't you? You could do a partridge, but I don't know what
I feel a Christmas show coming on, John. I feel a Christmas show.
We do Christmas in July, don't start me on that already.
I know. So now we're going to raw edge appliqué around the outside. So we're going to raw edge appliqué around the outside.
Sorry, I'm off doing partridge in pear trees
You're on Christmas now, aren't you? So now we will... You know, we're on our free motion quilter's foot.
Let me just move this because I'm good. Now, if...
I do need my glasses.
Yeah, I just don't want you to lose anything, that's all right.
Don't move. I'm quite a messy worker, actually.
Are you?
Yeah. Yes, I try to be.
I think everybody is really, but it's your own mess, isn't it? Doesn't matter. It's when if someone comes into your room and makes a mess, then you get angry. But if it's your own mess, doesn't matter, does it? Okay. So now you've got your free. What's that foot called?
That's a free motion quilter's foot.
Free motion quilter's foot, which comes with. If you buy the 680, comes with the 680. But you can buy them for other machines.
Yes. And so I've dropped the feed dog.
Right.
Because then you are completely in control.
Oh, this
of
is
the
what
sewing.
you're writing. Tilly Rose Vintage does this all the time, doesn't she? You're writing with the needle, aren't you?
You basically are. Yeah. And so I love this machine. I'm going to do a little sales pitch for your sewing machine now. Because I love this sewing machine because it's got a tortoise and a hare.
Yes.
And for this, you need the tortoise.
Oh, okay.
So...
I need the tortoise and glasses.
You do. So basically, the key is to go slowly.
Right.
Because you're in control
Okay,
of both the direction and feeding it through.
Okay, so before you press on the handle, what tip have you got for
Top
stitching
tip.
this? Top
Practice,
tip.
practice, practice.
Before you
do
this,
this, otherwise you'll be unpicking.
Right.
So when your viewer asked whether it was a beginner's or an intermediate project, I mean, once you get into it, I think anybody can do this project, and it's a quilt for anybody. But what I would say is practice with, you know, the same sort of thickness.
From your stash, yes?
Yes, from your stash, and, you know, just have a little go at going around a butterfly or going around something else.
Because it is more, because I had to do it live on a show, right? And it's more...
Don't make me scared.
No. But within the hour, I had to do I was just given a square to do, a square and a square and a square. And by the time I got to the third square, I was able to do it. It was the frightening bit of actually just setting off that was frightening.
Yeah, it's the unknown, it's the feed dog bit that's tricky.
Because
you're used to knowing which direction you want to go in.
Yes, because normally you go like that.
Yes, but it's because you're in charge of sort of of each way.
So you've got the
special
foot on, and you've got it on slowest speed possible.
Slow-mo.
Okay.
And so I sort of grab both bits, so that if you grab both sides, you are in control. Oh, thank you. So you're going...
Oh, I see, so you can literally go that slow, because you are guiding the fabric through. So your needle is almost like a pen, and you're drawing the line around the edge of the fabric.
Yeah, you are. And you're going as close to the edge as you possibly can get.
Yeah. What happens if you go off the edge?
Well, I wouldn't worry about it too much.
But I think that's what's... Do you just do one stitch, or one line stitch, or do you go around a few
I would go around twice.
Okay, so it doesn't matter you go off the edge, because you're going to be doing a squiggly line anyway.
You go around twice, really, to get it secure.
And your second line doesn't have to be dead on top of your first line, does it?
No, and you might want to... I mean, depending on what colour you've got on your back, you might want to match your thread to the colour of the... I'm just using cream today so that you can see the stitching. Okay,
now does it matter then what size stitch you've got on your machine? Because you're determining the size of the stitch almost, aren't you? So just
basically, I'm controlling how far it goes and which direction it goes, which is why you need to go slowly. Otherwise, you go. I mean, which is why it needs a little bit of practice.
Yes, but when you get lots of people do this for a living, and they go.
I know.
Like Angie comes in, she's like like that. She's got her quilter's gloves on and she's off.
Well, I like to go slowly. Yeah. So that I
have to do it like you as well, definitely. Laurie in Suffolk, morning, what a beautiful quilt. Thank you, Anna, for showing us how to make it. If you love birds, you could put all kinds of birds on the other branches.
You can.
Oh, that'd be nice.
You can, or you could do more butterflies, or you could cover the whole thing in butterflies, to be honest with you.
Little Paul was saying butterflies in maze, butterflies. I can't wait for you to get this, make it, obviously don't rush it, and then send me your copy. So I'd like to see where you've put the flowers, what changes you've made, what you've added to it.
I would love to see, absolutely love to see what your viewers are going to do with it, really.
Sometimes it's the actual thingy, isn't it? So, okay, when you send your messages in, please add your name to the end of it, because we don't always get your name at the beginning. Sometimes it just says customer. Got loads of messages coming in. I'll read them out in a second. I'm going to start spreading the fabric out.
There's a lovely history to this pattern as well.
Oh, is there?
Well, it's really historic. It goes back thousands of years. And you know, the Egyptians had patterns like the Tree of Life.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Now, in Portuguese, Budachi. That's the Tree of Life in Portuguese.
Well, it's in lots of different religions. Christianity, Buddhism, you know, all sorts of religions have a Tree of Life, and they mean different things, obviously. But it's all to do with sort of the symbols of health and happiness and life. So fantastic for a home. Hanging in your hallway in a home, you know, that symbolises health and happiness, I think is lovely.
I'm just looking at thinking of my hall. That could go beautifully in my hall.
So should we see if I can finish making it for you, John?
Today? I could just have this one.
I think it's probably quite doubtful. Oh, just have that one.
Yes. I'm not allowed that. Oh, now, Little Paul's a bit worried because we've got loads of these, but he's very worried that you need to check out. He is a worrier.
Is it?
Oh, we're halfway through the show. We've got half a feather on.
Oh, God, I know. I won't get very far with it.
No, it doesn't matter. It's quite nice. Because Mandy's like a frenetic show. It's quite nice to have like a quiet show now, isn't it?
Well, you know, I quite like to do these things. Oh, dear, no. Oh, we've got a bit of a funny stitch on the back there, but never mind.
But don't show that bit.
No. So we've got our tail. Now, where's my
Here,
peacock
here. Put it on
top
one
gone?
side for safety.
Amazing.
Because I was just look at these fabrics. Look how gorgeous all these fabrics are.
Oh, they're lovely.
I've just opened them all up.
See, this is what I say with Liberty. Sometimes you don't know which is the right and the wrong
No,
side because
exactly.
it's
But
so
also,
fine.
are these? I think this one is an Alice Caroline colourway.
No,
Is
it's
that
not
a
an
traditional?
exclusive. That's a traditional
Oh,
one.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I knew the pattern was a traditional, but the colourway looked a little bit more vibrant.
That's not
than
one
them.
of our exclusives,
Oh, okay.
but
aren't they just beautiful?
they are lovely. And Alice picks out the fabrics just so that they go so perfectly together.
Yes. Is she quite posh? I imagine she's quite posh.
I don't know. I'll ask her.
Is she watching?
She probably is, actually.
Message in if you are watching. I want to know how posh you are. How old is she? I don't know.
Very lovely.
I'm sure. No. I can tell. I can tell from her projects that she's lovely, and I imagine she's quite gentle and she's quite flowy.
She's very flowy and very, she looks very creative.
I'll look her up later, but I'm just, Anyway.
She's super lovely, super lovely.
Well, I'll say you wouldn't still be working there if she wasn't, you know what I mean?
It's a dream job, It's absolutely amazing.
Don't tell her that, She hates working there.
Apart from being so surrounded by fabric, I spend all of my wages on fabric.
No!
Well, it's quite addictive, isn't it?
Yes.
So the other way you can do this...
Oh, so that's the one way. That's the one way of doing the appliqué. So there's another way.
Well, the other way, of course, is to just glue it on.
Oh, okay. Well, you see, I'd always go with...
I would always go with Bondweb. I would, because it gives it that second... My hair's annoying me, sorry.
Oh, is it?
It's that second layer, so that if your stitching over time does come loose...
Yes.
It shouldn't do, because you've gone round twice.
Yes.
Your Bondweb is securing it as well. So you would go round with your pen.
Yeah. This is a water erasable pen, so it will come off.
Yeah. So when you wash it after, it'll just come off. You don't even have to use a pen if you don't want to. No. You can just.
Well, you could just cut it. If you're used to cut it, you could just cut out round the pattern. If you've cut the pattern out like that, couldn't you?
Exactly.
I'd be tempted. You know what I'd be tempted to? I'd be tempted to get some of our plastic template sheeting, because the thing is, you could use this idea once you've done the quilt. You could then make cushions, or you could make.
I would either photocopy it or Yeah, so that you can reuse it again and again.
Totally, because I just think it's a lovely theme for the rest of your house.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So you might not want to use all the bits in all of the all of it, but you've got a butterfly, you've got your beautiful flowers, you've got your peacock. So yeah.
I think it'd be really nice to do. I'm going off on my raindrops.
I love your off-pieceness. I love when you go off-pieced.
So sorry.
No, it's great.
I mean, I love it. I absolutely adore it, and I don't think it can be bettered as a quilt. But I'm just thinking of all the different things you could do.
Well, the thing is, it lends itself to everyone's personal touch, doesn't it?
And also, like it's Tree of Life, we all have different lives, don't we?
Exactly.
Paul's would be bald. Mine be turbulent.
Turbulent. But yet, very creative.
Yeah. My creativity went through a bit of a lull before I came back here, but yes, you're right.
Did it?
Yeah.
Right, where's my glue pen?
So this is the peacock, top of the peacock now, isn't it? So rather than using the Bondweb, you could buy a glue stick, a glue pen.
Yep. Glue the back of him. And as you say...
Also, like I said earlier, don't panic when you're thinking, oh no, she's putting bright blue glue on that fabric, you see. It dries clear. You can sew through it, it dries clear, and it's not going to harm your fabric or anything. I need to tell you, a third of the stock has been checked out already.
Ooh, crikey. So you pop him on that, and the great thing, actually, is that you can, if it's not in the right place, you can pick it up and pop him back down again until you're really happy with it.
Yes, because with Bondweb...
Well, I suppose you would place it first.
You'll place it, but once you've ironed it down, you can't change it.
You can't. Well,
you can, but I think it might mark or falter it.
Yes. So I am a big fan of the glue. We do use a lot of the glue, but so you might want to put a bit more on his, on the finer bits like his head, and then you do exactly the same process again.
Okay.
Slowly, not as fast as...
No. But while you're doing that, because we'll see more of it, somebody's asked about the sewing machine bundle, the sewing machine you're using, so I'll just go over. Paul, have you got the slides of the sewing machine that you sometimes show when we do, the ones with information and everything? Okay, so this is a bundle we're doing for the whole weekend, but it is limited. This machine, the 680, with both of our designers have used today, always sells for £999. That's not changing. But today, or this weekend, or until stocks last, we've done this fabulous bundle, right? So what you get if you buy the sewing machine for $9.99 today, you also get the 6.5 meters of fabric for the sorbet Bargello quilt that we did the other day. So this sold out in minutes. They've just recreated it for us this weekend. And you get the wadding, and you get the thread, and you get Jane Alcock's instructions. So you get all that for free. So you either think of it as saving £57.98 or getting a free gift of 50. The thing is, you could save these. You might already have a Bargello. I know Linda, she's already done a Bargello, right? So but look at, if you take away the Bargello instructions, look at all those gorgeous fabrics you get in there. 6.5 meters it was, wasn't it? There must be more of one of the fabrics than there are of the other. Oh, yes, more of the cream than there are of all the others. But aren't they beautiful? So that's your background, and then there are all your Bargello colours there. So it's still $9.99, but you get this, the wadding, and the instructions as a free gift for worth. Now, just if you've never seen this sewing machine before, if you're new to us, it's the most fantastic, fantastic sewing machine. I love it. I've used it. I think it's brilliant. I've asked for one, yeah. So have a look at a couple of slides here. Technical features there. There's so much going on. They've got the exclusive to Elna circle stitcher as well. It's got so many things going on. On the front, you've got a thread cutter. You've got a needle down position. You've got a reverse button. You can even use this without the foot. You take the foot off, and you see the green button on the bottom there by the needle. That's a start and stop button. It's just fantastic. It's just brilliant. That's it. That's not switched on, this one, obviously. And then that's your needle down position, that's your locking off, that's your reverse there. This is what Anna was just talking about here, the fast and slow slide. So if you want it fast, you put it on rabbit. If you want it on slow, you put it on, I keep saying snail, but it's a tortoise, isn't it? There are now also it goes to a 9mm. It goes to a 9mm stitch width on the embroidery threads there. It does about 10, is it 10 buttonholes? It's all, look at the screen and settings there. Space for each foot inside, and there's a gubbins tray as well. Then look at all these, what's coming up next? Oh, accessories. Look at all the accessories there. All the feet that you get with it. You get a walking foot. You get the foot that Anna's using at the moment. You get you see the thing on the right-hand side? That's a knee pedal, so you can put that in. And if you need to lift the presser foot, but you don't want to let go of your fabric, you just lift it up by pushing the knee to one side. You've got 2 plates there. It's just so much bobbins, everything going on there. Look at all the feet. Look at all the feet. And then look at these. You can just read it. I don't need to read it out for you. There's so many things going on. Lots of new buyers coming in today. There you go, that's what I wanted. 170 built-in stitches, 10 buttonholes it was. Protection cover. Now it's a 9mm adjusted sewing width with 5mm. So basically a 9mm, most sewing machines are 7mm. So if you are doing the letters, can I just show this? Are we able to do a close-up of this thing here? This is all of your decorative stitches. Stretch stitches, buttonhole stitches, the letters, and look at the size, different size fonts and everything. It is absolutely brilliant. In fact, Jo Carter, right, she bought one of these recently, and this weekend she's got nothing really planned. I mean, the poor husband and children, nothing planned, she said. So she's going to spend the whole weekend just learning everything. She said there's so much on it that she's got to sit and learn all the things. Now, you might be thinking, oh, I'm a beginner. Always buy a machine that you aspire to be. That's what I say. Always buy a machine that you... And Elna, very, very good make. OK, I better go back now. There it all is. Saving £57.98. How are you getting on there?
Yeah, we've nearly got a bird. So, yeah. I love this peacock fabric.
You love what, sorry?
This feather fabric.
Oh, yes, yeah. Well, that's when you first start learning, that's the first fabric you learn about, the Liberty peacock feather, isn't it? That's the first fabric you recognise.
Well, it's got such history, hasn't it?
Yes.
Now, you need to be careful not to make sure that he doesn't move when you're going.
This is why I think I'd be better with Bondaweb.
Yes, the Bondaweb is better.
Because it won't move once you set off.
The Bondaweb is better. I can, you know, just from using the glue earlier.
Oh, now, a customer with no name. Can you make this by hand appliqué? That's what I asked. Yes, definitely. Beautiful quilt. So enjoyed the sew-off. Mary says, hi, John and Anna. Just ordered this kit. Just wondered if it could be needle-turned appliqué. Great show. It could be needle-turned appliqué.
You can do needle-turned appliqué, but you need to be quite careful getting it through the sewing machine. So as you turn it around.
Oh, no. If they do it by hand.
By hand,
you know the needle turn where you're appliquing, you just turn it under as you're going round.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, don't try and do that on the machine. But if you're doing hand, then you can just turn the edge as you go around. Definitely. I'm glad you got it, Mary, because it's beautiful, isn't it? It's absolutely gorgeous. Paul's saying, please check out. Lots have you got in the basket?
So we have a peacock, almost. We've got to put a little wing on him. So we'll put a wing on there. Just trim him off. You can see that the finish on the Bondi web is better.
Yes, yeah. Well, it depends what look you're going for as well, doesn't it? Because the Bondi web is more flat, but some people like that kind of, I don't want to call it scrunched, but that kind of puffy-uppy kind of look.
It absolutely does.
I don't know what the technical term is.
I mean, you can see from the tree.
Yeah.
You know that it sort of is a bit. Yes.
But also just you see just how it's got. I like that, and I like it when you get a quilt and you wash it and it goes like that, and it just kind of, because it makes it look more old and loved, doesn't it? But you do it the way you want to. I've got the 680, and I've been trying free motion quilting, but can't get the tension right when changing the direction. Oh, do you know what? Send me an email. I haven't got your name on that one, everything. I can't go into it now, but I'll definitely get back to you with that answer. Just send me, I've got no name on there, but just let me know your name, email it, and then I can get a reply for you. And I'll get, little Paul can send the email to me, and I can get the answer for you.
Right.
Now, have you glued that one on Bondi web?
I've glued this one. I don't think I put enough glue on the last one, so you just need to make sure you right around your edges, and I might just give it a little pin to keep it in place as well. So yes, the top tip for this is to go slowly.
Yes.
Until you're used to it.
Exactly. If you've just joined us, it's the Tree of Life quilt from Alice Caroline. It's just beautiful. The instructions. I'll leave you're at just sewing there, aren't you?
Absolutely very happy to.
You get templates for everything on it. You get all of the butterfly look. See, they've all got numbers, see. So the butterfly's number 1. Then the love heart is number 10. I was just looking for the love heart. It won't be a love heart.
That's not a love heart. That will be part of.
It's a petal love heart, number 10.
Petal.
Anyways, I could look at the guide here. There's 10.
Yes, this is. Don't leave
so this is the guide that you get. So you can see that each part has got a number on it. Let me just get my glasses. Is the pattern full size or will I have to enlarge it? No, all the pattern pieces are the right size, aren't they?
Absolutely.
All the right size, Kathy, my love. Where's number 10? Oh, there. Number 10's the flower at the top. Oh, no. Oh, isn't that good? You see, this is what I love, right? Can you come in on this one, Mike? Is that possible? So this is flower number 10 here, right? That's the love heart bit there. Is like the kind of first bit, like the stalk for the flower, as it were. Oh, that's beautiful. That's attention to detail, isn't it? So each flower has a number, and it tells you how many parts to each flower. And it's even got a key of which fabric that Alice Caroline suggests that you... But all the fabrics are here. All the fabrics are here. I've just had that one a minute ago. Where's that one gone?
That one. Oh, that one.
I was looking for the... But look, I can do the top one. I can do the top one, look. So there's... You see... What do you mean?
That's to make it easy for you.
I just think, I mean, yes, the quilting might be a challenge for you. I mean, it might not be, won't be a challenge for a lot of you, would be for me. But there are so many different ways you can do it. But don't satin stitch it. I've been told that, don't satin stitch it. Oh, Polly's message just disappeared. Where's that gone? First one, I'm no sewing expert, but absolutely love your show. It's so relaxing. Love, Liz. Thank you, Liz. You don't have to be an expert, do you really? And then what was the one before that? Polly's. I've got the Westerly foot. Is that like the one being used for the appliqué? I've ordered the kit. Love it. Thank you, Polly. Polly, no, the Westerly foot's different, isn't it? The Westerly foot is for Oh, no. No. You're right, because you have to put that on, and then you follow the Westerly ruler, don't you? So, yes, it will be the same. It will be the same.
So is anything with this
have a quick
open thing here?
Open thing.
The open, you've got a little circle in it. We can take it off maybe a bit later, and so you can see.
The machine actually comes with a couple of versions. It comes with that one, and there's one with an open toe
as well. It's got another one
as
well. Here.
Who got it?
This is a similar thing.
There you go.
So you've got the open bit there, so you can see exactly where you're sewing.
Okay. Right, Tihan.
So yes, we've got a peacock.
Okay. Shall we go through a flower? What time is that? Oh,
yeah, we've got time for a flower.
Yes. What flower number have you got there? And then I can look up the pattern.
13.
Number 13. Glasses on, John.
I've got the pattern pieces here.
Well, you already cut it out from here. No, this was mine, wasn't it?
That's yours, yeah.
12, 23. That's the other thing you need to go. Look, 23, 20, 13. Oh, now there's 13I and 13II.
I.
Hang on, there must be more, because I can see a 13 IV.
It's this fabric. It's the Wiltshire, which is a really traditional Liberty print.
It's Liberty Tana Lawn, this, isn't it, as well?
This is
the
Tana
Liberty
Lawn.
quilting weight, is it, that we do this? Oh, there's another
the
number
quilting
13
weight.
there.
No, this is the Tana Lawn, and then the backing is calico.
It's what?
It's just cotton backing,
Yes,
this
yeah.
lovely cream.
Okay, I'm missing 13I, 13II, 13II.
You should have seen me trying to prep
I need
this,
13
trying to find the
IV.
bits.
Yes, exactly. Which is why I think you need to sit down at the beginning, isn't it, and find all your pieces.
You do. Well, they're here.
Oh,
Look,
there's me looking for sure to cut them out.
they're all in there, so
Okay.
you can see. You can have a look and see how you put them on.
Where's 13? That you're missing one. You haven't got that one there.
Oh, that's that one. Oh, that's I.
Yeah. But anyway, there's all the pieces there that you need.
We did amend that one before. This was we amended the mistake. You see.
It was your mistake.
This is the one with the mistake in it.
Oh, so the people at home will get the real proper
get the
one.
right one.
Yeah, the proper one. So you get 13I, 13II, and 13III. So you go in the order. So 13I is the first one to go
Yes.
on. Then 13II would then overlay.
Yes, exactly.
You can see that one there.
Can you see what I've done? So I've stitched
So that
the
one's
first
already been
one
stitched on. You've only
Did
done
that
one
at
line of
home.
stitching on that one.
I did.
I'm not criticising. And then there's the middle section gone on there. And then you'd cut, is that 13II there?
Yep. And then you put him on like that to finish it off.
Oh, I just think
That's your
brilliant.
sort of bud.
I think it's so beautiful. Oh, my word, so
It's
many
so
people
pretty,
have come in
isn't
for
it?
this.
I thought they'd like it. You know, we've been desperately trying to get this pattern.
Yes. Well, I've
here.
loved it since the very first day you were on.
I know,
haven't I?
ever since you said, oh, can we get that
Yes.
on? That was back in
A year-
May.
Oh, was it May? So I was going to say a year, but not quite a year ago.
Oh.
But... No,
Well, not
because we've
that
been
soon.
open a year now, you see, so everything's... I go take
I
everything back to
know.
when we
Happy
first opened.
birthday, Sewing
Thank you very
Quarter.
much. And you're here on our birthday week as
I
well.
know, how very
Okay, let you
exciting.
carry on with that. So now, when you put the 13II onto 13I,
Yes.
you just glued it straight onto the top of 13I,
did.
didn't you? And now you're going to do exactly the same, but just go round the 13II.
Yes.
Yeah, brilliant.
And obviously, you know, you do need to go slowly because actually it's quite difficult to
No,
see.
exactly.
To see where your
Exactly. But
where your
as you
fabrics
say,
are.
if you do hand applique and things like that, it'd be lovely. And then when we've done this flower, we'll just go through ideas of quilting, because all you've done on this one is the actual quilting is just going around the flowers and the birds,
so it's like the
isn't
quilt
it?
as you go.
But then you can, if you're a quilter,
Yes.
you could do all sorts
you
of
could
things.
do whatever
But I'll let you
amazing
carry on that, and then
pattern.
we'll get some ideas. Or if you've got any ideas of what you're going to do at home. Now, I need to just say, Diane, Debbie, Collector in Aberdeen, Angie, Tina, Sarah, Mandy, Catherine, Anne, Mary and Claire, you need to check out. You do need to check out. It's not yours yet. Oh, my word, there's way too many names. Look at all these people.
Oh, how exciting. Is that all people who...
That's fantastic. I love it, because I absolutely adore it, and I just love it when you love it as well.
I thought this would go really
Yes.
well. We thought you'd love it. And, you know, all the patterns of all the fabric, you get loads of Liberty fabrics.
Yes.
All...
In the next hour, in Anna's next hour, we're doing a bag and a cushion, but we've also got hexes and 2 charm packs as well that you can just buy the fabric. So if you wanted to add more flowers to this one or create another look using other fabrics, then we've got the kind of charm packs coming up in the next hour. So don't miss that at 11 o'clock.
The world's your oyster when you've got charm packs.
We'll sew faster in the next hour as well, won't we?
Well, it's a bit more straight line in the next
I'm
hour.
not criticising, I'm just saying. Somebody tuned in now, they'll be going, oh, my telly's gone on, go slow, look. It's on slow motion, my telly. Don't make her laugh, don't make her laugh.
You make me go wonky when you make me laugh.
Josh, I'll get complaints.
You will.
Yeah.
Don't be mean to the guests.
You're not a guest anymore, you're a family member now.
Oh, okay. Oh,
It's
I
only
like
because
that
I
though.
haven't seen you since... I only did the first
know,
show
it's
with you, and then you've been
ages.
on with Natasha, I think,
I
haven't you,
know,
since? So, yeah.
Natasha, and then... Oh,
Have you been with Amy as well? Has Amy been on as well?
Amy,
Yeah.
and there was a chap as well.
Oh, Derek, you're on with Derek.
I've been
Oh,
on with
glad you've
Derek.
on with all of them then.
Yeah, yes. But it's been fun. I'm very pleased to come back.
Thank you. That's very sweet of you to say.
Always fun, always fun. Always
Just
a
get
story.
on with it. Stop talking, just so.
I want to hear one of your amazing stories.
Oh, look, I can see Polly. I can see Polly on the list. Polly that just messaged. I can see you on the list there, Polly. Do you know some people I shan't say your name in case it's a gift. Some people have bought 2.
Yeah, that's exciting.
There.
Because it probably is a gift. Make one for, weddings or new babies or...
Oh, do you know what? If you've got a big room, one either side of the fireplace or one either side of something would be nice, wouldn't they?
Amazing, yeah.
And remember, if you buy one thing, you get entered into the draw. So at 11 o'clock today, we will be announcing yesterday's winner. But there's a prize, a daily prize. All you have to do is buy something. It doesn't matter if you buy something for £2 or £2,000, you still... But every time you buy something different, like this is one piece, but if you bought something from Mandy Shaw's out, if you bought something from the website, anything like that, out if you bought a sewing machine, you go into the... first of all, you go into the daily one for tomorrow, but also if you buy this, because anybody who spends over £30 over the week also goes into the draw at the end of the week, which will be announced next Wednesday. And the prize, £700 worth of goodies.
Woo.
I know.
It's a good prize, isn't it? So...
Yes.
As I said before, you do need to be a bit careful with Liberty fabric because it's so fine that sometimes it's really difficult to tell which is the right and the wrong side.
I'd keep the pattern piece on until you go to glue it, maybe.
Well, exactly.
Now, flower 13, there's only one flower 13, isn't there? So you're not going to think, oh, I'm going to need this pattern piece again for something later on this quilt. So you know that once all your 13, so you could leave your pattern pieces pinned until the minute you sew them on, couldn't you?
Yes, you can. Yes, absolutely.
Do you know in Chester, I'm saying new builds, but new builds from the 60s, there was nobody's allowed to have a number 13 on their door.
Really?
Yeah, because I think it was the Duke of Westminster didn't like the number 13. So if you go around places like Westminster Park and things like that, where, I mean, I'm saying they're new builds, but they're not, because they're about 50 years old now, but there's no number 13. So in Sherborne Avenue, for example, no number 13.
So this is what I mean, one of your amazing facts.
That's not a very interesting one. That hasn't got a celebrity in it, has it, really, that one?
No. So this is a sort of a project that you might want to pick up and, put down, particularly if you're hand sewing it.
Yes, exactly.
It's a sort of a thing that you can pick up while you're watching your Sunday night telly.
Also, it's not something you want to make all in one go in a rush, is it really? You want to enjoy and take your time with something like this.
Absolutely. Which is why I'm going slowly, John.
Yeah, that's fine.
So that people can see, that it's a nice leisurely project.
You got about 6 minutes. Will you finish that one by then?
Yeah.
Yeah. She won't come back after this.
I will.
Alice Caroline will be ringing in a minute going, get off there now. You're not going on air with him.
Is that all I've got a
quick question to ask as well.
Yeah.
When you get to the end, like the last stitch of the flower, do you knot off? Do you do a back stitch?
You do a back stitch, to secure it.
On that, you've got your locking stitch. You can just do a locking stitch,
you could do.
Yeah,
you could do all of those things. I've just done a back stitch on them.
That's fine.
So yes, flower done.
Okay, brilliant. Now, okay, so let's pretend we've quilted, or maybe that's, you see, some people would just want that. Do you know what I mean? That's nice as well, isn't it? I mean, it's just very, very, not stark, but that could be your winter one, couldn't it?
Just your bird.
Just the bird, and maybe
one,
or that's where I'd like leaves. You could do leaves dropping down. But so for people who do quilting, right? So at the moment, the only quilting is the stitching going around there.
Yes, it is. But there's enough on it for that to secure. To
secure it, yes, exactly. But if you wanted to, you've got all this space because when you bind it, you only lose quarter of an inch around the edge, aren't you?
Exactly.
And the fabric, the binding fabric, is
this. Yes, it's this.
It's this one now.
Yeah,
because that one was obviously the original one that made this.
That was made about 5 years ago, actually. That one.
So this is your binding fabric for this one. So that's going to look gorgeous, sliced up in binding, isn't it? But then, quilting-wise, you've got either hand quilting, embroidery. If you want to embroider names, or if it's a wedding present, you could do their names, the date.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
You could do anything because you can see at the bottom you've got
all that
space, haven't you?
If you wanted to,
or at the top.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the key is to lay it out to see what you're happy with.
Yeah, because also, I mean, the thing is, it's beautiful as it is. It doesn't need anything else. But if you're doing it as a gift and you want to make it personal, or like Marcia when she hand quilted the one for her husband, everything, it's just nice to make it that little bit personal, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Also, it's something that would be really nice to pass down the generations as well, wouldn't it? Because imagine this when it's 100 years old or something like that. It'd be gorgeous.
And yes, so that's why it's really nice to hand appliqué a date on
it and
who it's for.
Yes, exactly.
So that's really nice.
So what have you got there? What are you doing
I've got a butterfly.
Okay. 4 minutes. Go on then. See if you do a butterfly in 4 minutes.
Ooh.
It's
high pressure.
Challenge Anna.
Oh my word.
You got it the right way up.
I have got it the right way up, but now you've put me under pressure. I'll go rubbish now.
Do you like the quilt behind you that way? That's made by all of us.
Is it?
A year ago, we were all asked to make a block.
Which bit did you make?
Mine's the one there. Mine's the kaleidoscope log cabin. It's made of all my shirts.
Oh, my word.
You see next to the one with Jay written on it. It's
Oh,
that
yeah.
one.
Amazing.
Jay's the one at the end there, and then Neil's the one with the mini and the Union Jack. Little Paul's is the skull underneath mine.
Oh, we made a quilt for Catherine in our studio because she just had a baby. We made a sort of a little baby blanket. We did a very similar thing.
Hang on, we got to look at Little Paul's skull. That's what he looks like in real life.
Palmyra, the lovely Palmyra from our studio, we did one with a skull on it. So that's why I'm rambling on about that story.
Yes. And she rambles like Paul, yeah.
And yeah, because she's from Mexico and it's a traditional Mexican.
Yes. Is yours based on something from Mexico, Paul? A Mexican sugar skull with fun. It's got little Derek's ears. Apparently, that was a design feature.
What was that for?
It was just they asked us all when we first started because that's how many of us. There were only well, there were a couple more and they've left.
Did Hannah?
And we've had a couple more people since, but there were only that many people when we first started.
Oh, look at the llama. He's cute.
You know producer Hannah with the hair?
I was going to say, yes.
That's producer Hannah's, that one.
Hannah was...
and everyone shouts at me because she admits to it, right? We were supposed to make it was it an 8-inch block? It was, wasn't it? And she made hers 8 inches without the seam allowance.
Oh.
So the llama's ears get lopped off at the top because she didn't leave a seam.
So she was cross. Oh, he's cute though, isn't he?
I know, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Really, I mean, the llama's amazing, isn't it? And Hayley did well. And look at this is Bex who Bex who makes the videos. You know, all the adverts that go out. That's Bex. She's not even a sewer, and look how fantastic that is. Anyway, Nora says, morning, John and Anna. Absolutely beautiful quilt. Thank you, Anna. Lots of love from Nora. Got a minute and a half to put your butterfly on.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Oh,
where are you going to put it?
Well, where would you like it to go, John? It goes sort of up here
put it up there then. Put it up there where it's supposed to be.
I was just trying to put it, you know, trying to make this corner look a bit pretty. I'm going to put this underneath.
Oh, hang on, yeah, go on. I'll hold the iron, you put that underneath. This is where it's good to have plenty of space in your workroom to do all of these things.
Yes, it's nice to have a table that you can spread out on.
Yes. Obviously, you don't have to put that butterfly there. You can choose where you put your butterfly.
You can.
Hilary says, fantastic day today. You are all brilliant. Suggestion. You could just take one of the branches from the Tree of Life and make a beautiful cushion. Oh, do you know what? You could.
You could.
That would be lovely, wouldn't it?
It would.
Sheila, happy birthday. Oops, this beautiful kit just fell into my basket. I can't wait to receive it. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, John. Sheila, I've only got 30 seconds. Right, while you're stitching that, you're coming back in an hour's time.
I am.
You're doing a bag, a tote bag, but your choice of 2 different colourways made from Liberty fabric, a log cabin cushion cover made from Liberty fabric, and also the chance to buy some Liberty fabric hexes and 2 different charm packs. So thank you for all your lovely messages. Sorry you don't get them to read them all out. If you've got this, please check out your basket. I don't want anybody to miss out. Loads and loads in the basket, and it's just stunning, isn't it? I absolutely love it. I'm back. Oh, Mandy Shaw's back. I hope my fruit's here. I need the energy. Mandy Shaw is back straight after this break. Now, before I join Mandy again and get on with this hour, I've got lots again to cover this hour, I need to tell you about the daily competition. Excuse me. Basically, all you have to do is to enter. So if you buy one thing, your name goes into the raffle once. If you buy 2 things, it goes in twice. Buy 10 things, your name goes in 10 times. It's every day of the birthday week. So at 11 o'clock today, in an hour's time, I'll be announcing who won yesterday's. So you could win this. Look, worth over £50. That's every day the prize is different. So that's today's prize. So at 11 o'clock tomorrow, I'll be announcing who's won all of that. That's Tilda, isn't it? There, you've got Tilda fabric. It's lovely. Anyway, that's tomorrow's prize, worth over £50. And also, if you spend over £30 during the week, you'll also get entered into the weekly one. And then on Wednesday, we'll announce the winner of somebody's going to win a bundle worth over £700. There it is. And then very quickly, I'll tell you what, I'll do the block, how to enter the block competition later, but that's going to be announced next Wednesday too. Right, Mandy, right, in the last hour, Mandy didn't get time to do this, so we will be doing this cushion. Beautiful, isn't it? Red work. We're going to be doing that cushion. We're going to be doing the love cushion. We've got a few of the So Special birthday cakes left. And we're going to be doing, isn't it gorgeous? Now, there's also a quilt that goes with that cushion. We've got the quilt coming up in this. Should we have a, we can do a quilt now? Oh, let's go over then, let's go over then. Got books as well, but I'll go and do this first. Let's go and get started. Ooh. Right, I'll just take all this with me. Yeah, moving out, because I've got room.
Are you coming?
I'm here. All right.
Like a jumble sale?
I hardly think so, darling.
A classy one.
Right, what are we doing? What are we doing first?
Well, I was going to talk to you about a blanket stitching on the machine, because that helps with the quilt.
On that quilt there. There's
And
the quilt behind Mandy's head there. Look, isn't that lovely? Right, let me just put all this down.
Do, darling.
And we'll start with the quilt. Oh, fantastic! Now we've got the whole.
Never been kitted before in its life.
Never been kitted before.
Never before.
In its life.
No.
There it is.
Yeah. All this lovely fabric. All the fabric. And look, just going to show you the fabric because it is delicious. Obviously, it's 100% cotton. Just you glance your little lovely eyes over all these wonderful, wonderful fabrics. Look at that.
So all of that, $49.99. All of that. Now, that's enough to make the front, is it?
The front. There is no backing or wadding.
Right.
And there's this thread, but there's no machine thread. So if you go
no, of course not. No, you wouldn't expect it.
And that's your backing. It's just
look at that. Love.
That makes me feel. Gives me a nice feeling.
Yes, it looks gorgeous together, doesn't it?
That's the fusible webbing. That's the paper that sticks all the little the characters down.
So have you taken the instructions out?
They're here, darling.
Oh,
they're here.
There are you get all the instructions.
And pages of instructions. Yeah, pages and pages. So what's lovely is that you can use the individual girl. You've got the ginormous one, Susie, and then you've got
them
Sharon.
Names? Oh, Sharon.
That's my sister-in-law.
Is she Russian?
No, she could be. Sasha. Sasha.
Oh, little Paul saying people are rushing in for this.
Stacey, Stella. I can't remember.
Oh, they've all got names. Sheila, Stella, Stacey. And what's that one?
Suki.
Oh, who's that?
I don't know.
Anyway, you get all of the templates and you get all of the written instructions as well.
But what I wanted to do with you today is just give you a little lesson, because it's all about learning, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
So obviously this can all be stitched using a hand blanket stitch, which I will show you a technique later on. But I wanted to talk to you about machines.
Before you do that, can you just tell me how you've got to this stage here?
Right,
they bonder webbed.
They are bonder webbed down. So what I did was I used my bonder web, which was this is fusible webbing. We call it. It's
fusible
generic,
webbing. Fusible webbing.
Mine's not bonder web.
Okay, sorry. Fusible webbing.
And it's got a little.
Oh yes, I can see yours sticker.
Yeah, it's got a little weeny mesh on one, a gluey mesh on one side, plain on the other. Yeah. And you just trace a design using a fine pencil onto your fabric.
Can you see it through? Can you see it through that onto that?
I'll find you a nice small one. It comes out beautifully. So you just trace it on using a pencil.
Oh, don't do that. Just.
Well, I'll just show.
Easy to
yes,
you can.
And you can trace it on the smooth side, but you can't trace it on the rough side. So
but you wouldn't want it on the rough side.
No, but just in case people say what side.
Okay.
And then you're going to cut it out roughly. You're going to lay it onto the wrong side of your fabric and iron it in place, and then cut it out neatly.
Perfect.
Okay. And by doing those little layers, I managed to get myself a little Russian girl doll, which I'm going to do this Russian doll and show you how to work.
Brilliant.
So you could have hand blanket stitched that, and we talked about blanket stitch on the first show, and we'll do it again with a different cushion later on.
Yes.
But just to say, I want to teach you about that machine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So on this wonderful machine, because if you're lucky enough to have these lovely machines, this is a high end.
Yes.
And there are 4 different blanket stitches. But let me just show you the 4. There's actually 6. I've done some of them twice here.
Yes.
Okay. So there are 4. So that is a basic simple blanket stitch there. That is the simplest one. And that is the one that I'm loving badly.
Right.
So you don't have to have the flash machine to get the 4 stitches. Why are you giggling?
Loving badly.
Okay. So I have my own vocabulary.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I do. So that's what Mandy loves. That's a very it's just a very simple stitch that just does 1 stitch. This one is thicker. Look, you can see it's thicker, and that does a double stitch, and that's very, very difficult to get around curves and corners.
Right.
So we're going to eliminate that for Mandy's applique.
Right.
Okay. And this one is very attractive, but it's got 2 stitches in between. Again, very difficult to get around curves and corners because those stitches won't be smooth. And that's another one with the 2 stitches in between. So that was used with ordinary Gutermann thread.
Right.
So good quality sewing machine. It could be any coats or whatever you fancy. But sometimes they aren't strong enough for my liking. And so what you'll find I use in lots of my quilt making is a thicker thread.
Okay.
And you can get lots of different brands. So we haven't got them on the show, but I'm just going to give you lots of different brands. Yeah. And by doing the single stitch in a thicker thread, and you making the stitch a little bit bigger, you get that really lovely handmade look. If you were doing it by hand, yes, would you use this? Absolutely, yes. But you'd only use the on a reel if you're doing the machine. Well, actually, the Gutermann ordinary sewing machine, I would not sew by hand. No, exactly. But these top stitching threads, you could do by hand. Yes, okay. So you could have had a bit of a mix, a little mixed up. So this is this is an Orifon. It's called. Oh, we sell Orifon. Yeah, we sell Orifon. It's called number 12. Okay? Right, okay. And that's a top stitching thread really, but it works well on the machine, but only if you have a 90 needle, 100 needle. Oh, okay. So you need to use the thicker needle. So let me just show you. You must use the thicker. It won't work without it. Okay. Yeah. So here you are. So I use 100, which is a 16. Okay. I just need to interrupt you 1 second. What? Once everyone checks out, we've only got 13 of these left. Oh, right, OK. I'll get on with it. I'm loving listening to you think. I just want everyone at home to know that's all. Because it's a good little lesson. Yeah. So you must use, with a thick thread, you must use a 16. So what would you put in your bobbin? Nothing. Ordinary thread. Oh, ordinary. Very important. Yeah. Very important. Don't put this in your bobbin. No. Okay. So that's a nice thick blanket buttonhole stitch, and this one here is a top stitch. This is the Gutermann top stitching thread, and that works well as well. So we haven't got that at the moment, but you can get that from places like John Lewis's and other good haberdashery stores. But look out, and there's a wool version as well. So do look out. We will be getting it in eventually. Do look out for some unusual threads. Right. So what I was going to say, so we decided we're not going to use all these flash ones. We're just going to use a simple one, but with a thick. Well, because this is a smaller doll, I'm going to use a finer thread just for now. Okay. And so let me just show you. The machine can all be seen beautifully. So I'll always start by holding my thread, and I'm just going to wind down my needle so I know where the needle's going, and it should stitch. Oh yeah. So I will. We're just coming in now. There you go. Can you see? So the secret is. Right, okay, the secrets are always stopping on the outside of your work. Right. And always stopping with your needle down. Yes. Most machines This machine has a button down, a needle down facility. Most new machines do have a button down. The older machines don't. That's okay, because you can just wind it down. Yeah. Okay, so when you stop, you'll be starting exactly where you love to start. Okay. And if you've got we've got a snail's pace machine on here, you can just do that as well. Okay. So always stop on the wrong side of your, just check my tension's right. Always stop on the wrong side. Now, because we've bond webbed this down, we've got a little bit of weight in our fabric, haven't we? Because we've, the bond webs on the back, the glue's on the back, so it's always very lovely. Okay. That's very nice. And so the other thing to say is, the other little secret of this is I have actually got a open tote appliqué foot on here.
Oh, okay.
So I can see where I'm going.
Yeah.
I can actually see where I'm going. Right, that's beautiful.
That comes, if you buy the 680, that comes with the machine.
Yeah. So you're on the edge of your work. So let's have a look around there. So I'll just go around the corner and I'll show you. Now I'm not going to finely tune I need to finely tune the machine here. Sometimes if you have a bit of your bottom thread showing, you can reduce your tension so you can make it lighter.
Okay, now, I just need to tell you the kit is selling out incredibly fast. If you want to just buy the pattern on its own, you can do. So, how much?
What?
I've got to come to your place and do your pricing for you
Why,
again.
what's happened?
Well, it's $6.99 for this pattern, right?
Yes, that's right.
You can't buy a dress pattern for $6.99. And you've got all those templates.
Yeah,
you've got all your years and years of sewing.
I like to give my ladies a jolly good bargain.
And gentlemen.
And gentlemen. All my clients, my customers, like a jolly good bargain.
That is fantastic.
They'll be cross if you know if I put my prices up.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. When you think of how much you can pay for, like, some patterns, you know what I mean? Anyway, I'll move on.
Right, OK, yes, let's move on, John, because you're upsetting me now. It's getting too much.
She's not upset. No, tell them you're not really upset.
Oh, I'm not really upset. Do they think... Oh, they know, don't they?
Yeah. They know. They love you. They tell me off. That's the problem.
Oh, good. Yeah. So I'm going to blanket stitch all the way around all these shapes, OK, with a single thread. Now, the machine is slightly out of kilt. I didn't have time to play with it beforehand. But that look is gorgeous, you see.
Yeah.
And it looks lovely on the other side as well.
OK, brilliant.
OK. So what I'm going to do now, I would blanket stitch all the way around all of these other little things, OK? So you can see how quick that was in the machine.
Yeah.
I'm now going to draw a little face in here.
OK.
And actually, I haven't got my black one with me, so this girl's going to have brown hair.
OK, so now, before, this is, in reality, this is actually your quilt front, isn't it, here? It's not, you don't do it on a scrap of it,
But actually, do you know what? I quite like samples. And I like the idea that perhaps I might just make this into a pincushion.
Yes.
So I would then colour this in. Now, what would I colour this in with, John? What pen would I colour this in?
Oh, well, I'd hand stitch it. I'd put stitches.
Well, actually, in your kit, you've got some black felt, so you'd put little bits of black in it.
Oh, little bits of black felt would be
you could colour this
lovely.
in with a Sharpie, couldn't you?
Oh, yes, you could. Other pens are available.
Yes, of course. So, and she would be black. I wouldn't have a little Russian doll.
With brown hair.
With brown hair, but I'm just giving you little creative moments.
Yeah.
And so we're going to have one little eye here, and you always start off small, a little weeny nose, and a little upturned mouth. OK.
Yeah.
Now, the eyes are a little bit small. We don't like picky eyes, do we?
No, but if you did little flicky...
No, we don't do flicky things at all.
Oh, have they not got eyelashes?
Not yet. Not at this scale, John. A little dash for an eyebrow.
Oh, eyebrow, that's what I meant, not an eyelash.
A little...
Crow's feet.
Yes, and perhaps a few little... And then what's the final touch? What would you think the final touch might be?
A tongue.
A little bit of lippy.
Oh, yeah, the lippy off, real lippy.
Yeah, real lippy, take it off. And
Blusher.
Blusher. And you just do this. I top my lipstick up.
Just as well.
Before I came. Bitch.
Oh, you can't say that.
Well, can't you say that? It's nice. It's dog.
No, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Move on.
Oh, they are.
She loves me, really. Oh, isn't that gorgeous?
Is that not the cutest thing? And if you were going to do this by, let me just give you a little demonstration.
Yes.
If you were going to do it by hand, let me show you. So I'd always use 2 strands of embroidery thread or loving cotton embroidery. Do you know that I don't love embroidery thread? Do you know this?
Yes, we know.
Because I can't bear those strands. They bother me greatly. They bother me with greatness. Now, next time you see me, after me doing a little sample like this for you, you might find you've got a Russian doll needle case on the show.
Oh, fantastic.
Do you see what I mean? From little acorns, mighty oaks
do grow. Yes.
So, again, as I said earlier on in the day, you're going to blanket stitch by starting on the edge of the work.
OK.
And
what you said, try to tell me, little Paul.
What's little Paul? Is he gossiping? He's got any news for us?
OK, there are 10 available now, and 38 people want them.
Oh, I do apologise, but they are. We struggled to get those together, so you're very lucky.
Well, you get so much for $49.97.
Yeah.
Congratulations if you did that. OK, we've got to move on, but we can carry on with the doll theme, can't we? The Russian doll theme.
Because to go with your Russian doll, oh, look at these girls. To go with your Russian doll quilt, you need a Russian doll cushion.
It's just the pattern, isn't it?
Yes, just the pattern. But also, if you thought the quilt was too much for you and a little bit ambitious, start with this.
Yes.
Okay. And again, look, again, if you're trying to find fabrics, these can be all recycled. A pair of jeans.
Yes,
you
exactly.
go to a charity shop, find some spots and dots. I'm sure these are.
Oh, just from your stash.
Absolutely.
Just from your stash.
And it doesn't have to be this colour. It doesn't have.
No.
Now, what do you think I've done with her lovely little faces here?
You've done different eyes. Let me have a look. No, are they colonial knots?
The colouring and the dyeing of the colouring.
Oh, no,
I've tea dyed my fabric.
Okay.
So this is calico that I've tea dyed beforehand.
Okay, lovely.
So I've just dropped them in the teapot and left it to swirl around for
You didn't drink it afterwards, did you?
I might have done.
No.
Doesn't matter. But you get some really great looking. So these are Middle Eastern. They're looking gorgeous, aren't they?
Oh, they're
And you can have little
gorgeous.
buttons and things on them.
Yes.
And I do quilt around the outside with my cotton embroidery again.
This is just the pattern we're selling on this one.
But it goes really well with the quilts, or it could be a beginner.
But also, your house might not be. I love that colourway.
Yes, but it might
not fit into your house.
No.
You know what I mean? So if you want it in the yellows or the greens or the browns, then you can having the pattern.
Also, these are great for camper vans and camping, aren't they, and things like that.
What are you saying?
Well, what I'm saying is, it's a good fin. It's a good sort of. Isn't it nice for camper vans and things?
Oh, camper vans!
Yes.
I thought you were insulting me. I thought you were saying it's for camp people like you.
No, it's a camper vans.
They were talking to me, damn it. I got an email very quickly, it was very little writing. Good morning, studio. Thank you. I'm standing ironing, learning loads by just watching and listening. Just had to buy the Tree of Life. This will be my camper van project this year. And I will add charms from my travels around the UK with my little dog, Reggie, and hubby. Notice how the dog comes before the husband.
That's right.
Hubby Neil.
That's right.
Just ordered the Russian doll too. This will be a Christmas project and we'll add advent pockets to it.
Oh, perfect, because the pockets could be in here.
Yeah. On the quilt as well. Learned the other day how easy it was to do a circle skirt. Oh, that's me.
Did you
and adapted a dress for my Florida holiday. Once again, thank you. Carolyn, what a lovely message. Thank you so much.
Well, you learnt something from her.
No, I did a pattern cutting lesson.
Oh, did you, darling?
Were you not watching? Oh, you're in Japan. In Japan. Loads of messages. Oh, my goodness, I've just bought the Tree of Life quilt. Biggest purchase yet. Thank you, Helen, my love. Bev, what have I got from Bev? Bev, morning to both of you. Enjoying the shows today. I think the next sew-off should be Team John and Mandy.
Oh, yes.
What, us together or us against each other?
Oh, no. Oh, together.
Carol, good morning, John and Mandy. Mandy is looking fabulous.
Thank you, darling.
Tune your telly in.
I've got my lippy on.
Love her patterns and her kits. That's from Carol in Greater Manchester.
That's
right.
lovely.
Well, shall we move on?
Yes, let's move on. Let's move on to something else. Go.
Right, now, in the first hour, we didn't get round to doing this cushion,
right, this is lovely.
did we? I'll move that one out of the way.
This is very lovely. Now, what this cushion is called Say It With Flowers. But I've got Happy Birthday on here because it's a birthday show.
Oh, I haven't got the pattern for that.
Oh, you don't need to worry. We can
don't worry.
I can wing this, John.
You can wing that one.
I'm good at this. So
can we get Chris to get the pattern for me, please?
So this says Happy Birthday, but you can actually cut this out of the transfer and have nothing.
Okay.
But the quilt, the little wall cushion is a celebratory thing, so you would give it to a lovely friend or somebody.
I need to ask, $26.99. It's the whole, it's not the cushion inside.
Not the cushion, but this whole thing. And this is wonderful fabric.
I'll just go and see if is that it over there? I'll go and get it.
This is wonderful fabric. It's got linen, it's a linen cotton mix. So this fabric is delicious. Can you see how delicious this is? It's not from this country as well.
Oh no, that's beautiful. This is lovely.
This is linen.
Yes, yeah.
And so that is a beautiful quality fabric. And look how the fabric matches the thread so perfectly. That was a fluke, wasn't it?
I love it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Oh, this is gorgeous.
So this is a sort of a lovely. But also, don't forget, it doesn't have to be a cushion. It could be a wall hanging.
Yes.
And it could be an antimacassar on the back of the setting. Yes. And also, you could have actually cut these up individually because there's an iron-on transfer.
I was going to say the iron-on transfer.
And you can make it into a little quilt.
Oh, right, hang on. That's not an iron-on transfer, is it?
Because it's not reversed.
Because it's not the right way. But on yours, you'll get an... That's the right way round for the thing. Yeah. In their pack, it'll be back to front, so don't panic when you get it, because obviously when you iron it down. And
so what you could do, if you don't want the happy birthday, don't let this be put off by you.
Yes.
Let's cut this up.
Woo!
You can just cut up, and this is really handy. I'll show you why. This is very handy. This might not be an iron-on transfer.
And also you can use, yes, it'll be the iron-on transfer, but you can use it up to 6 times, we say. You can use it a little bit more, but we have to say up to 6 times. We have to say welcome to lots and lots and lots of new buyers today as well.
So if that was just transferred down with the iron, that would come out just like that with nothing on it at all. So it would be superbly gorgeous, okay? Or you could write your own celebratory thing, lovely thing on there. But you've now got this.
Oh, for something else? Now, we have to get these transfer pens in stock here, because if you did want to put, you could put "I love you" or something like that. Absolutely, or Happy Holidays, or summertime, or
Happy
something. Camper van.
Happy camper
Or is this
van.
not a camper van?
No, because it's a little bit classy for a camper van. Don't we? We like this. The Russian doll quilt's looking very natural and organic. This is for a nice chair.
Beautiful. That would look lovely on my picture.
And this is simply a back stitch, a simple back stitch with the cotton and broderie thread, one strand. We've got wadding included, so you get that little quilted effect. So this time you're going to stitch onto wadding, not onto violin.
Oh, okay. I just need to, sorry to interrupt. First of all, there's a queue on the phone lines. Secondly, when everyone checks out their baskets, there's only 7 of these left.
Oh, it's a beauty.
Yes,
it is
gorgeous.
It's a lovely one.
This
also can be used as appliqué. You could use these and make them into little appliques.
But all the instructions, again, what I love about your instructions is they're all typed out and everything with a nice picture and everything, but then you also get Mandy's stitch, there you go.
Stitch guide.
Little stitch guide and all Mandy's little tips about binding and everything like that.
This is a great technique for a cushion as well. Can I just show you, because they're 2 flat layers, and I've just bound the edges, and you get that lovely.
So there's no bagging, it's not a bagged out one.
No. And what we've done is once we've made it into this flat cushion, let me show you. I've just.
You don't get the cushion pads in it. We do sell cushion pads on our website.
The cushion pad you need is 17 by 13, but it is actually on the pattern.
Yeah.
So let me just show you. Take that out. Look at this.
Janie says, thank you both for your wonderful time, making me laugh and enjoying your enthusiasm.
Good,
That's what it's all about, though, isn't it? But there are now too many in the baskets.
But you see what I mean? So it's 2 pieces of fabric. We did make an envelope backing.
Yep.
At the back, envelope backing here for your cushion.
Oh, you do your envelope backings quite high up, don't you?
Yes, we have had this conversation before, darling.
Yes, but not a new people.
Yes, well, you're quite particular, aren't you, where your zip or your envelope
I can't have a zip.
Yeah,
can't have a zip in a pocket
John,
for personal.
I can.
You can. I can't.
I can, and there is one on there.
I can't.
We can't live together then.
No, we were never planning on it. Mind you, if you move out, I might move in. Nice house. She's got a gorgeous house with a lovely shed at the bottom of the garden.
Lovely shed.
Just talk about the envelope backing there. There's enough fabric to do the envelope backing.
Yes, there is. And so then what you do is you just bind the edge beautifully, instructions, and then you stitch a couple of inches in, and that's how you get that lovely frill around the outside. It's like an Oxford pillowcase. Yes. Would you say?
Do you see now? I always, because when you buy Oxford pillowcases, they're more expensive than your domestic house-made ones, aren't they? So I buy 2. I buy 2 plain, 2 without the frill on, and 2 with.
Yeah, for the top. Yeah. I like making my bed.
I love getting into my bed.
Oh God! I had the electric blanket on the other day.
You had what?
The electric blanket on.
Last night.
Not in my hotel room, no.
Oh no, you're up here. Yes, of course you were last night. I was going to say, bring it with you. Apparently, it's going to snow on Tuesday.
Yeah, but you say that up here. I'm down south. Nothing so down south.
Oh no, it's not. It's coming that way. Apparently.
Oh, from France. Oh well, that'd be great. I love a bit of sledging. I love a bit of sledging.
Oh, let's do the heart first. Let's do the heart first.
Okay. So we've got. That's gorgeous. Move that out of the way. And so we've got.
I've got loads of time. It's just they're buying them too quickly. That's
I know.
The problem.
We've got lots to show.
Yeah, we've got lots to show.
We've got a hanging heart. I showed you on the first show how we did these. We don't really need to repeat that procedure.
I haven't got anything to go with this one now.
But this is all you need is love. And my husband's a great. Am I allowed to say this? That my husband's a great Beatle fan.
Yeah, what you're going to say? I thought you say my husband's a brilliant lover.
Yeah, but he is so John. My husband's talking like things like this, gorgeous. But also because
he's a carpenter, he's really butch,
gorgeous,
fit, isn't he?
So once when we were in New York together, he bought for me off a Pepsi Cola shop. A little ring that said, is a plastic ring that said, all you need is love. And so,
were you married at that time?
I was married.
Yes.
So on my ring, you can't see it now because it's vaguely worn off. We've made each other these rings that says, all you need is love.
Has he got one as well?
Yeah, he has, And we've got them for our kids as well. They all haven't all got them, but love is all you need. I'm such a romantic. But shut up. But
is this a kit?
This is a kit. This is a kit, and it's got the iron-on transfer in, and it goes with our collection of them. You've got it, well done. But what I was going to say to you is, I know Valentine's Day is coming up. This is where it comes up.
Right, don't rub it in.
But I know lots of people of you out there, guys, and especially the guys, thinks it's too commercial. But I'm very worried that sometimes your lives are so busy bringing up your children, dog walking and going to work, and we forget to make sure that the ones we do need and love are loved. And that could include your children.
What about people who don't get anything on Valentine's Day?
So you get a lot of love from these. You don't have to have things. You don't have to have things. No. It's the vibe.
No, I get lots of love. I do.
And my husband, I nearly brought them in, but he would have been horrified. He makes me every year a wooden card. He's a carpenter, and he makes me every year a wooden card, and it's always done at the last minute with a Sharpie pen, and it's things like, would you be mine? My heart pines for you. Circles of love.
Circles?
With a wooden...
how many years?
It was a log, yeah, it was a log he gave me. So I think it's really
nice. Are you
nice.
in before Valentine's Day this year?
No.
Are you not?
Well, it's next week, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
14th. But so I just think if you've got, you don't get wrapped up with that commercial stuff. You don't have to, but make sure that you do cherish. Because I work with a lot of ladies who've lost their husbands, and cherish them and want them badly, love them badly. And I just think make sure we cherish them while we've got them.
Yes, exactly.
Your partners, partners.
Yes, your partners, but also cherish your friends.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just remember, just to be around.
And send your kids. Send all your kids an email saying, I love you. We forget the big. I've got big kids, haven't I? No, not little kids. So I love you. Yeah,
they won't back going, I love you too, Mum. Can you do my washing? Can you lend me £50?
Yeah, I'm coming home.
We know. I've got this is the pattern. Quick message, so Jane. Hello, Mandy and John. You two are the dynamic duo. I love you two presenting together. I love Jane from Solihull.
Oh, it's down the road.
I'm coming to Solihull. I know. I'm coming to Solihull on Monday to buy a new vacuum cleaner
from John Lewis
and some new sunglasses.
John Lewis.
Yeah, John Lewis.
You're getting the English designer one.
English designer one?
Yeah, the English.
The man with on the adverts? Yeah. Don't know. Let's get on with it. Right, so why is this back to front?
Because it's reversed, because it's a nylon transfer.
Okay, so if you just saw the last one with the cushion and it wasn't the wrong way around, this is what you iron on transfer, it'd be the wrong way around. So when you iron it down there on the fabric, it's the right way around. Yeah. You can use that transfer up to 6 times. Yeah.
And also, I think this is a lovely idea to give to a baby. You could change it, if you're a brand new baby, we've got babies happening with our crew here. Yes, we have. No.
Him in there, yeah.
And we could do it in pink or blue.
Yeah.
You can start stitching it out. Yes.
But then if you don't know, gender neutral yellow or green.
Yeah, or beige. Beige is very nice.
So what?
Beige.
Yes. Well, these be gorgeous.
Yes,
Right, so in the kit,
you get your 100% linen, you get your cotton batting, you get your very gorgeous DMC cotton broderie, and you get, this is East of India, this is not a cheap ribbon.
No.
The ribbons may slightly vary, but they'll all be East of India and very good quality.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. And they all match beautifully. And that can be used up to 6 times. You can make lots of these.
Okay, so you print that onto your linen.
Yes, yeah.
And then you hand stitch it with all your red work.
And then what I've got something to show you very nice about this. Very nice to show you this. This is somewhere sometimes people get a little bit confused with my patterns, and that's because you're not listening to what I'm saying. You do what you think you need to do.
Yes.
So once you've stitched the whole design, you're going to put it right sides together with some fabric.
Yes.
And you're going to sew with a machine or by hand just around the outside edge of the last mark.
Is it like a 1/4 inch in?
Not quite quarter.
Or even less?
Less than 1/4 inch. So you're going to turn it inside out.
Yes.
Now to get this lovely ridge here,
yes,
lovely ridge, what you're going to do is take your cotton broderie and throw it again.
When you turned it out, you didn't leave a space, did you, round the edge?
No, I didn't. You're right. Now let me. You're very good. You're very professional, John. What would we do with that?
Have you been drinking in your break?
I don't. Could you imagine if I did drink? It would be a disaster, wouldn't it? I don't. You know that I don't.
I had to go for my blood test. When was I off? Yesterday, day before, whenever I was off. And she said to me, I went at 8 o'clock in the morning to have my blood test. She went, have you had a drink? And I went, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. What do you think? I don't drink anymore. I went all like this. She went, no, I meant if you had your water this morning. I was like, she was like, oh, sorry.
Right. So to get this ridge, so what you've done, you've turned it inside out, but you've cut a slit along the back.
Right.
And we're going to cover that slit with your lovely ribbons later on.
Oh, okay.
Because if you cut a slit on the side or the curve anyway, it will always show, and I love you to have a great shaped heart,
yes.
Okay? So you're going to, this would be quite nice if someone's had a heart bypass as well, isn't it?
Oh, no, but I haven't said that. You know the new Facebook page, Phone Call to Fans. Yeah. Somebody put on there yesterday, and all joking apart, her husband was having a triple bypass operation.
Yeah.
So to keep her mind not off him, because obviously she did this beautiful project. So
stunning, it is lovely. It's tough getting a little bit old, isn't it? Tough getting a bit older when things start.
Well, I'm only 39.
Was that me? Very good pair,
No, I think if I'm 39, you must be about 33, I think.
22.
Oh, 22.
22.
Make sure you check out your basket. What are you doing? We're not seeing
what I'm doing is I'm stitching on this line again. Okay, but
so on the inside line?
Yeah. So I'm just doing a couple of stitches.
Before you've stuffed it, then?
Before I stuff it, and then when you stuff it, you'll see, when you stuff it, you get that lovely little ridge.
Oh, yes,
and that's how I created the ridge. So when people...
And have you stitched around the scallops as well?
Yeah, so that was part of the original pattern. Look, that was part of the original work. Yes. And then to put the bow on the back, this is very clever. Now, some people don't do this, and I'm going to show you exactly what you should be doing.
Oh, there's a poem, isn't there?
Oh, yes, there is. Well, there's ears. There's revolving ears. But let me show you this.
Different poem.
Yeah, well, you've made it up. It's somebody else, and another one of your girlfriends.
You're one of my girlfriends, then?
Oh, I thought we were house husbands. Yeah. We're screen husbands,
not husbands. You're a lady.
We're gender neutral. We can be what we like.
We could be household, whatever. Right.
So pretend it's all stuffed and pleasant. All finished and stuffed and pleasant, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to take one of these and you're going to fold it over, cross it over, and that's going to be your hanger.
Right.
So cross it over like that, and that's going to be...
So you do it like one of the ribbons, like one of the charities do it, don't they? Like the breast cancer and the World AIDS Day. It's like a ribbon that crosses over itself, isn't it?
And you're going to stitch that over that seam. That will be sewn up, and you're stitching it. You can't really see because it's so beautifully done. But then we're going to make the bow.
Yes, I'm listening.
And we take 2 ears. That's my ears.
Oh, that's
it. You cross them over.
Yeah.
And you tuck one of the ears in that hole and let that one flip.
Okay.
And you make it a little bit smaller then.
That's so
cute. It's cute.
Caroline says, "Dear John, more Mandy Shaw, please. You two make for super programmes. Love naughty Caroline."
Oh, she's naughty as well.
She's old, naughty Caroline, and she used to be a theatre nurse. Only from through here. We know
wow.
When we did the embroidery thing, we did her name, and I said to Jo, I'll send it to you, and then I did put it in the post to her. And she was over the moon.
It's strange, lots of creative people are nurses. Ask a nurse.
Yeah.
Nurse Roots is effervescent personality is far too much for the sick patient.
So you were too noisy, they're saying? Yeah. Nurse who?
Roots, my surname was Roots.
Before you married, then?
Yeah, before I got married.
It was in those days. Hattie Jakes was in charge, and you wore paper hats.
I did wear a paper hat. So there you are. It covers the back.
Brilliant.
And it creates a nice. So this has gone a little bit haywire.
Yeah. It's been hanging on the tree for ages, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, it's gorgeous. There you are.
Got 2 more things, a couple more. Oh, it's only half past.
Oh, right, come on.
Okay, so we haven't done the love cushion yet, have we?
Oh, let's have a look at that, because I've got some things for that. I can go over.
I know there's going to be a lot of sorting out to do later, isn't there?
We'll go through some blanket stitching with you again.
That goes in there.
That's gorgeous.
This is the love cushion.
Yeah, but again, same theme. Great cushion for a beginner.
Sorry, that's good.
Same theme. Great cushion for a beginner.
You had something in your mouth. I couldn't hear what you were saying.
I know, that's the thing. And this is a lovely little font. This is 100% wool felt. I was going to show you the difference between wool felt and not.
You've used different colours on yours?
Yeah, the sample I've got in my hand is slightly different colours, but you can't see because it's not been worn. But if this had been worn, used, this felt, which is not 100% wool, would have bearded. Okay. And I've got another one of these at home. The brown felt's completely gone. Okay. Yeah. So I thought this was a lovely colour scheme, a really nice little colour scheme.
I could give this one a quick
but
open.
Again, once you've used the pattern, you could actually do a different colour scheme.
Yes.
And it's beautiful. Isn't that lovely? Yeah.
Gorgeous linen.
That is 100% linen.
Yes.
100% linen.
So you've got linen, you've got the wadding, you've got your wool felts, and there's 4 gorgeous colours. Yeah. Look at those. The colours are beautiful, aren't they? And then I've got,
yeah, chocolate brown.
I know, but I never see red really with you.
I know. I thought I'd bring the changes. I thought,
nice.
And actually, I was trying to match your I was told to match your doodah. This is linen rickrack.
That doesn't come cheap. How much is this? $28.99. Yeah. That's brilliant, isn't it?
It doesn't come
cheap.
But
on top of all that, you also get fusible webbing
and your pattern.
And your pattern.
Yes.
Now, in the pattern, I'm presuming the letters must be in here.
Yes, they should be in there. I might have sneaked them out.
No, they're there. Now, are they transfers or are they?
They are just cutting out. They're not iron-on transfer. They're just cutting out. But again, you could have used those to trace them and then fill them in with red stitch.
Yes,
So you can be creative.
I love the lettering, because that's a bit more swirly than you normally do, isn't it?
It's a bit of a swirl,
It's romantic. That'd be lovely for Valentine's Day.
And actually, what I've done on here, I have actually used...
Oh, you get the zip as well?
You get the zip as well. I have put a zip. I know you don't like your zips, but I like the nice taut tightness you get with a zip.
I agree.
And if you do want to sleep with your head on this side of the pillow and you get your little zipper caught in your cheek, well, then it's your fault. Tough.
Now, wouldn't anyone sleep on that one?
No, when you fall asleep on the settee?
Yeah, but that wouldn't be on the settee. That would be on the chair opposite the settee.
Yeah, OK, that's fine. So that's sitting there gorgeous looking at you.
I think actually that'd be in the bedroom. On the
yeah,
chair
it could be,
in the bedroom.
I actually, the other thing is, I've just come back from Japan where things are very minimal, and it's very classy and very nice and streamlined. But when I came home to my home, which was full of wonderful things, I'm a homemaker.
Yes.
And I embrace this. Let's embrace it. Don't follow fashion. Let's embrace it. So first of all, you're going to trace your letter shapes onto your fusible webbing.
Yep.
Okay. And we know sometimes that wool doesn't fuse as well as other fabrics, so you're going to give it a press from the wrong side as well. Okay, so you can give it a press from the wrong side. So cut them out beautifully, place them. Don't forget the larger L letter is the bigger one, and you've got more fabric on the blue. So if you suddenly decide to move things around...
Oh, you can't do the smaller letters, yes. No. So you could do the O, V and E in any colour you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you've got to make the L out of the blue.
Yeah, okay. And yes, because I was doing the sewing quarter thing.
Well, no, and also that would be wasteful, because if you put that much in all of them, you know what I mean? Yeah,
I was trying to keep the kit price down all
this. Yes, of course.
So, of course, you've got chocolate brown thread.
Yes.
I've already started this with the beige thread, and you're going to use. So don't forget, when you're using thick thread and wool, use a nice chunky needle. You don't want one of your fine quilting needles.
No.
And you're going to blanket stitch it in place. And of course, when we go around the curves and things, we want to try and keep this thread down. Flat. Yeah,
I just need to explain. People are saying it's a different... This is one that Mandy made years ago as her sample.
It's my sample.
This is the actual colour you're going to get. This is the colourway you're going to get. So this linen background, this slightly darker linen background that this one's made out of, Mandy's just using this one to show you. That's still linen, isn't it?
Yes, it is linen,
And then they're the 4 colours you get
so
from the letters on here.
You're getting that,
But this is just Mandy's demonstration.
It seems crazy to make another mock-up when it was so similar.
Oh, no. And also people just switch on at all sorts of times, you know.
So you're going to... sometimes when you do blankets, just see if I can find a roller. They're not going to roll for me. Sometimes the fabrics roll forward. So don't forget, you can do our little knot technique. You don't have to do it on every stitch. You can do it on every second or third, or just run the curves. And the knot stitch is when you put the needle behind that loop, and you'll see it causes a little twist. As you close it, you get a little knot. It's not seen, hardly seen.
And also, be careful when you pull it through, not for it not to knot higher up. You need to pull it right the way through.
I've actually never had it not higher up, but that's because I know how to do it. So that's why sometimes
because when you first start, sometimes the knot comes further up, doesn't it?
So just rub it.
Yeah,
so that's what you're going to do. So don't forget, the cotton embroider is just 1 strand, not two. You can use your old threads at home if you want to, but once you've used cotton embroider, you'll never go back. Okay. So you're going to. It's a pleasant evening just sewing that nicely. Now we have little secret tips on how to put our rick-rack on. I don't use piping because rick-rack's so quick and easy. Piping, I do like making piping.
But also, you don't use rick-rack the way other people use rick-rack, do you?
No.
It's kind of a piping of its own,
yes,
really, isn't it?
And it adds a really nice edge. And I did tell you about that lady whose husband, they parted, and he went off on to better women.
Or in his opinion.
In his opinion. And when she had to deliver some post and she looked through their window, their letterbox, she noticed the cushions on the settee weren't piped. So she knew he'd gone down a peg or 2.
Say that again. I didn't hear Paul was talking to
me. So when she looked through the letterbox,
saw there was no piping.
So there's no piping on the cushions. She knew that their class had gone down. Because piped cushions are classy.
Yeah, exactly.
But so we can't always do piping. It involves piping cord and threads. So this is rick-rack. Okay. So what you're going to do, this is very important. You're going to tack your rick-rack on. Now I tack by machine because I'm a quick girl.
Okay.
These are done by hand.
Yeah.
But if you tack by machine, because you could just increase your stitch length, couldn't you?
Yeah.
And you could just whip through. You've got to use the same colour thread as your rick-rack, just in case your tacking shows. You're not going to take it out. But obviously, if I'm doing
you haven't.
I haven't. But also, don't forget, the tacking line I want us to use as a guide on how to stitch it later.
Yes.
So some people do a strange thing. They tack up like a rick-rack. I want you to do tacking right.
Because that's going to be your sewing line, is it? The red line.
So when you come to put this to your back of your quilt, your cushion, when you come to sew it together, you've got a guideline. So if you stitch on that line, you know you've gone through the middle. Now, what the big secret is, I want you to forget seam allowances. This is a cushion. I want you to stitch through the middle of your rick-rack. So if you've got chunky rick-rack, it doesn't matter. If you've got fine rick-rack, it doesn't matter. Just stitch through the middle of your rick-rack, ignore the seam allowance, and sew on the same line. And that means you will get just humps. Half humps.
Like dinosaur humps.
If you don't do that, you lose your humps.
Yes.
And you get lots of holes.
What's the point of doing it then?
What's the point of doing it? So people think, you think, without a Mandy there, you think you want to do this.
Yes.
I don't know why you think that.
Well, it's just...
So when you turn it inside out, your humps have gone, okay? So don't make sure, your humps are to the edge of your fabric.
Yeah.
And because it's a cushion, we can ignore seam allowance and just sew through the middle of that. Okay.
Brilliant.
That's gorgeous.
Okay,
yes.
and then there's enough fabric to do the backing as well, and then you also get the zip.
You get the zip
in the bundle to do it.
So shall I just quickly show you how I would love you to do a zip?
Very, very quickly.
Have you got? Shall we come back to it then? Do you think?
Yeah, come back to it if we have time, because I've still got
a wonderful technique.
Other things to go through, haven't we?
Okay, well done.
So please check out your baskets again, all of it, because we. Right, okay, now, where is it? I've got to show this quilt, right?
Oh.
We've only got the pattern for it. It's this one here, isn't it?
Yes, it used to be a kit.
This quilt.
Yeah, this is a beauty.
I think it's just... Now, I've only got the pattern for this. Have I got it the right way up?
Yeah. Now, this is... we gave you a little less. This here is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 7-block applique. So actually, everything else. So what that means is there's 7 blocks to applique, and I did use a mixture of hand and machine blanket stitch.
Right.
So I use a raw edge blanket stitch. I don't needle turn under. But if you're a needle turn girl and you wanted your threads your ends to be very, very neat, you could needle turn it all under. Just add a 1/4 inch to all the measurements.
But also, I just think this is a brilliant one if you do love doing a little bit at a time.
Yes, yeah.
Because you'd make each of those applique blocks as individuals, wouldn't you?
And they go together very, very quickly. So the whole quilt goes to very, very quickly. This is a little bit time consuming, the scallop border, but don't worry if you don't want to put it on, you don't have to put it on.
Now, $12.99, it's like a book.
Yes, it is.
It's like a book, isn't it, these instructions?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's called The Quilter Lives Here.
Yeah.
And I just love this. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, well, it's like a lesson as well, do you think? Because I've got through here, I've got, at the beginnings of this, I've got applique lessons, how to use fusible webbing, how to use threads, how to transfer things. So it's a very, very helpful little booklet as well.
So but then each block is covered. Yeah, it's not like, you just do a block like this. Every single block
is covered individually.
It's covered, individually.
And this Tree of Life, I give you...
that theme of the day. We've had the Tree of Life in the last hour, haven't we? Yes.
What we've got on here are all things poignant to my family. Like we've got a dressmaker in the fold. We've got a dancer. We've got ballet shoes somewhere. Ballet shoes. I make mohair bears. We did have a black cat. Cupcakes,
and
teapots, a chicken at the top. That's not a chicken at all. So we put lots of things on, and people ask me to draw golf clubs and all sorts of.
Yes. Who's that on the swing?
That's my children, my lovely girls. I've got
all of them. That's encompassing all your girls.
All the girls. I haven't got hard. There's I'll tell you about a little dog there. Cupcakes, purses, handbags. Dressmaker. So there are all lots of little things. You can make it very, very personal.
You can make it personal. You could change that.
And I've given you a whole list. You'll see. Here we are. Look. Oh, I've gone berserk with this. This gets better. So on here we have got a football. We've got trugs. We've got bees, gardening.
So things that you haven't necessarily got on yours.
Yes, mine's never quite as finished as perhaps yours might be. But there's loads of things on here that.
But then you could also, like you say, if your family have a specific trait, you could draw it yourself, really, couldn't you?
Yes.
But look, carrying on with instructions, there's all the placing instructions. Yeah. Everything you need is in it. Look.
It's been well. We have made this many, many times. I've taught it many, many times, and there are lots of samples, but it's not often been on sale.
No.
Because people don't see it very well on the website. It doesn't look like but in real life it is lovely. And shall I tell you what's very lovely, very special about this for me, is that my delicious mum had dementia and took an awful long time to be with dementia, but then had a stroke and it took a long time to to dye. And all my life, I've been covered with, my house has been surrounded by bags of wool and buttons and things on the table. And so while my mum was dyeing, which is beautiful because she needed to pass on, I sat with her for 3 days, legs up on her bed, stitching. I had threads everywhere, I had fabric everywhere. And so I finished this quilt with my mum. And so it's almost like I came into a world of sewing with her and she left with my sewing. So a very precious quilt.
But you could almost, if you're going to use your own fabric, you could also use it as a memory quilt as well, couldn't you? Look at all these people.
Oh, God, that's amazing.
This is going to sell out as well, $12.99. It is exquisite,
it is lovely.
And again, you've used what I would say were traditional Mandy Shaw
type
fabrics. But you could almost, like in my house, it would have to be vibrant and loud and noisy.
But can I just say to you, when you're making a quilt, so let me just say this to you. Yes. Lots of people say, oh, Mandy, where'd you get the fabric from? Can we get those fabrics? No, we can't. But if this is going to go in your lounge, make this to suit your lounge.
Yes, exactly.
Because sometimes people pick up fabric, make a quilt, and it doesn't fit anywhere. Make it like you say. So you just need about half a dozen fat quarters, and this is very scrappy.
To do all the bits in between and everything.
So just make sure it goes somewhere, fits somewhere. But it is a mixture of hand quilting, machine quilting, hand blanket stitch, machine blanket stitch. You know, I do anything like that.
I'm having to fold you up because there's too many people in baskets. Such a busy show today. Right, OK. If you've got it in your basket, some of you will get it. Some of you will get it. More people have got it in their basket than we've got available, so you do need to check out.
Oh, dear, oh dear.
Right.
It's very, very exciting.
Right.
What we got left?
Books and the sew. Should we do the sew special first of all? Every day at 9 o'clock we do a special auction for you that if it's affiliated to the designer, whichever designer is in that day. This is something Mandy's created especially for us for our birthday week. Now you will have seen a Mandy Shaw birthday cake before, but not in these colourways. No.
This is made especially for today's show, and they're good fun. And they're just lovely. And I have them on my Welsh street. You know, do you have plates that stand? What they call cake stands?
Yes.
Well, I've got half a dozen of these on my cake stands.
Are they out all the time?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd hate to dust your house.
You don't do dusting.
Oh, you don't do dusting?
No, don't do dusting.
My Hoover, I told you my Hoover broke down. Anyway,
that's why it broke down.
Yes, to do too much dusting. $19.99, fantastic price. Now it's limited. More than half of them have sold. There are some left. If you want this, not many though.
It's fat free. And also I'm thinking, like, say someone's birthday, you worked in a doctor's surgery and it was birthday time and you're sick of all the cakes that keep coming in. Just make a cake for the whole surgery, and when it's someone's birthday, here we go, let's sing a song.
Exactly. Oh, sing a song. Good morning, both. We hope to see more.
Oh, is this letter?
We hope to. No, hang on. But I hope we see more of. Oh, hang on, I can't read it. Good morning, both. Hope we see more of you both loving the banter. Mandy, you're such a tonic and so clever.
Oh.
John, my husband will only watch the show if you're on. He loves your bubbly banter.
He fancies you.
And thank you, because I can only buy. No, hang on. And thank you, because while he's laughing, I can shop.
Good.
Brilliant. That was Trish in South Wales. Thank you. Bodda.
Oh.
Right.
Showing off again.
Welsh. My first job was in Wales, at Theatre Clwyd in North Wales. Stitch at home?
Stitch at home. It's lovely. It's lovely. I said it on the first show, and I'll say it again. Very proud of my books.
Yes.
And some of them have sold out. Do you know what that mean? You can't get them anymore.
Yes, can't be reprinted.
And that's why I brought it back. It has been on the show once before. But if you also, guys, if you've got the book, for goodness sake, look in it, because there's some wonderful projects. I worry about people having their books on their bookshelf and not fingering them.
I'm a little bit like that. Because obviously I had all my books when I was at college, my pattern cutting books, which I've worn because I had to keep going back. But I've got other books that I've bought, and I was in, because I've got them, a big bookshelf is in the back bedroom, and I sat with Nellie, my cat, who's not very well, she's got epilepsy. But anyway, I know, she's on drugs, right? She's as high as a kite. She walks around the bedroom going, wow. Anyway, I was sitting with her, like, just giving her a little bit of love, and I looked at my bookshelf, and I was like, do you know what? I haven't opened that book. I haven't opened that book.
Oh, books are my most precious things, and my grandson adores his books. And we've just had a new library built in a town near where my daughter lives, in Seaford, and it's stunning. So,
that's unusual, a new library, because they're closing them down, aren't they?
And my daughter uses the library all the time to make sure, because you can get all of my books in the library. So if you just feel a little bit twitched for a minute, go and have a look in the library, then you can buy your own copy.
Well, yeah, I was going to say that. Now, how many projects are we saying here? Over 20 handmade fabric and embroidery projects. One pattern can cost $12.99, can't it? And you've got all of those patterns in here.
Yeah.
We haven't done that one.
No, this is really gorgeous because if you have got a dog or a pet, this is very lovely because you won't believe how tatty mine is. This is my Ted, and I've made Ted this dog bed. Very easy dog bed, and it's
Is that your dog?
That's my dog, and it's worn out. The dog bed's now worn out. I've got to replace it. But so that's 5 or 6 years old, and then there's a lovely little collar, a little very safely made a little neckerchief. Yeah. And then if he wants a little soft toy.
Oh, that's not. I thought that was him.
No, it's a toy, darling.
Oh, okay. I thought you had him stuffed.
Get your glasses. So I do little themes in here, and then like we're on the beach here.
Yes. Oh, I see. So it goes pets.
Yes,
beach.
we can make a little bit of bunting, and we make a wonderful beach bag. Now we have got that here.
Yes, that is somewhere. Could get Chris to get the beach bag very quickly. We've got a couple of minutes.
I'm not sure it happened. And then of course with the designer from the beach bag, you could have made.
No, can you get in the beach bag? Can you get Chris to get the beach bag,
I'm not sure
please?
I've done with it.
Oh.
It's here.
It's here. I saw you with it.
Yeah.
All the other things for this book. If you look on the shelf here.
Oh yes. Oh.
We've got the sewing machine cover at the top there.
Lovely.
Are you going to still of it, or are you going live? Look, there's the that's in the book. Then if you go down a page, there's the tea cozy and that lovely house cut out in felt. All those projects are in. There you go. All those projects are in this book. There you go. There it is. Well done, Chris.
This is lovely. But this is. I love this so badly. I keep saying to you, love what you make, but I can't use it.
Oh, why not?
Because it's so nice.
Oh.
Because it's so lovely. But look at this. So it's a very simple bag to make. It's like making a quilt.
But that's in here, isn't it?
That's in here. Look at that. And also, don't forget this idea of this bag. I've also made as a bag for sewing. So ignore the beach hut and do a sewing thing.
Do sewing machines?
Yeah. So it's got lovely pockets and things. So that's in there. Oh, look at the dots. Love it badly.
Dear John, I've done that one.
Oh, is that another one?
There's more, there's loads. There's so many messages. Sorry we haven't read them all out. Hi, Mandy and John. Love the show today. Have bought some fabulous goodies. Thank you. That's from Kim in Worcestershire.
Thank you, Kim.
What chicken did you want to do?
Oh.
Not Norman. No, not Norman's my cat. Paul, what did you want? Ditto, Trish. I love John and Mandy. Can't stop doing red work since seeing Mandy last year. Thank you. Did you say you wanted to do the chicken?
There's a chicken in here, darling.
The tin.
The tin, the chicken?
Oh, this tin.
Oh.
Everybody gets one of these. I was thinking, Mandy hasn't made a tin. Everybody gets one of these until stocks last this week, the birthday week. We will never be selling them. They're just a little gift. It's one per person. It's one per person. Yours will come full of jelly beans. Once you've eaten the jelly beans, it becomes a perfect little box for your pins, like little tin for your pins.
And how do you get them? Just by ordering?
Just ordering something. Just buy something and it's yours, yeah.
Have you got one?
No, well, this is mine.
Empty?
Empty, because Natasha ate them all on the birthday. Right. Stitch into spring, Mandy Shaw. I only got 5 minutes from that. When are you back next?
Oh, I am back. I have got a date, but I don't remember.
Okay.
Yeah. About 6 weeks, but I've definitely got 2 more big dates.
When's Easter? Will that be before Easter?
I'm not sure, but
ooh, anyway.
That's very exciting.
Mandy Shaw's Stitch into Spring. We're supposed to come to your house, aren't we, to see your Easter?
Come and play with me.
I'll come and visit. I know where you live now. I've Googled you. I said to Pitch Tana, going, look, this is our house with the things in the window.
Oh, did you see it?
Yeah. $8.99, this book, all about spring. Lovely read, isn't it, that one?
Very cute. I do decorate all the time, and it adds a little bit of spice to your life. Your husband might think you've gone mad, but ignore him. Yeah. Your partner. Yeah. But just when the spring comes, all this comes out, and you sit on these lovely things here. And then when summer comes through, these go away, and other things replace it. So I just love this. It's got all the full-size templates. Lots of lovely bunnies and things, and it's a sort of little booklet.
It's just joyous, really, isn't it? It's all about celebrating life, really, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Because in this day and age, we all go work, and there's less and less time to actually enjoy. And we're only here once, aren't we?
And people moan about the weather, but embrace the fact that we're indoors, and then get your books out, dust them, look through them, make things, look out for daffodils. They come in.
Oh, they're coming up, aren't they? Yeah. Right, I've got lots and lots of new buyers today. Welcome. This is Mandy Shaw.
Hello.
Right, if you're a new buyer, it's not yours until you check out. So if you've got it in your basket, you do need to check out, because so many people come in, especially during Mandy's shows, and put them in their baskets, and then, of course, when you come to check out, it's not guaranteed until you check out. Yeah. That's the whole thing. 1 P&P for the whole day, 24 hours, so you can check out as many times you like. You only pay 1 P&P for the whole day. Right, I've got 2 minutes left. What should we talk about now?
What should we talk about?
What do you want to recap, Paul?
What would they like? What?
Oh, Right, the crowns, the crowns from the 8 o'clock show. There's still people who haven't checked out on that. There are still people who haven't checked out on that gorgeous bunting with the lettering details.
Oh yeah,
and
that was
everything.
very gorgeous.
It's gone now.
That's all gone.
I haven't got any of the bunting here or anything to show you, but should we show the still of it then?
Yeah, just show the still. Bunting's a very important thing in your life as well, because I think it makes people feel merry.
Yes.
And so great gift. So rather than giving those dodgy old gifts that we talked about, a little bundle of bunting.
But also it's kind of you all think of celebration, don't you, with bunting? Yeah. That's what you can make. Oh, that's the bundle there. That's the kit. Yeah.
It's all mode of fabric. It's all 100% cotton, very good quality fabric, not the cheap fabric you might put in a bunting kit.
And lovely colours, beautiful fabric. They're the 3 crowns from the first. That's the first thing we did, 8 o'clock this morning. There's a few of those not been checked out their basket. There's the bundle. You get pleather in that. You get felt,
silver
you get denim, silver pleather. And then look at all, you see, the thing is, keep that up, right? Now you think, we're doing kiddies things, oh, you don't need to have special, lovely stuff. That ribbon, that braid, all from Spain, that one, isn't it?
Yeah, Spanish.
Really, really good quality. So it's not stinting, even on something you think, oh, it's just going to be for...
Well, they're children for a long time, so you can have these party hats coming out time to time. My grandchildren and my kids, when there's someone's birthday, we have party hats. And it's good fun, a giggle, a smile. You know, that's what it takes sometimes to make your day.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you so much. It's been a joy to you. It was far too long since the last time. Have you got another holiday coming up?
Oh, I'm going off to Barcelona. I'm going to the Stitches Quilt Festival.
I've not been invited to that one.
No, I'm going with Arena Travel.
Oh, I should be advertising. Anyway, thank you so much. Have a fantastic time. Got a little message from Helen before I go. Mandy, I love you.
Oh, thank you,
You
Helen.
are so inspirational, and I love how much you love what you make.
Yes,
That's
we
exactly
must love what we make. Yeah.
Thank you so much. As I say, it's a joy. She's going home now. Make sure you check out your baskets. I'm back in 3 minutes with old Liberty tote bags and a Liberty cushion and some Liberty charm packs as well.
Lovely.
Go nowhere. Thank you so much.
Bye, darling. Bye. See you next week.
See you in 3 minutes.
Follow us on Instagram. Search for our Sewing Quarter page and follow us to get our latest posts.
When I first got into quilting, about 10 years ago now, all the fabrics I'd used up until then, sort of patterned fabrics, were always really standard stripes or spots. And then to discover all the prints that were really out there, and then to find Tula Pink, I instantly loved everything she did. Her work, the illustrations within the print are amazing, but then also you have all the colours she uses. They're so bold and vibrant, and to find somebody that can blend the two, the illustration and the colour, I just think her work is so inspirational. She's one of those designers, I look at her fabric and immediately want to create something with it and want to begin making. A lot of the things I've made with my Tula stash have been gifts for other people. So these cushions were a gift for my mum this Christmas. I absolutely love this range of fabric. Her designs are whimsical, but with an edge. If they're not cutesy, and all the details in this fabric I particularly loved, and so did my mum. So she got these for Christmas, and because I loved it so much, I am also working on a quilt version of it for me, which hopefully will be done by this coming Christmas.
Join Tula for her Sewing Quarter debut on Wednesday, the 7th of February. Only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78 and Sky Channel 678. Join us on Wednesday the 7th of February when we're thrilled to welcome Tula Pink into the Sewing Quarter family with her debut show. Tula Pink's fabric designs are inspired by her love of animals and nature, and she enjoys hiding animal characters in unusual places in her illustrations. Her bold use of colour and patterns makes her fabrics a joy to quilt and sew with. Tula also has her own range of tools to add a special touch to your workroom. Her biggest fans include our own designers Lucy Brennan and Joe Carter. Like many people around the world, they're inspired by her gorgeous fabrics, so we can't wait to reveal these exciting prints and accessories. So join Tula for her Sewing Quarter debut on Wednesday, the 7th of February. Only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78 and Sky Channel 678. We're celebrating our birthday this week with 8 amazing competitions, and all you have to do for a chance to win is shop with us at Sewing Quarter. When you make your next purchase at Sewing Quarter from Wednesday the 31st of January until the 7th of February, you'll automatically be entered into our daily prize draw. The amazing prizes change every day and include stunning fat quarters, patterns, books, storage bags and tools. And that's not all. We're finishing the birthday week with a mega bundle of goodies to be won, worth over £700. Everyone who has shopped with us and spent over £30 during our special birthday week will be entered into a draw to win a final prize. An Elna Lotus sewing machine, plus reams of fabric, prim accessories, storage, and so much more. So join us for the celebration from Wednesday the 31st of January on Sewing Quarter and be in with a chance to win. Good luck!
Happy birthday, Sewing Quarter. Thank you to everybody for your support over the past year.
I'm surprised she put that hat on, you know. She's such a miserable so-and-so backstage. She comes out all lovely and dovely out here and everything. Oh, she and Joe Carter, divas, I can't tell you. Anyway, you know there's a competition every single day. All you have to do to enter is buy something. If you buy one thing, you go in once. If you buy 10 things, you go into the raffle 10 times. It happens every single day. In a minute, I will be telling you who has won today's. But all you need to do is buy something. Shall I show the picture of what they're going to win for tomorrow? For today, today's, right? This is what, if you enter today, that is what you win, right? Now, have we actually got the real thing, or we've got a still of what the person who's won today has got? Okay, don't worry. It'll be a surprise, because today's winner is Margaret Baxter. Oh, now that's been put on the wrong picture. That's not your prize, Margaret. That was the day before's prize. That's not your prize. That was the day before. Was it not? No. How many days have I been in? I'm getting confused. Sorry. I thought I'd already given that away. Sorry, my bad, Margaret. That is what you're getting. Oh, that's the cutting mat portfolio thing. It's beautiful, lovely scissors. Isn't that funny? I thought I'd already get. Oh, I know what it is. You see the stitch fabric at the bottom? The person before won that as well. Anyway, Margaret Baxter, congratulations. All you had to do was buy something. Margaret, that'll be winging its way to you obviously next week now, because we won't be shipping it out this weekend. Congratulations. So you, this time tomorrow, I could be telling you what you've won today, but tomorrow, if you get what I mean. Anyway, let's move on, because we've got more. Oh no, I've got to say about the sewing machine first of all. Sewing machine, got a special deal on the sewing machine. It's limited, it's for the whole weekend. I have to show it to you on a picture though. Now you know the machine is $9.99 normally. So today you'll still pay $9.99 for the sewing machine, but today, or this weekend until stocks last, you will also get the Bargello Sorbet quilt kit. You try saying that. 6.5 meters of fabric, the wadding, the thread, and Jane Alcock's instructions. Worth £57.98. You get that thrown in completely and utterly for free. It's fantastic. 1p&p, remember, if you buy sewing machines, if you buy pins, if you buy anything, 1p&p. The only thing will be is if you do buy that, you've got to remember that they will come in 2 deliveries. The fabric will come from us, and the machine will come direct from Elna. So if it arrives and there's no sewing machine in it, don't be thinking, or the other way around. They will both come from 2 separate places, but it's well worth it, that machine. Very popular, very popular. Right, okay, I'll show you the projects first. We've got 2 gorgeous tote bags that we're doing this hour. We're not making both of them. There's this one in the Mimi with the pink straps. And then we've got this one with the Emily silhouette fabric with the purple straps. There's obviously nothing in that one. Okay, there's a picture of it there. And then we've got this gorgeous cushion cover, which is a log cabin cushion cover. Now, we've got the kits for all 3 of those, which I shall show you in a minute. But before I do that, in the earlier hour, 9 o'clock hour, I promised you that I'd have some Alice Caroline charm packs and hexes. Here are the hexes. They're 1 3/4 inch Liberty hexagons. I haven't got my glasses. Oh, 30. You get 30 hexagons in there. Beautiful. If you do your English paper piecing, things like that, that's beautiful, isn't it? $14.99. I've also got 2 charm packs. Now, remember, they're Liberty Tana Lawn, these. I've got... the yellow and pastels is this one. That's the yellow and pastels. They're charm packs. They're 5-inch square charm packs, 20 of them, for £14.99. That's good value, isn't it? Okay, and then I've also got them in pastel and blue, if you like the pastel and blue. Now, these are obviously charm packs. 5 by 5 inches in size. £14.99. Aren't they lovely? They're the blue tones, and then there's the other ones which are the lemon tones. Okay, right, let's go over. Let's take these over and this over. All right.
Hi.
Did you have a nice break?
Oh, I did. A lovely cup of tea.
Oh, lovely cup of tea. Right, what are we doing first?
I'm going to do the log cabin cushion.
That's fine.
Because
that's fine. Before we go any further, can I just tell you, if you're watching the 9 o'clock hour, we love this quilt. We absolutely adore this quilt. More than half of the stock, and we had lots, has been checked out. There's still a lot in baskets. You want to check out your baskets. If you missed the hour, you can either watch on catch up later on or go to YouTube. We've still got a few of these kit left, £74. There's enough, there are enough. No, in the kit, there's the fabric to make the whole of the front and the binding. You get all the templates and all the instructions. All you have to supply is the wadding and the backing, £74.99. So I'll show you that again in a minute. There are lots of you still with that in your basket, and I don't want you to miss out. I do need you to check out, that's all. Okay, right, so we're starting with the cushion.
I'm going to start with the log cabin cushion.
So can I just point this out? This is the kit that you get. So now is the kit everything, oh, well done. You've done this before, haven't you? The kit is everything except the cushion pad, isn't it?
Yes, you need an 18-inch cushion pad.
So it's got the backing in as well. Oh, there you can see the backing there.
Yep.
That's the backing fabric, which is quilting weight cotton, isn't it, the backing?
Yes, it's the quilting weight cotton.
But the front, oh, I love that one, is the Tana Lawns.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, isn't it?
Do you know when I did, I'm sure I told you this, when we did the costumes for 7 by 7 Brothers for the national tour and into the West End, nearly all the dresses, the girls' dresses were made out of Tana Lawns.
Were they?
Yeah.
It's because it's so fine, it's so
It's
gorgeous,
beautiful.
isn't it?
Really moved. We put a petticoat underneath it, and oh, still gorgeous. Right, okay,
Gorgeous.
so where do we start? Let's open this.
So all log cabins generally start with a centre point.
Okay, I'm just going to, before you start this,
it's generally a square. Oh, I do need an iron, yes.
Yeah, I've got. So we'll need to move all this in a minute to get the ironing out, that's all.
Sorry. So they all start with a centre point.
Did you know in traditional times, the centre of log cabin was either red for the heart or yellow for the fire of the home?
Yeah, it is. And then they were often, you know, half of it was shaded light. So, for example, this half might be on the diagonal light to represent the light part of the home, and then this part might be dark. And then also, a lot of log cabins have thinner and wider strips, don't they, and things like that. There's so many designs.
So many.
Just looking them up. And they've got this fab thing called courthouse steps as well.
You read my mind.
Oh, did I read your mind? So, for example, this, and this would all be in sort of maybe in darks or in a similar fabric. So it looks like the steps going up to the courtroom house.
We'll need to, it's just that I forgot to get the ironing board out and it just needs to be space. That's all right, that's okay. Right, do you want to put the cushion on that side? Put the cushion on that side, come here, there you go. Right, okay, so in the kit, you get lovely, loads of strips.
You get all the strips. They're all pre-cut, the strips, so they're all the right width.
Okay, they're all the right width, but they're not cut. You still have to subcut them, don't you, for the actual bits you need?
You've got to subcut either according to the instructions, or you could design it in your own way.
Right.
We've designed it for you because you basically don't want to end up with two fabrics the same next to each other.
Oh yes, look. Again, like the Tree of Life, there's a key to follow the patterns, the number of the patterns and everything like that, look. Now, obviously, you can change that because you get the same amount of every fabric, don't you?
You do. You just need to make sure.
Yes, okay.
Top tip, if you do change, you need to make sure that one of the, for example, this is the first little bit I'm starting with, but that bit would then need to be a long bit.
Right, oh,
Are you
right,
with
right,
me?
right,
So
right.
if you want to start with this one...
So if you start with that in the centre...
Yes, you'd need to finish off with one of those.
Okay.
Because otherwise...
There's not enough fabric.
There's not enough fabric.
Okay, no, that's fine, that's fine. But measure it, before you cut anything, just keep measure it and check it.
All the measurements are here,
Look.
so you could plan it out and decide yourself by doing your own little
Oh,
thing.
yes, actually, you do your own colouring in, couldn't you, really? Look, there's all the
You
measurements.
could colour my numbers, couldn't you?
There you go, you see, brilliant.
The only bit you can't change is your centre square.
Yes.
Unless you decide to put in your own fabric, of course.
Yes, of course.
So this is, I love this. This is one of my favourite Liberty fabrics. It's called Betsy.
It's called Betsy, is it?
Betsy, yeah. Do you have many log cabins on this show?
We do log cabins, only because I love them so much, and we have a really good creative grid
you do?
trim
Oh,
tool.
great.
Yeah.
Great. So once you've mastered log cabin, and actually it's a thing that's loved by beginners and by experienced people because you can experiment with the colours and some of the things that people do. We run a project, a quilt charity project at Alice Caroline, and some of the quilts that come in are stunning. They're so amazing. So we're going to work round in a clockwise direction.
Yes.
Do I need to do it the other way for the telly? No?
No, just you do it how you're supposed to do it.
Okay, so it's right sides together, and we're going to start on...
So hang on, you've got your Betsy as your centre, have you?
Betsy is the centre. So the green square is your centre fabric,
okay.
and that's the one that's on the front of the pack.
Yes.
So I would pin right sides together.
Yeah. Now, this is, as you said earlier, Tana lawns are fine.
Yes.
So you make sure you've got the right sides together, because sometimes you can turn the fabric over.
Yes.
Is that the right side? Is that the right side? Just
Yeah,
make sure
I mean, some it's really obvious,
Yes.
but I mean, on others, which
well, no, but if you're rushing along...
Yeah, you see this one, for example, this pink.
Yes.
You know, you might look at that and think, oh, wow, that's a, that's
yes.
a right side.
Right.
So we're sewing at a 1/4 inch seam.
Okay, size of stitch?
Oh, well,
just
whatever you want to do. You know, a medium-sized stitch is perfect. And then you don't need to finish off at the ends because all the seams will be enclosed. I mean, some people really like to do that.
Yes.
Anyway. Oh, could I have the iron?
Yeah, I was going to say, do you press as you go along?
I do. It's really essential to press because otherwise you end up with... oh, yeah, it is switched on. Marvellous. Look at that. It's all ready.
You go there. I'll go around.
And I always like to press to the darker side of the fabric. Press to the dark side.
Yeah, I was just wondering if I need to move anything, but that's a perfect shot.
No, that's great.
That's it,
Sorry, we're going to be doing the...
No, I won't put it away. I'll leave it there.
So that's our first piece.
Okay, so this is one. This is your centre. So you've added to there.
I've added to there.
So now...
And we're going clockwise, so we're now add to here.
Yeah.
And you just need to match up.
Okay, now your piece of fabric that you've got there is longer.
Slightly longer. Yeah, so I've cut slightly longer, and then I'm trimming.
Okay.
So the pattern is...
It's not a precision at this point. It's the cutting up afterwards. It's the precise bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, the way that Alice has done the pattern is to give you a little bit of give.
Yes.
So that, you've got a little bit of...
So it's brilliant for a start, for a beginner then?
This is brilliant for a beginner because it's basically all straight lines and it's such a nice, gorgeous pattern in rainbow colours. So I just pin. Some people prefer to tack. And we can go over the pins.
It's funny, isn't it? That's a real... Some people would never go over a pin. Other people just go, just go straight over the pins. It's fine.
I do go a bit slower over the pins.
Yes.
Oh, we've got a bobbin thing again.
Oh, has it done it again? You cut that off. You go and press it and I'll sort this out. I just need my glasses.
Oh.
Are you all right?
I have to sew it again.
Is it chewed it up? Hang on, I just need to change the bobbin. Oh yeah, look, it's...
I love your sewing knowledge. You have great sewing knowledge.
Oh, I know, but I'm not, it's been years. It's like that thing about riding a bike. A lot of it's come back. Hang on, this goes in as a P, doesn't it? Yeah.
And you can either trim with scissors or you can use a rotary cutter, whichever you're more comfortable with.
Yeah.
Some people would whiz and have their cutting mat out and...
There we go. Just give me a piece of... just get a piece of... I'm just going to check it's all right before you sew your lovely Liberty fabric with it. Yeah. There you go. My new job, the maintenance man.
Thank you very much.
Okay, that's right. So that's centre, 1, 2, and so the next one's going on here.
Yep. And so we're going in. Interesting, you had the Tree of Life in the last
yes,
hour as well.
isn't it?
Look, we've got trees on this. It must be the...
So you had your Tree of Life.
Yeah.
Mandy had a Tree of Life in the middle of
I
hers.
know, I
and
loved
now
hers.
you've got the trees on it. It's lovely.
Hers was so sweet, wasn't it? And so we're just pinning, right sides together again. And so what you could do is pin it, then trim it.
Yeah.
I mean, as you can see, it's a really easy, great beginner's project.
Yeah, no,
or
it's
if you wanted to
fantastic.
do this with a grandchild, or, you know, I sew with my daughter. It's
How old's your
projects
daughter?
like this. She's 10. She's actually
10?
She's quite a good seamstress.
No,
yeah.
no, I'm thinking you're not old enough to have a 10-year-old.
Me? Oh.
Yes. No, I'm not being polite. You don't. You don't
I
look
do
like you're
have a
old enough.
10-year-old, yeah.
Oh. And does she want to do...
Oh, my word. What does Lily want to do? She wants to... well, she's very seriously into acting.
Oh, OK. Oh, you're right.
I'm not having much joy with this.
I'm wondering if we need a new needle on that machine. I think so, sadly.
It's all right. We'll be all right in a minute.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I'll start.
Has Chris got another one
in.
standing by? Yeah. Just go again, then we'll see what happens.
Chris is amazing. He's always got something standing by.
She just said you were amazing, Chris. He's at the end of his 3-month probation. He's got his meeting, but he's going on holiday instead.
Don't blame him.
Yeah, I wouldn't be here if I was you. It's funny they never gave me one. They just... I never had a probation. Who's just
or a holiday.
No, I had one holiday. You what? P45. I don't have a P45.
I was very jealous to hear about Mandy's trip to Japan.
Oh, she goes on the most amazing trips, Mandy, all to do with fabrics, things.
Yeah, great.
So now, have you got those in the order?
I've put them in the right order, just so that I'm not...
I love that one.
Oh, it's gorgeous. This is called Rose. I mean, look
Rose?
at
That was my mum's name. Sorry, I
Was
shattered
it?
that, didn't I?
well, you can just see all the intricacies. That's what I love about Liberty
Yes,
Fabric.
Liberty Fabrics, yes.
Is that, you know, the detail that you get in them.
But they've all got history as well, haven't they, Liberty Fabrics?
They
You know what I mean?
have.
They're all like 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s and things
Oh,
like
my
that.
word. They bring loads back from the archive. I absolutely love, because I do the sort of some of the newspaper stuff with Alice
Yes.
Caroline. And, you know, when we're talking about a new collection that's come out, I have to say it's a dream come true. There's always a brilliant story behind everything.
Yeah, exactly. Margaret's just messaged, hello, John, I'm thrilled to bits. I'm delighted to have won the goodies. Margaret, fantastic you were watching. That's brilliant. They'll be winging their way to you sometime next week. Oh, how fantastic. I love it.
Congratulations, Margaret. That's really nice.
It's a different prize every day, all the way through till, I think the last one is Wednesday.
Is this for the birthday?
Just for the birthday week, yeah.
Birthday prizes, how exciting.
A lot of do-si-doing in the show today.
Oh, I like the do-si-doing.
How are we doing for time? Oh, no, we're all right, right. Yeah, we're good.
I've got a little bit of a hole in there where my sewing machine went
Oh,
wrong.
what?
A bit of a hole where the sewing machine went wrong
Oh,
earlier,
yeah,
but,
don't
you
worry
know,
about that,
ignore that bit.
Yeah.
And as you can see, it builds up really, really quickly.
Yes.
And then we just keep going round.
Round and round and round to the
Round
next
around
one.
the garden. So, yeah.
Oh, now we're repeating now, because this is Betsy from the middle, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. So,
So now, you know the bits you've cut off at the end?
yes.
Do you keep those in case you want to make something little?
Never throw a Liberty.
Okay.
Never throw a Liberty piece. Some of our customers make postage stamp quilts.
Oh, my good. By hand or by machine?
By machine, mostly.
Yes.
I mean, you know, lots of people, you know,
Yeah.
do things by hand. Looking at those hexes that we're selling today,
Yeah.
I made my daughter a hand-sewn hexagon quilt, and they were smaller than that.
You've got too much time on your hands.
Well, I was on maternity leave
Oh,
at the
that's all
time.
right then, that's all right
I don't
then.
have any time now.
Yes.
No time at all now.
Half the cushion, more than half the cushion stock
Oh.
has gone. And I'll go through the hexes and the charm packs with it. It's lovely, isn't it? I think it's gorgeous, that
Well, people do love a log cabin.
I love log cabin, and they also love Liberty Fabric. So
Yeah,
the
and
two
it's a
together.
great way to get your, you know, you've got your strips. And actually, I think with Alice's kits, what sometimes you don't, it's difficult to go and buy, you know, a fat quarter of
yes,
each.
but also, can I say, if you went to Liberty's or any designer store and bought a log cabin cushion, think of the price tag. You know, it's $29.99, and all you've got to do, I mean, obviously you've got to sew it, but you've got to put a cushion pad inside it. I know, because I got, my friend Kayla Barbie bought me a cushion one year, and it was just strips of fabric sewn together, a long thing. It was beautiful, but the price tag was like 80-something pounds for a cushion. Do you know what I mean? Sorry.
Sorry, yes. I mean, you know, Alice loves putting kits together, particularly you know, it's one of our sort of favourite things to do is to and we do.
Yeah, go.
Is to put kits together, particularly for the show, because it makes us do more. You see,
Yes,
it makes us
exactly.
creatively think about what else we could do.
Well,
what would
also, when you put a kit together, it proves that it works. Because you could sit at home and go, oh, you can use any of those fabrics, but then if you make a kit and you go, oh, that doesn't work. Do you know what I mean? You've sussed that out.
Yeah, which is why it's probably best to stick to the pattern,
Yes,
or
exactly.
think about it, or put them together before you cut the fabrics up.
Jane has asked, does she get a tin if she buys off the website? Yes, you do. It's until stocks last. It's one per person. It's somewhere around here. There it is. This is the little tin we're talking about.
Tin.
One per person.
cute.
It comes full of jelly beans. And then once you've eaten the jelly beans, now you can't buy them. They'll never be bought. They'll never be up for sale, these. They're just something for the first birthday until stocks last. It's been that busy this week. They've been flying out. Loving the shows this morning. Can I ask what the code for the brackets for hanging a quilt? Oh, yeah, they had them yesterday, I think. Have you got the... Put Little Paul's looking them up for you now.
Paul. And we do.
I've seen. That won't they have them in the. Sorry, I'm talking to Little Paul.
Oh, that's.
Won't they have them in the warehouse? We just read the number off the back. But somebody's asking about these.
Oh, those.
Quilt hangers. That's all.
Oh, great. And a little tip.
Oh, yes.
If you don't want to worry about sewing over your pins,
Yes.
is if you've got quarter-inch seam, if you just pin back here,
Yes, exactly.
you can just, you know, just sew
just
right
thought of that
over
one,
it.
have you?
Just thought of it. Nah, always got a nice have a little handy hints and
Oh
tips,
no!
isn't it?
There's less than 10 of these left.
Oh no. I'm not going to finish it, am I? It's the story of my life, isn't it?
What? Family
Unfinished sewing projects.
Oh yes. Well, no, you can stay and finish that.
Oh, amazing. You're so kind.
I could finish that. I could do a log cabin.
And the great thing, I suppose, is that you could reuse the pattern over and over again.
Yes, exactly.
I think that's.
Well, also you could use how width? It's a jelly roll, isn't it? Are they a jelly roll width? Let's have a look. Are they 2.5 inches?
They are 2.5 inches.
Yeah, so you could use a jelly roll to do the pattern again with it in future.
Yeah.
I've got the quilt hangers. There they are. Who was that? Oh, there's no name, just customer. There they are. They're £10.99 for prim, natural colour. They're wood, so you can paint them any colour you want. I can't see that anywhere. Oh, couldn't read that. IYPH 26. Thank you very much.
I love the history of the log cabin quilt. It's fab, isn't it?
Yes, but the thing is, when I first came to work here, because my background's obviously dressmaking and costumes, things like that, I was like, oh, well, I won't get into this quilting because it's just...
Oh,
I love it.
That's not happening
this
anymore.
cushion's about to sell out. We'll go on to the bags in a second. I love all the stories that go with it, and the kind of history behind it, and also I love the people that make them. The people, when I first came to work here, one of the experts said, "Oh, the quilting and sewing world is such a friendly world."
Oh, it is.
And I was like, "Oh yeah. It's just so lovely, and the way they look after each other, and you know, they're there for each other. I just think it's brilliant."
It is a lovely world, and that project that I was telling you about earlier, our charity quilt project, that just goes to show how amazing people are, because we last year had a lot more quilts to make to make sure that every child in this orphanage had one, and some of our quilters made 3 and 4 quilts.
Yep.
You know, it's no mean feat, and they were amazing.
I know, people don't, the talent out there. Right, don't go any further, only because we've got more people in the baskets now than we've got stock.
Okay.
So, shall we pretend, I don't want you to make the rest of it, but shall we pretend we've made the whole of the quilt, and then, because the fabric for the backing comes, now they're obviously going to be too big for this, but it's literally an envelope back, isn't it, to the cushion?
It is an envelope back.
Oh, Jeanette's messaged in. Oh, in there.
1, 2, 3, 4. Do you want me to do the envelope?
Jeanette, we are on Sky, my love. She's asked when we're going on Sky. We're on Sky, channel 678. Go on, switch it on now.
So imagine this is the right size.
Do what?
Do you want me to put the envelope backing on it?
No, because we can
the
just
wrong
show it, because
size,
obviously it's going to be the wrong size. So literally, if that was the finished size, you then just put your...
So imagine this is like on here. You'd sew down here, right sides together, down here, envelope it over.
And then you literally sew around all 4 sides, because you can bag out through here, can't you?
Bag out through there.
I'm done.
Beautiful job done.
Do you trim the corners, or is the fabric light enough not to have to do that?
I think the fabric's light enough. You could trim the corners.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. If
And
that's
do you
what
finish any edges?
You can...
As in overlock, do you overlock or zigzag the final edge of this or the final edge of that?
Oh, you can do. I mean, yes, you can
cushion,
zigzag, but it is the inside of a cushion, but it will fray over time.
Yes.
Tana doesn't fray hardly at all.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, that's why it's so great for that raw edge applique.
Oh, I see.
So it's fantastic for that because it's so fine. The thread count's so fine, but the quilting cotton will,
obviously will.
It will
like
a little bit more.
Cotton. Brilliant.
So yeah, you can. Yes, if you'd like to zigzag, you can zigzag.
Right, you tidy up.
Okay.
And I'll show you the charm packs that I've got available, and then we'll move on to the tote bag. Here you go. Here you go.
Thanks.
Right, hexes first. Can I show these? I love the way everything's beautifully wrapped and everything. Right, so hexes. Look at these. They're gorgeous. These are hexes, Paul. What am I saying? It's the Denise Schmidt ones. Yeah, when we did the Denise Schmidt ones all over the table. Do you remember? They're all the colours, 100 of them. Anyway, look at these. Oh, there's now is that Betsy in a different colour there?
It is.
Oh, look, I didn't mean to, but I've made a hexie out of the hexes. Oh, they're gorgeous, aren't they? Look. You get 30 hexes, 1 3/4 inch each. Oh, do you know what's clever? Wait a minute. Is that your template? Yeah. Right, in the package here, right, I've just taken this out. This is that comes in it, right? That's if you're going to do English paper piecing with them, that's the template. Oh, look, I can see it now with my gloves on. So you can cut that one out, make lots of those, and that's your template to sew the... How brilliant. That's beautiful. So that's the hexes. I won't open the charm packs as much as that.
Shall I be your assistant?
Oh, thank you. That goes in there. You don't have to put them all in the bag, just put them on tightly to one side. The most popular charm pack is... Okay, it was the blue, but the yellow's catching up. That's the blue one. It's got pastels and blues. You get 20 5-inch squares. That's 20 5-inch squares, not 25 squares. Okay. Lots of people multi-buying that. I'm not surprised, because you know how gorgeous Liberty Tana Lawn is. And then this one's the yellow, which is just catching up now. They're lovely, aren't they? Again, they're all 5-inch square pieces, and you get 20 of them. Okay, so I've got 2 bags. We're doing the Mamie one, but I've got it in 2 different colourways. Let me just show you very quickly. We've got the Emily, this one, the Emily Silhouette. It's called the Market Tote Bag. Yeah. The finished bag is 11 by 13 inches. The handles are 25 inches long. You get the materials and the instructions in there. That's the Emily Silhouette in purple. And then the one that we're... Oh, $19.99. That's good, isn't it? There it is. And then the one that we're doing now... is the Mamie one. I love those colours.
Oh, they're good, aren't they, with that?
That's the same. I tell you what we used. We had a pin cushion and a sewing box covered in those.
Yeah, they were so nice.
Nice, aren't they? That's the one we're going to be using now. That's the one we're going to be using now. Okay. Right. How long have we got? Half an hour. Well, less than half an hour. 20 minutes.
Oh,
so
great.
Let's go.
So what we do is you get your long piece of fabric and you cut it. Okay.
Let me open this because it's got instructions in, hasn't it?
Yes, it has.
Have you already got the instructions?
I've got them somewhere.
I can open this one. Don't worry. I'll open this one.
Oh, no, I've got them.
Cushion's sold out now. Congratulations, you got that.
So here are our instructions. And this is really, I love this shopper. I think this Market Tote is one of the nicest bags.
It's simple but effective,
I had one and I gave it to my friend who came back from Switzerland because she loved it so much and I really miss it.
You lent it to her?
No, I gave it to her.
There's your pattern. There's your pattern of how you cut it out. Now, it's not cut out, is it? You just get the piece of fabric.
You just get the piece of fabric, but it essentially is 2 pieces of fabric with
the
a
corners
3-inch
cut out,
corner
yeah.
cut out.
Got that? Oh. There you go, look. 22 inches by, so it's 19 all the way down to the bottom, then you cut the 3-inch square out at the bottom there.
Yep.
Okay.
Great. And then we press over at the top, 1/2 inch and then 3/4 of an inch.
Okay.
And sew.
Oh. Right.
I thought I'd try and sew a bit faster for you.
Well, maybe that's going too fast. The sewing machine, that's why it's playing up with you. Because it was like,
too speedy.
Oh, it's Anna. We go slowly now for an hour.
I was going to say, it is on the hair thing. Yes, it's on the hair. You made me nervous about sewing over pins.
No. I do it all the time.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you still dressmake?
Not so much. Well, I did a whole show on dressmaking the other day.
Did you?
Because obviously the last 8 years haven't done. I mean, I used to make wedding dresses. Well, I used to do costumes for films, obviously, but then I made wedding dresses as well for people.
Amazing.
And somebody said, it's really funny because I got home last night and somebody messaged me and said, oh, I'd love to see some of the wedding dresses you made. I must go and look for the pictures because they'll be in a drawer somewhere at home.
Have you got this amazing
I did my friend
portfolio?
Dawn. When my friend Dawn got married, I made her a wedding dress.
Did you?
Yeah. It was in the 80s. It was like.
Did you take
big.
photographs of everything? So you've got this amazing portfolio.
No, when I think about all the films and all the famous people I work with, nothing. I've hardly got any pictures of it because I was too busy, like just getting on with it. How much fabric is in the tote bag, please? Says Penny.
Oh,
I'll open
enough
mine.
to make the bag.
Yeah, enough to make the bag. But she might not want to make the bag. She might want to make
She
something
might
else.
want to make something else.
Here you go, pen. I'll have a look now for. Of which one? Right, honestly, I'm sorry, I've been saying this so much today. Half the stock has gone of the one we're making now. Right, this is, it looks like 1/2 metre. There you go, Pen, that's what you get. I think it's 1/2 metre, let me just have a look.
Well, it'll be whatever it is down plus some. What did you say it was down? So you said it's 19.5 inches down, so it'll be about 21 inches down. Can we measure it?
I'll measure it quickly on here. So it might be a bit more than 1/2 metre. Oh. It is 20.5 inches you get.
So you get a little bit extra.
Yeah, a little bit more than 1/2 metre.
So I've marked...
Oh, no, it's 1/2 metre, isn't it? 1/2 metre, yeah.
I'm not very good at work. Yes, my
Yeah,
brain...
because I went into inches, yeah.
You did.
Yards.
So I folded it in half to work out the central point.
Yes.
On there. Because what we're going to do is we're going to pin our bag handle.
Yes.
On
Which
the
comes
outside.
in the kit. Yes. Oh, you put the handles on now?
Yes, you put the handles on now.
How do you know where to put the handle? Does
You
it
mark
say?
the centre point.
Yes.
And then you measure 3 inches either side. So I've got my centre point there.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Bit more.
So there we are.
Okay.
And at this point, you need to be just a little careful that you don't have a twist
With
in
your
the
handle?
Yes.
Have you got a twist?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
Right.
Quite sure. So you just need to make sure that that's that. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Here we go. And then the same at the bottom. Mark it at the bottom. Isn't it fab against that fabric?
I love it. I love that. I love that. We sell that pink strapping. It's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm with you.
So we've got this here. Pinning it down. And you would need to find a matching thread for this hot pink.
Yes.
So if you went for your purple, you'd need to get some purple thread.
Yeah.
And for the pink one, hot pink. Are we sold out?
No, not yet. I was just going to point at something for. What was I pointing at? No. Have you literally cut the strapping in half?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry,
So
I
you
was
get
going to say about the measurement. So you literally.
You get the
I
strapping
missed
in
that.
the
I saw you
kit.
doing this. Now I'm saying that. I saw you doing. So if you wanted it to have a. Because that's a longer strap on it. If you just wanted it to have like a Roy Cropper hand on
yes.
it, you could make it shorter, couldn't you?
Absolutely.
Because
yes,
what
could.
you've done is just hard. We get loads, look.
Yeah, you do. It's over 3
So
meters.
if you wanted to have just a handle that big, you'd just take off about
You could.
a foot of it.
Although it is a fab design of just chucking over your shoulder, putting your shopping in.
Oh, yes,
so
yes,
you
yes.
can put a bottle of wine in there. And
Don't drink.
You don't. Well, I.
Not at the moment,
I
anyway.
do. You're
Yes.
not on dry. It's not dry January now.
No. I've just loads of people. Got a few people that need to check out still on this one. Remember, it's not yours. Oh, what? Oh, right, no, not on mine. Anyway, you need to check out your baskets. You need to check out your baskets.
So we've pinned our strap on.
Yes.
and then we're going to sew on them.
Okay.
So I have...
Now, just do it with the colour you've got
I've
on
just
there,
got the colour, and you might want to change your needle to, because it is quite thick, to a more substantial one. I think this will be fine, this machine.
Some people have multi-bought this. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Did you move your needle across, or are you just going straight down the centre?
No, I'm just going straight.
Just asking.
Straight down. It's a really very easy project to do. And as you can see the stitching, but if you used a hot pink thread, you wouldn't see that. How long have I got, John?
What?
How long have I got?
Oh, you've got ages.
Have
15,
I?
20 minutes, yeah.
Ooh.
It's because you've gone on to fast speed now, that's why. Mind you, we can still talk through the Tree of Life. There's still a few Tree of Lives left as well.
Great. And at the top, you need to reinforce it. So we're going to sew forwards and then backwards and forwards again.
Okay. Do you literally only go across that one bit, or do you do the box?
You can do the box if you want to. It does quite a nice finish on it.
Yeah.
Back.
Just because if we're going to put potatoes in it, it's quite nice to have a box stitching just for extra strength, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It depends what you're going to use it for, of course.
Also, the thing about this bag, I'll go with this one, is it's one of those bags that you can do. Do you know what I mean? If you go into the shops and it's not.
Oh, it folds up nicely.
It folds up. Look, it folds up really lovely and small, so you can put it in your pocket, put it in the bottom of another bag. So when you get to the shop, you see, I mean, that's not me just rolling it up. You could do it really nice. You could turn it inside out so the straps are inside. But do you know what I mean? It just folds away.
It's got lovely French seams inside as well. You need to
It's got what inside?
Lovely French seams inside.
Go on.
French seams inside.
You can do French seams?
Yeah, so
Ooh,
it's... Well, so that your shopping doesn't catch on it.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
We love a French seam. We got these amazing Liberty silks in recently. We were all talking about doing Liberty silk pyjamas.
Hang on one second. Sorry, say this again.
We're talking about doing Liberty silk pyjamas. You can imagine the French seams on those.
Nice, right. What type, Paul? Yeah. Purple one that I just showed you, the graphics there for the purple one, $19.99.
Right, so I've just sewn on one handle.
Yeah.
That side, and we've got that one pinned on. We probably don't need to show you the other handle, do we?
Running low on this one. Still got some of the purple one there for you. Okay.
And then the next, imagine that's sewn on.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Imagine it's already done.
Just so you know, that's the purple one up there. The one that we're working at the bottom, that's the purple one, the big graphics. The one at the bottom of your screen is the one we're working on the table.
Okay, so we're now going to move on to the French seams.
Oh.
Which is very exciting.
Mind you, they're all straight, aren't they, though? So you should fine, yeah.
Yeah. So we just match up the front. Here's one I made earlier, the other side.
Yes.
And it's important to get the tops lined up at this point.
Yes. Yes, because you've already done the hem, haven't you? Lots of the time, when you make a tote bag, you do the hem round the top last, don't you? So you do have to match them up.
Yes, so you do match the top.
You can just do that one side.
Oh, okay. I'll just pin that one in place.
Yeah.
So we're doing wrong sides together for a French seam.
Yes, this is what always throws me. When you're doing a French seam, you put... A French seam, for those who don't know, is a seam... I'll show you on here. It's or everything is enclosed inside, so there's no raw edges at all. So everything's enclosed. So there's your outside seam, looks like a normal seam, and inside, it's all enclosed inside another casement.
Which is great for clothing as well. I mean, it's great for a bag like this because it's, then you haven't got, things don't get caught inside it.
And also, if somebody looks inside it looks neater when you look inside anyway, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Okay, so you're actually going to sew wrong sides together.
Yep.
And what's your seam allowance at this point?
1/4 inch seam.
1/4 inch.
So here we are. Again, I've left some space for the pins. Because I'm lazy, I'll take the pins out.
It's not like it's just what you've been.
Yeah.
It's horses for courses, isn't it? Really?
Everybody likes different ways, don't they?
Okay.
So, and then we're going to trim, and you can either use a pair of scissors or a rotary cutter.
Oh, okay. So you're going to trim it right down to a tiny, tiny seam allowance.
1/8 of an inch. Oof. So, I mean, yes, you don't have to have a rotary cutter to do
No,
this.
no. I mean, lots of our ladies and gentlemen have got rotary cutters, but you can use scissors as well.
Yep. I thought I'd spare you the pain of my granny's squeaky scissors.
Squeaking at us.
So we're just trimming that down there.
So what's your sewing background then? Are you a trained sewist? Just throw it on the floor.
My parents taught me to sew, actually, when I was young, and I made curtains and all sorts of upholstery things for them. They used to always give me a new sewing project.
Oh.
And, yeah. And
do you need the iron?
I do need the iron. It's very important
Just
to
chip over the
iron.
trolley.
Oh, don't go.
That's right. So because you work with Caroline as her marketing, do you say? Your head of marketing, but you do obviously all the sewing and everything like that.
Yes.
It's quite a cushy little job for you. Not cushy, that's the wrong word, but because you love sewing so much. No, I'm not saying you don't work. What I'm saying is you could have got a marketing job, you know, for the pork industry or something like that, couldn't you? No, I don't know where that came from. But you know what I mean? At least
I worked in tourism for many years, actually.
Tourism?
Yeah, and yes, because I started out, I had an archaeology degree to start with, which is a bit random.
Yeah.
You know, when your parents say, oh yeah, do anything you like.
Oh no, mine didn't say
you,
that.
Darling.
No.
I'm like, why the hell did they say that to me?
No, mine didn't say that. Mine said, you will train to be a teacher, and that was it.
Did they? I'm not sure I'm going to give my kids the same advice.
Sorry?
I'm not sure I'm going to say that to my kids. You can do anything you like.
No, don't say that.
Here you go. We'll pay for you to go to university.
Let them be creative, but then, you know, they've got to earn a living, haven't they? Morning, John. Loving the demo at the moment. Can you tell me, is there any form of wadding, including the bad kit? Best wishes from Anne. No, this bag doesn't have... you mean this bag here, Anne? Doesn't have any wadding in it. It's just the one line, one thickness of fabric with French seams at the edge.
It does.
Earless, Borada. I have the Liberty sewing box, so I had to have the pink bag to go with it.
Oh,
Indeed,
great.
you did, Earless. One more very quickly. Good morning to you both. Thoroughly enjoying today's show. Tried to purchase Mandy Shaw's Happy Birthday Heart. Did it sell out? All You Need Is Love is still available, but heart. Yeah, the one in the first hour. Sold out, I'm afraid. But All You Need Is Love heart is still available. So you might already have that one, because we've had that one before, you said.
So I've pressed the seam.
Yes.
And now we've turned it so it's now right sides
together. So you're now doing the seam that will actually be seen on the outside of the bag.
Exactly. And then the bit that you see on this side is the bit that's nicely tucked inside.
Yes. Are you going to do... you're not going to do a French seam across the box bottom, though, are you? Are you on?
Yes. If I've got time.
Yeah, no, you've got time. We can do that next, because that'll be it. If we just do that one box bottom, we don't do the other side, and we can see that.
Yeah. Well, it's exactly the same. The seam is exactly the same as this one. So, yes, you've got your... Let's just trim that off there.
Trim that off with your granny's scissors.
Oh, it makes me think of her. It's lovely.
Oh.
Right, so you've got your nice outside seam there.
Yeah.
And then on the inside...
Your enclosed seam.
Your enclosed seam.
What some people also then do is they would press that into place, and then they'd run a top stitch line along there. I think it's called run and fell or something, that one.
Yeah.
But so that you'd have a top stitching line running down your fabric there, but it means that this loose inside bit is then encased down. That's the kind of seam they do on inside of jeans and things like that, and it just adds a bit of strength, doesn't it?
It does.
Okay, let's do a box bottom then, as it were.
So, right, wrong sides together. Make sure we get it correct.
Yeah, do it the right way.
So, yes, here we are. What you can do, it's not included in the kit, but if you like a firmer bottom...
Yes, don't we all?
If you want a firmer bottom for the start of the year, you can get some stiffener to put in the bottom.
Okay, we sell it on our website.
Yeah.
We do sell it on the website.
So you can do that. It doesn't need it, but it might give it a bit more body.
So now, are you going to do a French seam across the bottom as well?
Yes.
Do these not get in the way?
Well, you have to go a bit slower over
them. Okay,
them.
so we'll go back to snail pace, will we, after this?
Oh, I don't know. We'll just go a little more slowly.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that webbing that's like army webbing. It's a nice soft webbing. It's a strong webbing, but it's going to be...
Well, it's strong because it needs to be strong for the handles.
Yeah, but you're going to put it into a seam and then turn it back itself and put it in a seam again, aren't you?
Yes,
That's what I mean.
You are. Indeed.
So again, the seam across the bottom is exactly the same as down the side. You do wrong sides together, machine down, cut away, turn through, and machine again.
Yep.
While you're doing that,
Yeah.
can I just tell you about the hexes again, because they're all flying out, aren't they? The hexes are over here. Not packed brilliantly.
I did it quickly. I had to get my next demo ready. So critical.
1 3/4 inch hexes. Now, 1 3/4 inch is the measurement across one of the sides. It's not across the middle of the hexie. You get 30 of them for £14 and 99. They're all different. They're all different Liberty prints in there. £14.99. Okay. I'll come back to the charm packs in a second when we've done this bit. Now, you're going to run your rotary cutter through the binding as well, through the webbing as well. Yeah.
Let's give it a go.
Okay.
It's quite a new rotary cutter.
Good.
Do you think it'll be up to it?
Of course.
So we're going to trim
No, only because dressmaking people, or me, I'd never seen a rotary cutter before I came here. Do you know what I mean? So to me, but then Amanda Wyatt, who's one of our dressmakers, she cuts her patterns out using a rotary cutter.
Does she? Yeah. I think lots of people do like a rotary cutter.
Oh yeah, straight through. Oh.
Not straight through, she says.
Because it is going through 4 layers of webbing. Oh, well done.
Look what I did to my arm earlier. I've no idea how I did that.
Oh, you got a cat?
No, on the show earlier.
You did it here?
Yeah.
It's a pin, that's a pin. Hang on, what were you making? You didn't have pins in anything, did you? Anyway.
I didn't even notice. Anyway, sorry, I was thinking about...
Oh, we've had worse,
Have I put my safety catch
exactly.
on?
Okay, so you need to...
So, yes, and then we press again.
Yeah. While you're doing that, I'll tell you about the charm packs. Is the blue still in the lead? Blue's in the lead here. So you get 20 5-inch squares. Liberty Tana Lawn. Now, this is the pastel and blue one, this one. Okay, there's only 16 of those left. Okay, and then the pastel with yellow, which I love. I love this one. 5-inch squares, 20 of them. £14.99. Oh, sorry. Over half
no
the top
problem.
of that
You
one's
carry
gone.
on.
The blue one's really taken over the yellow one at the moment. Okay.
So we've got a bit, it's, you know, where you fold that down, it's now quite bulky.
Yes.
So we're going to do a 1/2-inch seam allowance on the bottom of here.
But this is where you do have to be careful, because when you go along here, you are going through 2 layers of the webbing and the Liberty fabric itself.
Yes, and you'll see, I don't know if you were showing on the last bit that you might have to gently ease it through.
Yes, hand crank it through.
Hand crank it. So yes, and go a bit slower, because obviously you don't want to break your needle.
Okay.
So it's exactly the same as the last seam, French seam. I'll only go a bit, I won't do
Okay, I was going to say, because we've only got about 5 minutes at the most left.
Pressure's on.
Pressure's on. I know. Making you work for your money today.
It was snowing when I came up here today.
No, it
wasn't. On my
wasn't.
little journey. It was.
Oh. Is it still snowing now? Well, no, it was. Tuesdays the snow's meant to be here.
Oh, is it?
But they were gritting in Liverpool and Hannah's village yesterday morning when I was waiting for Hannah when she was late yesterday morning. Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday it's meant to have snow up here.
Really? How exciting.
I'm not in any of those days, am I? Oh, I'll be next weekend, I imagine. Seem to do every weekend at the moment. Okay, so that's
They're working you hard.
They are. That's your French seam for across the bottom.
So imagine we've gone all the way across the bottom.
Because we've just concentrated on this corner here.
Yes, so we're going to French seam this corner as well.
You see,
you might be bored of my French seams.
No, it's because it's a straight. I was thinking, how's she going to French seam round an L? But of course, you don't sew round an L. It's just a straight seam going diagonally across.
Shall I show that manoeuvre again? Because right. So we've got. That's what it looks like when you've finished your French seam.
Yes.
You turn it this way, so you've now got your wrong sides together again.
But it's going across.
But now it's going, and then you sort of turn it on its corner.
Yes.
So that you've got your seams matching up here.
Yeah.
And then you enclose them in. I should have pressed that last seam, but...
Yeah, obviously you depressed the French seam and everything. Morning, what a fantastic show today. Enjoyed watching anything to do with Liberty. Thank you both. Lots of love from Wendy on the Wirral.
Oh, hi
That's
Wendy
nice,
on the
isn't it?
Wirral.
Thank you, Wendy. Are you near Mike and Julie, Wendy? They live in Childer Thornton. Are you near them? Do you watch, say? Wendy on the Wirral. Wendy on Wirral. I bet Wendy's posh. I bet she lives in somewhere like Meols, or they call it Mells, don't they, or something like that. It's spelled M-E-O-L-S, and it's spelled, so it sounds like Meols, but they actually call it Mells. It's posh there. Or there's a really lovely Big Marks and Spencer's food hall. It's near the Devon's doorway. Do you know where I am? Do you know where I am? Heswell. I think that's Heswell. Anyway, I digress.
Okay.
So you've sewn that, wrong sides together, going across the bottom.
Yes, and matching those two seams.
Yeah.
And then we...
Just do exactly the same.
Right side out. Once you've done the process, it's,
Yes.
you know, it's the
Yeah,
same.
we've got 2 minutes. We're nearly finished now, because this is it, isn't it?
I
when we do
know,
this?
yes, it is. We just turn it. I should have pressed it.
Yes, don't worry. And you
I need
pull
your
that corner
dobber.
through. It's here. Derek's here.
Oh, I love this thing. I want one of those. Push your corners out.
Yeah. Thank you.
And then sew your seam. Exactly as before.
And then that's it. That's the bag finished then,
That's the
isn't
bag
it?
finished. Amazing shopper. I love this bag.
Well, you could, if you want, you could take those pieces home and finish it at home. For
I need
the
to finish it, don't
well,
I,
because
to
you
replace-
what fabric was
the one I gave.
Yes.
It was one we had on last show. It was like Ianthe. Do you remember it? Was it you?
No, I only did your very first show. What did we make in the very first show? I thought we had Liberty fabric that was like patchwork, but it wasn't patchwork. It was already printed.
Did we do that? Oh, yeah, we did. That was the exclusives that we were talking about
Yes.
earlier. So those were the exclusive Alice Caroline fabrics. We've still got some of that. It's amazing. I've done it. Finished.
Finished. Oh, yes, she lives just up the road to Mike and Julie. I'll pop round and see you next time I'm up.
And there we are.
Brilliant. Congratulations. Well done. Very quickly.
Ta-da, finished bag.
Yeah,
sort of half a finished bag.
Yeah, half finished bag. But you get the gist. You get the gist at home, don't you?
And then if you put the width on that, your base in the bottom. So
Yes.
if that bit is your width of your bottom of
which
your
is
bag.
we sell the white and black plastic.
You can put that in there, and it gives it a bit more of a sturdy base. If you want to.
If you want a sturdy base, but if you want to
put
fold the
buttons
uppy
in.
bag, I think it's nicer like that. Just talk me through this very quickly.
Yes.
We've
So-
got a few of these left. This is from our 9 o'clock hour. This is called the Tree of Life quilt. In it, you get all the fabric. You get all the fabric for the front and the binding and for all this gorgeous. But you get a template for every flower, every butterfly, every pomegranate.
Yeah. And it's all colour-coded with the
all
fabric
colour-coded
to
and
make it
keyed.
nice and easy. Unless you want to go off-piste, and then you can...
Exactly.
Choose
There's a
what you
lot
want.
of people still got that in their baskets. Remember, if you're new, having it in your basket doesn't confirm it, guarantee you've got it. Also, remember on Sky, we now go into repeat. So what happens is, in an hour's time, people will see this all over again and think, oh, I want that quilt, and they'll be ringing in to buy it. So please, please, please be careful if you've got in your basket.
It's beautiful,
Thanks ever so
isn't
much.
it? Oh, is it over?
You're finished.
Oh.
You can go home.
It flies by,
It flies
doesn't
by,
it?
doesn't it? Time does when you're enjoying yourself. Do you know when you're in next?
Yeah, March.
Oh, March.
24th, I think.
Well, it's ages away.
I know it's ages.
It won't be snowing then. But thanks ever so much. Do I need to take anything with me? No, that was brilliant. This is just good. Tell her I love this.
Okay.
Thank
perfect.
you. Oh, hexes. That's what I said. Do I need to take anything? No, John. There's the hexes. There they are. Right, I'll leave you to tidy up because we've left a bit of a mess. Right. What a day. What a day. I'll tell you about this in a minute. I'll just go through these first. Hexes. Yours will come much more beautifully packaged than this one. I'm blaming Anna. Alice Caroline, 1 3/4 inch Liberty hexagons. You get 30 of them in there, and they're all different fabrics. No repeats in there at all. £14.99. Lots in baskets. See, somebody's bought 4 of those. Oh, that'll make a gorgeous quilt, wouldn't it, that one? Okay. Then we've got the blue pastel 5-inch squares. They're 5-inch squares. You get 20 of them, charm pack. £14.99. There's 10 left. 10 left of those, that's all. And that's at 11:54 on Saturday morning. Lots of multi-buyers. Okay, and then I've got the pastel with yellow. Yellow. £14.99 again for the 20 squares, that 5-inch square. Lots of people who've bought the blue ones have also bought the yellow ones. Oops. £14.99. Right, everything during the day. Remember, if you're a new buyer, it's not yours. I know I say it lots, I promise I won't in the future, but you won't get it unless you check out. As simple as that. Special bundle going on this weekend for the Elna 680 sewing machine. You'll always pay £999 for this sewing machine. That's the price it is. But for this weekend and this weekend only, we've got this special deal. Oh, until stocks last. I might not be able to say it tomorrow. It might have all sold out by tomorrow. Basically, you get the machine for £999, and then we give you, or you have a saving of £57.98. You get the wadding, which I never had on the table today. You get the thread, and you get the fabric, 6.5 metres of pastel fabric. We haven't had it all day, Christopher. I don't need it now. I'm going home. It was not in the trolley. It was toy stuffing in the trolley, not wadding. Okay, look at this gorgeous fabric. Now, you do get more of the, is it cream or vanilla at the end there, because that's the front of the barge yellow. And then all of these are your stripes. We had this the other day, and it sold out within minutes. It's so beautiful. We did the 3 barge yellows. Remember the jewel, the rainbow, and the pastel. Pastel flew out, and we said, well, do you know what? We'll do it as a bundle with the sewing machine. At £999. Fantastic. That now, I've got lots of things to tell you, and I've only got a couple of minutes. One is we have a daily competition. All you have to do is buy from us on the telly or buy from the web. If you buy one thing, your name goes into tomorrow's raffle once. If you buy 10 things, it goes in 10 times. This was, that's today's, that's today. That's what you could win tomorrow. That's what you could win tomorrow. And at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, I will be announcing who has won that one. I mean, Margaret won today, isn't she? She's already messaged in saying she's over the moon. Now, tomorrow's will be at 11 o'clock, but you know what? If you spend over £30 over the week, either with us on the telly or on the website, your name goes into the final draw, which is drawn on Wednesday. And it doesn't matter if you've already won one of the weekly ones, your name will still go in. At the end of the week, at Wednesday, it will be announced. One person will win this. Look at that bundle, worth over £700. What, just for spending £30, not including postage packaging, here at Sewing Quarter. Now, the other competition that's going on, have I got time to do the blocks? Right, we've also asked you to make blocks for a quilt, didn't we? There was a panel of judges. They whittled it down to their final 8. These are the final 8. What you need to do is vote for your winner. Text the word sew, followed by the number of the one you like best, to 66777. You can also vote at help@sewingquarter.com if you want to email, or you can go to our Facebook page and vote on there. There are 4 prizes for the people who made the quilt, obviously not for you for texting in. £100 worth of fabrics, first prize, 50 second, and 25 and 25 for third and fourth. Right, let's have a look at tomorrow's menu. It is me again, sadly, tomorrow. Sadly for you at home, I think. Okay, now we've got, brand new Katie Jane collection tomorrow with Janice. Oh, they've given Janice a brand new range of fabrics. No, I'm saying that the wrong way around. I didn't mean it like that. 9 o'clock, House of Alistair. I haven't worked with Alistair before. It'll be our first show together. 10 o'clock, it's just me on my own doing the Cho Carter's Toy Box. And then 11 o'clock, 9 o'clock, House of Alistair, he's doing the kimono. And then 11 o'clock, he's doing Alistair's snuggle blanket, or a slanket, as we like to call it. That's tomorrow. That's tomorrow. Make sure you check out your basket. How long have I got? Oh, 20 seconds, I've got to go. Thanks ever so much for your company today. New buyers, please check out your basket, because as I keep saying, it's not yours until you've checked out. Remember the replay on Sky will just carry on now until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. You can watch any of the shows on YouTube. See you tomorrow morning. We're celebrating our birthday this week with 8 amazing competitions, and all you have to do for a chance to win is shop with us at Sewing Quarter. When you make your next purchase at Sewing Quarter from Wednesday the 31st of January until the 7th of February, you'll automatically be entered into our daily prize draw. The amazing prizes change every day and include stunning fat quarters, patterns, books, storage bags and tools. And that's not all. We're finishing the birthday week with a mega bundle of goodies to be won, worth over £700. Everyone who has shopped with us and spent over £30 during our special birthday week will be entered into a draw to win a final prize. An Elna Lotus sewing machine plus reams of fabric, prim accessories, storage and so much more. So join us for the celebration from Wednesday the 31st of January on Sewing Quarter and be in with a chance to win. Good luck!